So we are live. Welcome to the live stream of Playoffs Quarterfinals. I'm so sorry guys, मेरा Windows update हुआ था उस चक्कर में. एक सेकंड ना guys, let me check my volume. सब बराबर चल रहा है. वो Windows update हुआ बोल के सेटिंग ही उड़ गई guys. But ठीक है. Now the mic is fine. I'm live. स्कल बच्चों क्या हाल है? Welcome to the stream. म्यूट हट जाता तो मज़ा आ जाता बाबा. वो Windows update के चक्कर में मेरा माइक से डिफ़ॉल्ट सेटिंग में डाल दी थी भाई ओबीएस से. बट ठीक है गाइस, लाइक करो स्ट्रीम को फटाफट से. चैनल पर नवे आए हो सब्सक्राइब करो. क्वार्टर फाइनल्स होने जा रहा है शुरू. एंड मैं टाइम टेबल देखना ही भूल गया गाइस. एंड जब मैं 4 बजे लाइव स्ट्रीम चालू करने का तब देख रहा हूँ भाई लाइव स्ट्रीम चालू क्यों नहीं रॉकेट लीग की. तो इतने में देखा तो स्केड्यूल थोड़ा शिफ्ट हो चुका है भाई पेरिस के टाइम के हिसाब से. अगर तुम देखोगे तो पेरिस के 4 बजे का स्केड्यूल था और इंडिया का कुछ अराउंड अभी कितना बज रहा है गाइस, इंडिया के 7:30 बजे का आई गेस इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग. तो अभी हो रहा है ये टाइप पे स्केड्यूल लेते हैं. यप कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है. आओ चालू करते हैं आज के प्लेऑफ्स क्वार्टर फाइनल जो कि ऑलरेडी शुरू होने वाला है. यहाँ पर आओ देखिए आज क्या होने वाला है गाइस. बूम बाम. One more thing guys, wish you all a happy Independence Day and I hope सबका दिन बहुत अच्छा जा रहा होगा. एंड बहुत अच्छे से भाई इंडिपेंडेंस डे बना रहे हो भाई आप लोग, सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हो.
Now comes the knockout stage. On est en élimination maintenant et Shopify se doivent d'être prêts.
And their opponents, Space Station Gaming! Here comes the youngest team at EWC. And they apparently missed the memo about being intimidated. SSG took down the defending champions, playing fast, aggressive Rocket League with absolutely no respect for reputation. And now it's all North America in the quarterfinal. They are young enough to be fearless and good enough to make sure that everybody else sees
आज के guys matches जो land up है ना एकदम भारी भरकम, crazy. अब आज guys आज की special stream भी land up है हमारी after the stream on YouTube, so don't worry, वो भी होने वाला है भाई, बहुत भयंकर। वो मैं ये स्ट्रीम चालू रहते रहते मैं उसको शेड्यूल कर दूंगा, तो कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है। मैं एक्चुअली शेड्यूल इसलिए कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि मेरे को ये मैच खत्म होने का फिक्स टाइमिंग नहीं पता कि कितने बजे मैच खत्म होगा, तो उसके अंदाज के हिसाब से जब सेकंड लास्ट गेम या लास्ट गेम चल रहा होगा उस हिसाब से मैं शेड्यूल कर दूंगा, डोंट वरी। बस हाँ, मेरे को एक बार रिमाइंडर दे देना कि स्ट्रीम शेड्यूल करनी है सेकंड वाली। हैप्पी इंडिपेंडेंस डे स्कल बस्टर शायद भाई, क्या हाल है? वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम, हाउ आर यू डूइंग ब्रदर? वेलकम।
In the EWC quarterfinals, this guy was on your team. Now he wants to send you home. How's that feel?
I mean, honestly, I don't think they're gonna send us home, but I feel sorry I'm gonna have to send them
अरे
home.
Okay,
मैंने
Zach,
कुछ लेफ्ट करते कैसे एक सेकंड।
without him on your team.
I feel like you'll see that on the field.
All right, final words for him.
Good luck.
And from you?
Good luck.
Great stuff, guys. Let's get a handshake. Friends and rivals here to kick things
गाइस
off.
पहला
in the
मैच शॉपिफाई
quarterfinals.
रेबिलियंस वर्सेस
It's Rocket
Space
League at
Station
Esports
Gaming.
World Cup.
ये
It's SSG
अब बाय द वे गाइस
versus
क्वार्टर फाइनल्स के मैचेस थोड़े
Shopify
उल्टे हो रहे हैं। क्वार्टर फाइनल 4 3 2 1 ऐसे मैचेस हो रहे, तो कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है। हैप्पी इंडिपेंडेंस डे शायद भाई आपको भी। आई होप सब बढ़िया जा रहा है गाइस। इंस्टा पे फटाफट से स्टोरी डाल लेते हैं कि हम लोग लाइव है करके। ताकि अपने बाकी के लॉन्डे भी सब जॉइन अप कर रहे हैं।
This really feels like a chance to usurp that throne. And I think both sides, Cole, they put forward a fantastic reason as to why each of them should be considered the best in NA right now. When you look towards their head-to-head together, though, with these rosters, it's currently in favour of Rebellion. 4-2 in NA's Open 5. So the most recent result going the way of...
यार इससे अच्छा मैं थोड़ा सा सो ही लेता आज।
But SSG have got a
फालतू को जल्दी उठा मैं।
Yeah, they did play, of course, back in the
ऊपर से कल सोया भी लेट क्योंकि मैं सीएस के लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग का थंबनेल बना रहा था, क्योंकि नेक्स्ट वीक से अभी सीएस भी चालू होने वाला है भाई।
Space Station Gaming as well, so don't know how much you can take from that, but what matters is that these
कल लेट उठूंगा आराम से, कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं।
involved in very close series as well throughout, just to get to this point. It's not been easy, but Space Station Gaming made it look easy actually against Carmine Court. They were almost reverse swept by Made in Brazil, and then against KC. Probably the finest result of these young players' lives. The youngest team in Esports World Cup, and a 3-0 against the hometown favourites Carmine Corp. It's been tougher as well for Shopify Rebellion. They made it look easy against TSM, but against Foot Esports, not so much of that 4-3 victory. Yeah, I think that, you know, when you look towards the strength of schedule from each side too, the biggest result, like you mentioned, is SSG taking down KC 3-0. And each game on paper looks pretty close, but when we're actually watching it, they outclassed KC at every turn, and that is exceptionally hard to do, especially the fact that they were the champions last time we came to Paris. But as we tick down to game number 1, both of these sides have seen a hole in North America.
चालू गाइस पहला गेम,
and Diaz, the
2 सेकंड में गोल,
takes it with just 2 seconds gone. Well, Kofo wished Zach good luck before the series started. I'm sure he'll be regretting it.
SSG hello,
I'm sure he's thinking, well, I didn't mean score a goal in 2 seconds from the kickoff, but
मैच चालू हुआ 2 सेकंड में गोल पड़ गया भाई, ये क्या हो रहा?
He's not been their biggest scorer. Zach has been their best scorer with 74% goal participation, but to me, everything good they do, all their creativity comes from the Brazilian player.
आरन भाई क्या हाल है? ट्विच पे देखो ना, ड्रॉप्स भी मिलते हैं रॉकेट लीग में। यार ट्विच पे नहीं देख सकता, ट्विच पे मेरा प्रीमियम नहीं है ना, एड्स आएंगे फालतू के। यूट्यूब पे मैंने प्रीमियम ले रखा है भाई। 2 सेकंड में एसएसजी ने गोल मार दिया गाइस, होगा भाई मेरा आज का। बाद में गाइस पोल्स आर अप, पोल्स आला मैं भूल गया था, सॉरी माय बैड। फटाफट से पोल में वोटिंग कर दो भाई, वोटिंग शूटिंग हो जाए भाई। Which team will go to semi-finals?
Down to 2 decimal points as Zach. An
SSG,
incredible head-to-head those two have got. And one pass
SR.
along, you see Zach in defense clearing it away. Absolutely ridiculous statistic there, and it shows the first kill despite his age. Still improving on the world scene.
Despite his age.
Yet, I know they're all aging, these pros. They're all aging. They're all getting there, catching up with me at 33.
36.
But they are making their way up. Here comes First Killer onto the ball again. He will say fakes that one, gets the 100 boost. Stays on control of the ball as well. Up against Zach right here, wants to bundle it past him, almost able to do so, but instead of conceding, Rebellion looks a little bit better.
It's a great save from Zach too, because anywhere else, and First Killer dunks him, that's what he was playing for. Zach can get to the corner. An extended period of offense from Rebellion sees First Killer now attempt to get another dunk. Only goes as far as Zach in the midfield. One central reveal is going to be bumping LJ, who so far I think has been on the chopping block social media-wise. People have not been particularly impressed with him, but the results don't lie. They've still made it to top 8.
Yeah, he got a couple of all-important goals against Esports in, I think it was Neo Tokyo.
Cool setup, let's go, let's go.
Sovereign Heights to get them back into it, but
Lo ji.
let's get back into this
Space Station Gaming again with the goal, baby.
Again, just from a dunk, it fell to him, and he did the rest.
It's a great start with that demo in the middle as well. Zach removes one, Reveal makes it two. That, I believe, is going to be it's a great start for SSG. I think just having that confidence coming in, like you said, as the youngest team, they don't normally show it, but I do think that there must be something inside any given player that makes you think
Shopify Rebellions का लग गया क्या?
not necessarily got that.
गाइस कल यही टीम थी Shopify Rebellions जो 9 गोल मार रही थी जस्ट सही. आज वो 0 गोल पे बैठी है अभी. और अभी 3 मिनट कुछ हो सकता है. Aryan भाई क्या ऐसे लो जी बोलते गोल मार दिया.
And the SSG defense didn't read that.
Kofa in the pre-interview saying good luck. This time saying good luck to Reveal. Skims it beautifully. Top corner found. Reveal still had boost in his tank but couldn't jump quick enough. And what a response from Rebellion to cut their lead in half.
Yeah, these are the moments that are going to be so important in this series. Against Foot, Rebellion had a series there. Every single game went within 1 goal, so they're used to close ones. They're used to surviving long best of 7s. So far they're surviving here again today. They seem to be the team that are surviving. You know, from their first match against NIP, just think they didn't have that spark, but they've improved since then, continued to get better. And they're looking once more like one of North America's most exciting teams as Kofa comes forward, wants to get this flip reset. Does have control of the ball. LJ in the centre. Can LJ get onto the end of it? He does. He's got the 50-50 on Zach. First killer's coming in now, but a demo from Reveal takes him out.
Yeah, shutting down that pressured offense from SSG, or rather from Rebellion towards SSG. With great play from them, from the spacemen to keep it away. LJ pops it high, and with enough height, the double commit won't matter. And SSG, I think, feeling pretty confident right now. Had a good few chances. Rebellion up high. First killer's waiting central. LJ with a next tap. Actually takes it low. Diaz with low boost. Just stays around. Continues to be a nuisance. And in the
YT chats भाई messages auto hide कर देती है बिना बताए. हाँ जी. मेरे चैनल पे तो नहीं हो रहा ऐसा कुछ. वैसे हाँ वो भी है कि कुछ मैसेजेस गायब रहते हैं बट ठीक है. वो एक्चुअली दिखनी चाहिए कि हमें अप्रूवल देना है कि नहीं देना. बट ठीक है क्या बोल सकते हैं. पॉलिसीज है भाई कुछ. लो जी गाइस स्ट्रीम गाइस लाइव चालू हुई नहीं हमारी. यूट्यूब ने फीचर कर दिया भाई लाइव स्ट्रीम. क्रेजी यूट्यूब. लव यार यूट्यूब.
I like that touch though from LJ. Just stays again like Diaz was earlier with low boost, pops it high, couldn't get anything from it. They do need to be approached 70 seconds. LJ, who's mid for him, he's actually going to be dropping it low. I think he would rather have had the flip reset, but it does work out quite nicely for Rebellion. LJ, low boost again. Maybe should have left that for Kofa, who was waiting behind with a lot more boost.
Goal piche bhai SR.
Done a lot more damage with the position that he found.
Kar de bhai OT behas ki aankh.
The Rebellion attack does continue. Flicks it round, only as far as Zach. And up high. A couple of awkward chances. SSG feel the push.
Yeah, all they've got to do is hold out for 45 more seconds, but Rebellion, they're going to go through the gears right now. The ball is cleared into the corner. Firstly goes for the
I take my words back. Feature किया इसलिए YT West.
Easily saved by LJ, who's hoping this boost spawns below.
YouTube feature हाँ उड़ा दिया.
He's taken out the game by Reveal. Zach, his teammate, is the second highest demoer in this entire tournament, so Space Station Gaming more than happy to go for those bumps and demos. And so far, they're doing a very good job just swiping that ball away, Stumpy.
SSG नहीं करने दे रही भाई. SR को.
He sets his sights on First Killer, now his opportunity.
जीजो का भाई. जीजो का guys. पहला गेम SSG का.
LJ's next to it, sees First Killer central. Can't get there. Zach and Diaz both commit. Backboard is there.
एक चीज बोलूँगा guys, EWC टाइम के मामले में भाई no compromise आ. पेरिस के पास 4 बजे का टाइमिंग प्लान था पूरा 4 बजे एग्जैक्ट चालू किया लोगों ने. टाइम के मामले में no compromise फुल टाइम पे मैच चालू.
Certainly one that could have
In fact,
gone
match
either way.
PMWC
Wasn't
के
it?
matches भी देख रहा था भाई.
2 seconds in that ended up being the difference.
S Power ने भाई वहाँ पे 1v4 का clutch मारा है भाई.
That's what it comes down to.
Crazy clutch था भाई वो.
1 second, it's actually a really nice kickoff. You can tell that Diaz is the 1v1 player because he read what First Killer was doing there precisely.
And then a lovely demo from
लेकिन हमारी इंडियन टीम उतना points grab नहीं कर पा रही जितने points उनको चाहिए आज.
Sometimes those demos come
Before
in
Smash
and
rules.
the player who demoed gets the save, and Kofa proving his mettle. A beautiful top right corner redirect. I've just noticed that in the
और बता स्कलबस्टर कैसे जा रहा है Independence Day?
Reveal's got a controller
How's going
on this
holiday,
level.
bro?
I wonder if I get shown at any point.
I hope तुम्हारा holiday रहेगा. वरना तो कुछ ऑफिस से चालू है भाई.
Here's Ed. He does.
It's a cool controller as well. Looks fantastic.
It's very cool graffiti overlay. Yeah, I'm sure we'll.
It's not on there now. It's a headset.
Oh,
That's more typical.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find out in the interviews after if Space Station Gaming are to win. What is going on there? The cheeky scamp. The coaches, Exper and Violent Panda, having some serious thoughts and talks with their players. Space Station Gaming, you know, they didn't have to be too explosive in that one. They managed to ease their way to victory in game 1. Rebellion, are they looking more like themselves again now? At least it's looking like there's going to be a matchup between them.
Yeah, well, the consensus was that in that first series that we saw them play against NIP, they were not on form. They lost, NIP were better, but it was not the most thrilling series. And you normally feel that with Rebellion, that they will play an exciting game. I love watching First Kid in particular play. I'm a big fan of his. They just couldn't get that going. Against Foot, they showed themselves a lot better. They really did come into their own, and Foot pushed them to the absolute limit. Going
मारो मारो भैंस का फोड़ दो भाई दूसरों को.
through from TSM. I do think though later on in this tournament, as where we are now,
भाई Shopify Rebellion से अगर ये मैच निकाला ना भाई, absolute sin मारने वाला है.
stride.
भाई नाइट शिफ्ट चल रही है अभी लॉग इन के साथ.
Every single team that loses today gets their key
हैं?
crush. And having your key
ये
crush
थोड़ा
by your
casual होगा भाई.
former teammate, that would hurt for either of
भाई
these.
तुम्हें भी छुट्टी नहीं है, very realistic भाई.
Frustrating. We'll see which one is the team that is befallen to that. Diaz misses, but Reveal was waiting for it. And Space Station Gaming, they're about 10%
Goal.
closer to each other than Shopify
Okay.
Rebellion in game number 1. So expect them to have those close follow-ups here in game 2. And as the series goes on, unless Rebellion tweak from that playstyle, Kofa's got a chance. They couldn't quite get on top of it. Lovely pass from First Killer. Kofa wasn't quite able to get the angle, but it was a definite chance, I think.
Yeah, I think Kofa was low on boost. He wanted to wrap his car around the ball a bit more, wasn't able to. But to the ceiling, Reveal beats one.
Goal बढ़ गया.
Crossbar found.
भाई SSG का वापस से पहला गोल है.
Diaz dents it on the way home.
Rebellion had all the half chances till then, but as soon as Reveal got these couple of touches, it was almost a failed flip reset attempt, but he made something from it, and that last touch to get past the dive of the Shopify Rebellion player was devastating. All Diaz had to do was power it in. He was never going to miss.
And even if that shot did end up being weak, it was
अरे
so
गोल पड़ गया.
well played
हाँ?
with the bump. And it's another miss as well.
भाई किसी ने फॉलो अप नहीं लिया. बुरा लगा भाई.
Shopify Rebellion, they go wanting for that first goal.
Yeah, if Diaz had got the flip reset and scored there, it would have been a brutal.
SR का अच्छा एक गोल पड़ा था.
Already Rebellion will be frustrated.
विकेट टेलर शिफ्ट रहता है मंथ में एक बार. मेरा ये वीकेंड आ गया. वाह.
In the ball exploding, but
मतलब सुबह के 7 बजे तक काम करोगे?
Well, a best of 7 series
बुरा
is
लगता है
long
भाई.
and winding.
वो बताओ
He
घर
loses
से
the
वर्क
first
फ्रॉम होम
couple
करो
of
क्या
games
सीन है?
and Suddenly you're facing an
भाई,
uphill
बहुत बुरा
battle
लगता है
as
भाई.
Diaz tries to break through First Killer.
लोगों को छुट्टियां मिल रही है भाई, तुम्हें 12 घंटे काम करना
As well
पड़ेगा.
as attack, LJ will get this ball, wants to shoot towards First Killer, but he couldn't quite get the bump. Instead, he was bumped. It will be up. It's that one to the side. Shopify Rebellion having more of the ball, but fewer of these clear-cut chances.
Yeah, there's going to be less opportunities for them as the time ticks down too. We see just how well SSG and how professionally they manage the game towards the end. They have got such fantastic pace control.
भाई क्या ड्रिबल किया भाई
I think
इसने.
that comes down a lot to Diaz and his mentality. In 1v1, you have to be good at pace control there, and that pass is wonderful. Finds Zach from Diaz. And a little track back. The 100 boost for his backboard. Zach attempts to be his teammate. Isn't able to, does get shut down. The midfield now sees First Killer wanting to get this 50 across, and it has been few and far between chances-wise for Rebellion.
Work from home,
aside from that one where they really
ठीक
could
है,
have
ठीक
tapped
है.
it home, but weren't able to get the final touch that they needed.
Yeah, the second
तो
game.
बस सोसाइटी में समोसे खाने भी जाने नहीं मिला. 7 बजे लॉग आउट करके सो गया था.
Won't help either. First Killer.
तो 7 बजे तो फ्लैग होस्टिंग हो जाती है, तो मेरे हिसाब से चले आना चाहिए.
From Zach and follows it up as well. Now here he comes forward onto the opposition back.
और मेरा तो बारिश ही हो रही है, पूरा गीला गीला हो रखा. पता नहीं फ्लैग होस्टिंग हुई कि नहीं हुई. मेरे को तो कुछ पता ही नहीं है.
Seeing a distinct lack of boost for Shopify Rebellion. They
क्योंकि
come
मैं भी सुबह 8:30 बजे सोया आज.
looks like there's half a chance and they end up scrapping for 12.
2:30 बजे उड़ गया मैं.
They get counted in the end and they almost go 2 goals behind.
There's a great block from LJ, knows where it's coming in, it's going to be bouncing off that side wall, and thankfully for him it ends up just having the perfect chance for him to clear it away. in the opposition's half now, though. Reveal waits in the backboard and calls in Zach, and that's that kind of pace of play that I was talking about. That was fully controlled by Reveal, despite the fact didn't actually have any of the ball control himself.
Oh, the crowd don't like
There's
that.
a lot of late क्या बारिश को ऐसे वही बारिश होती है
to
सुबह
play Rocket League.
Nice.
Yeah, I do it in Champ 1.
गोल 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 अरे बाप रे
Quite Champ 1.
डिफेंस तो था भाई एलजे का
Jump two.
Sorry, low SSL.
No SSL.
First killer
Goal.
shoots into the top corner.
Oh
Saved by
my
Zach.
god
Good diving save too, making sure you clear it nice into the corner.
God,
Both
defense
teams
है
done
भाई.
that exceptionally well.
अब पड़ गया गोल.
Kofa receives it.
दो
and
अटेम्प्ट पे
this
नहीं हुआ,
time
तीसरे अटेम्प्ट पे पड़ गया
slows
guys.
the ball down in such an impressive way. Goes to dive in, slows it, and then goes up for the tap and smash. Makes a double goal explosion, causing Reveal to burst into a firework.
You have to mention First Killer there, though, driving straight past the ball. It's an unusual fake, but it's an effective one. And Rebellion read it fully. An equalizer of 70 seconds left, but Space Station Gaming have won the kickoff. Goes straight into the Rebellion corner. Reveal just waiting to see what First Killer's going to try and do. It's a great challenge from Reveal, and he gets another one as well. What can Diaz conjure up? Doesn't have enough pace on the ball there. LJ is almost found by First Killer. And right now, after losing the kickoff, it's Rebellion who have their tails up.
40 है भाई ये गेम.
Opportunity again, Kofa passes.
40 है guys ये game.
First Killer, no touch. He's faked for the first goal. He would have rather he got a touch on the second. LJ think he'd go for a bump here. He does. Diaz to the backboard.
First Killer's had a 30% shooting accuracy throughout this entire tournament. You'd expect him to sink.
गोल अरे बाप रे पोल लग के बाहर आ गया.
To get that one.
Diabolical! An open net, and LJ fails at the last time of asking. Tries it again. Can't get that.
गोल पड़ गया. और ये फिर पोल लग गया. भाई एसआर की किस्मत.
It's a paid actor.
कितनी लैंड है भाई.
Rebellion! At this level, you have to take one, if not both, of those opportunities. SSG live.
भाई एसआर की किस्मत बहुत खराब है भाई. 4-5 गोल अटेम्प्ट थे गाइस वहां पे. दो बार पोल.
Comes Kofa again, trying to do what his teammates could not and score a potential open goal.
40.
LJ wants to get a dunk, can't do it. Will Rebellion overcommit now? They will be frustrated and tilted. LJ tries to help it on its way. Still chances for Rebellion. First
48.
Killer fakes it. Zach
पड़ेगा वो.
says, knock it down.
गंदा नसीब है भाई बहुत ज्यादा.
Overtime.
बहुत ज्यादा भाई.
Oh, it's tough to be a Rebellion fan, I'm sure.
Tell you what though, I think LJ will be happy that First Killer also missed.
आज लक ने साथ दे रही भाई इनका.
Flushes. He probably would have rather he scored.
बट एग्रो खेल रहे बहुत अच्छी बात है.
Bit of happiness, I imagine. A central block. Kofa will win that foot race. Zach very nicely played. Gets the flip directly onto the ball. Fantastic block again. Who's going to be first to it? First Killer is him. And now you see Kofa turn. Tries to go for the bump, and Diaz so well managed.
Reveal clears this one, but it's all been Rebellion so far in overtime. Diaz loses the ball cleanly to First Killer as well. Rebellion winning a lot of these first touches cleanly. Zach loses the challenge towards Kofa. Good follow-up there from Rebellion. Is anybody going to be there for the next touch? No. They've retreated back at First Killer.
Tell you what though, there is a lot of pressure coming in right now for Rebellion. They've had many chances, and it's just come down to those individual moments. A long clear, thankfully for Rebellion, that one does fall wide.
Space Station Gaming have survived. Almost a minute into this overtime, and finally they'll be able to get some possession of this ball. Now, can they turn it into territory? Diaz, past First Killer, tries to do his party trick by going end-to-end. Of course, much harder in 3v3 than 1v1, but we have seen him do it. Reveal up against Kofa now, and Diaz is going to have another go. He's going to do it this time, Stumpy, I bet you.
I mean, we'll see what ends up happening. Rebellion, I do think, have had more bites to the cherry, but that cherry is blooming massive, apparently. Diaz,
Goal पड़ गया. Oh, okay.
Can clear it away. Kofa puts it back into the danger zone, but with Space Station Gaming relatively low on boost for that possession. Won't be too much of a threat. Zach, nice double. Great doink from Reveal. Next man to it is Diaz.
डिफेंस किया भाई.
First Killer clears it for now.
Would have been a lovely doink assist.
अब गोल है शायद डायरेक्ट जा रहा है.
Right back towards Space
अरे
Station Gaming's
बाप
half. It's
रे.
good overtime so far. Chances for all. Expansive gameplay from these six. It's what we love to see. Zach gets it towards the boost, goes to the ceiling. Can he use it? Not with First Killer there. First Killer always able to read those.
दोनों टीमें बढ़िया डिफेंस कर रही
Many
है.
of these mechanics, and now he's waiting to see if Kofa can get it to him. He tries to get that touch.
अब पूरा डिपेंड करता है गाइस कौन से एंगल से बॉल गोल पे जाएगी.
Can't be LJ. Space Station finally get the clearance. That one's on target, but First Killer must be able to get that block.
And he debated whether to get that 100 boost, knowing that a teammate would probably want it behind him. He does a lot with it. Guess what?
Goal पड़
Gets
गया.
the bomb. No, Zach. The diving save yet again.
Bro,
and
Zach,
the
hello.
defense from SSG. It's
क्या डिफेंस था भाई वो.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the shot that time from LJ. It was just a great save from Zach. LJ comes forward again. Zach's in
भाई
trouble.
एक इंच दूर था भाई गोल से. फिर Zach ने बॉल बचाया भाई. ओ भाई गोल की तो है भाई Zach.
Counter attack. Kofa long. LJ into the center. There's no boost for two of them. So this attack will come to nothing. Space Station can boom it right back. Zach gets it to the ceiling. Anyone following up?
Well
No, because
read.
again, First Killer is getting so many key touches defensively.
The defense from both these teams is extraordinary. So well managed into brilliant places to normally bumping on dodging in equal amounts. Kofa fakes it midfield, First Killer, what a catch. Debates the bump, debates going for the backboard, goes for the flip reset, everything rang around his head. For 3
3 मिनट हो गए गाइस, अभी तक गोल नहीं पड़ा है
Which I guess a
OT
touch
के
to
बाद।
the side. It's a nice one towards Kofa who can pick his moment.
ट्राई हार्ड तो है भाई,
Choose his move.
दोनों टीम का
Up
ट्राई हार्ड है
against
भाई,
Reveal,
तगड़ा।
a couple of them. He has the last one there. First Killer's following it up. He certainly seems to be the Shopify Rebellion danger man so far. Gets it into the centers, LJ towards First Killer. Kofa up against Diaz isn't quite there. And First Killer has to dodge Reveal and does so.
Yeah, great idea though from Reveal. Come in from the blind spot. A reset, bound, Zach. Anything on the ball to commit to, but low boost doesn't really matter too much. A nice block in the midfield by LJ prevents this from going any further. Both these teams have had fantastic sniffs at net so far, but shut down by their opposition.
This one's to the center.
SR होमवर्क करके आई है भाई।
Launching another attack, brewing up all their boost. Waiting for
Prediction
that
अच्छा ले रही है।
Can they break through this Space Station Gaming defense? Using the height as LJ.
So far, this is SSG's longest overtime in EWC history. Unprecedented for this org.
Zach forwards, he will take control.
4 मिनट हो गए, अभी तक गोल नहीं पड़ा है।
Fighting our Space Station.
क्या ये गोल होगा? Nah.
Up against it under the cosh really for most of this overtime. We're approaching an entire extra game now. 4 minutes down as LJ comes forward and wants to get this pinch, but can't do so against Reveal. There was a demo.
SR full try कर रही है भाई, अपने पास गोल रखे।
Such fiends for taking their opponents out the game. That was going to fall, I thought, for a second to Kofa. Reveal instead is now going to try and get a nudge at Kofa. Here is Zach into the
अब नहीं
corner.
बचेगा।
No, he is the post. Is anyone following up for Space Station? No, there's not. First Killer.
गोल लग के बाहर आ गया भाई, SSG की भी किस्मत टट्टी है भाई।
Perfect, hit both woodworks. Top corner found like a DVD logo, but that bad boy stays out for now as we approach 5 minutes.
Here is Kofa. To the side he wants to go, but that's a poor pass. Becomes one right there. Now it's chance for a counter-attack. Zach shoots, but
Out
it's
for a
wayward onto
throw-in.
the back wall. We'll say it was a pass. I'm not so sure. Zach's got a reset here. Instead use it for Reveal. The shot's on target.
क्या गेम का गाइस, ये गेम 10 मिनट चलने वाला
He's
है।
still dancing in front of it. Can't get anywhere near the ball. Desperate for it to fall for him. Just
देखिए, लग रहा है 10 मिनट चलने वाला है।
SSG and Rebellion can wriggle away. Kofa, who's got 10 demos in this game
Double.
alone, instead gets an assist. Diaz misses. First Killer was waiting. He didn't expect it.
Goal.
LJ towards First Killer.
SR ले गए भाई। 1-1 हो गया है गाइस। 5 मिनट 3 सेकंड में एग्जैक्ट गोल पड़ा है।
Unprecedented offense from both sides. And Rebellion succeed. They break the deadlock. They bring us back to level. 1-1.
4 लेवल्स हो गया भाई 1-1।
Didn't make it easy though, did they?
That was honestly unbelievable defense from both sides. We look at the number of shots, 13 for SSG. But that pales in comparison to the 20 that Rebellion shot on SSG's net. An unreal, a marathon of a game.
11 saves for each side as well, but LJ, that is not a replay he'll be looking forward to seeing again. First Killer did the same thing. First Killer's chance was a little bit harder. He had to pre-jump to avoid Diaz's bump, but even so, you'd expect him to find a way.
SSG बहुत रिग्रेट कर रही होगी।
LJ, a player who's
उनका पोल में लग के बॉल वापस आया भाई।
parts of this season had the wherewithal
और उसके बाद ही गोल पड़ गया यहाँ पे।
back across goal. And First Killer, of course, had that read the entire time. It's a match that to me Rebellion played better.
800 भाई, जैक का स्कोर देख लो भाई।
808 points.
6 शॉट ऑन गोल, 8 सेव, बाप रे।
On the other side, we put them
तो
together
700 है भाई फर्स्ट किलर का।
at the start of this series, and this is why, leading both of their sides. And now Shopify Rebellion hold the title for the 2 longest overtimes in EWC history. This was number 2. The first one was against NIP in the group stage.
I mean, look at Kofa there. He got 10 demos in that last game. Almost half of the total there were in the long overtime. There were 23 in total. So for all their bravado before it started, like, oh, good luck, good luck. It's like, yeah, good luck, but I'm going to play dirty.
Good luck, fingers crossed behind their back.
Yeah, that's what we didn't see. We'll wait for the B-roll later to watch that. Here is Diaz straight from the kickoff. What can SSG do? We're certainly going to be in for a series here. I think it's going to be a long one. I think Johnny Boy predicted it would go the distance. That little pretty much thing you guys
He
did.
predicted it will go the distance for every single series today. So he's just here for pure chaos.
That sounds like Johnny Boy, and that sounds very, very
आज मेरे को तो लग रहा है लोग भाई पूरा का पूरा 7 गेम खेल लेंगे भाई।
He's a little bit trapped in his own corner. Has to be aware of Zach coming in. And SSG, can they step back up after that last disappointment? Lovely couple of touches. LJ's almost
ये
in.
दोनों टीम जो हिसाब से ट्राई हार्ड कर रही है यहाँ पे।
Reveal. He goes forwards. Diaz into the center. isn't going to be able to get onto that one at all. He was playing in front of the ball, which I always like to see. Aggressive Rocket League, and Zach, he was doing
Goal
the same
बढ़ेगा.
thing. He waited, the ball came back to him, and he did the rest.
He always had a second to think there, like,
Yeah.
oh, I've got the ball. Oh, I can just
Guys,
shoot.
पूरे EWC की youngest team है ये.
Sick, happy days.
SSG.
Kofa going the same way as First Killer. Only one of them had to go. They both
Age
seem
में बहुत
to
छोटे हैं भाई ये
follow the
लोग.
same passing avenue. And as soon as you do that against a team like SSG, despite their young age, they play with a maturity beyond their years. Not just trying to force solo plays, more than happy to pass that ball around. Always looking for each other. Such good team dynamics, as Zach was saying before this whole thing started. Here he comes now, Zach. Into the center. Kofa is there. Kofa booms that one into the center over the top of Reveal, so not the best positioning in the world there from SSG. Pushed forward a little bit when there was going to be no 50-50. That's worked out okay with Zach coming again in front of the ball. It seems to be where he's doing his best work right now. LJ puts it towards First Killer, maybe.
I think that's just their play style. You mentioned SSG really pushing up far. They're quite happy to, and if Rebellion are going to be missing a couple of shots on target like they did in the previous game, they will be fine. But I think mentality-wise, Rebellion need to have won in that long overtime after they had a couple of chances. But SSG, they do like to commit as far as they can. And so far, obviously, it's gone very, very well for them. It's what absolutely ruined Carmine Corp on so many of those individual plays. But dancing to the 6-yard box, Reveal has to take it away. Kofa instantly dives in. LJ is pretty weak, chance for a bump. Instead, Kofa goes to shot himself just over this time. And a looping LJ may well continue this play.
LJ dodges Zach. There's also a lovely pass towards Kofa, whose touch for once isn't perfect. Could have done a bit more there mechanically. And the ball trickles to Zach. That was the opportunism that led to him scoring the opening goal of this game. So far, the only goal of this game. That is a mammoth flick there from First Killer.
Goal बढ़ेगा.
Follow up himself as
Goal.
well. This time, Zach, can he avoid the ball going underneath him? Yes, he can. Kofa's coming in.
दूसरी बार goal.
And Diaz squirms it away.
I mean, again, SSG.
2 बार ball बार लगा है भाई.
Sure, the orbital cannons are aimed firmly at any shot that comes from Rebellion. Up high, Reveal, can't get it past LJ. He can clear it cornerward. First Killer fakes him out. Now it's time for a 1v1. He loves these. He thrives on these. But Zach was there to shut him down.
Yeah, Zach knew that First Killer would be going for the edgeable bump and just waited, stayed grounded as long as he possibly could. And then he wasn't able to score. And then down the other end, Zach almost bundles that one home himself. Great play from Zach. Can't quite score from it, but puts the onus right back on Shopify Rebellion to do some defending.
Such low scoring game so far. 1-0, 3 minutes into game 3. With FK air dribbling it, loses way somewhat, but with nobody challenging him, it does not matter.
It was yet another
फिर OT है.
demo from Kofa.
फिर
He was
OT
gonna be
guys.
in the nightmares of SSG today.
कोई दिक्कत की बात
After the
नहीं.
10 he got last game. I'm not sure if that's his
मैं बोल रहा हूँ
first
आज quarter
one,
final में
this
सारे
one,
game होता है
but
भाई.
the most impactful that he's got so far.
हर एक को मौका
He's
मिलेगा.
made it so easy for
अपना
FK to put
performance
it away.
outcome दिखाने का.
That is also not just his potential
लेकिन best team
first in
semi-final
this
जाएगी
series,
भाई
but
आज.
his 49th in EWC history, joining the ranks in one of those top 3 spots alongside some of the game's greatest. An incredibly impressive and long career has the First Killer had so far. With LJ wanting to go wrap it around the side of Zach, isn't able to, but look, he lurks, he waits, sees what can happen, but First Killer can't sink it past the defense. Again, Zach standing firmly in his way.
SSG having to do a lot of defending right now. It's scary moments for their fans. That one to the ceiling. Reveal needs to get past LJ. Can't do it, but it's a good 50 loss as far as Zach. Kofa's up against Zach, and Zach can't quite put the ball underneath him. Reveal's turn this time versus First Killer, who gets something on it, and that seems to be something we've seen at EWC. The defending from those situations has been so good.
And you can see the packed out crowd here live in Paris. So many people coming to see Carmine Corp, Vitality, Gentlemates, but sticking around to watch one of the greatest regions in the world in North America competing. Crowd has been fantastic so far at EWC, so make sure that you pop round if you've got time this weekend.
फिर OT है guys ये
You're in
game.
Paris and you're not here. What
फिर
are
OT
you
नजर आ रहा
doing?
है.
There is so
तो
much
मैच
to
काट
enjoy, not
कट
just the
तो कट
Rocket
मेरे को
League.
लग रहा है.
Plenty of other games as well. The chess finals today. It's all
नहीं शायद
exciting.
Falcons वाला game में भी one sided ही जाए.
Get in there and Rocket League here is a
Goal.
pass towards Zach.
लो जी SSG ने गोल मार दिया.
Again, a choreographed, a wonderful play from Diaz to
क्या
get
पास किया है भाई, कोई था ही नहीं गोल के
double
पास.
commit. He puts into that slight annoying spot where both had a claim to it, but neither of them
एक मेरे को Falcons वाला game लग रहा है जो भाई एकदम
They should
जाएगा.
not both be going for that ball. It made it so
और एक मेरे को
easy for Zach
Gentlemates
to
वाला
finish
game लग रहा है
with
जो
that,
इसके
but
बाद ही है.
didn't need to be that good.
ये कट टू कट नहीं जाएगा.
Goalkeepers had just completely deserted
Because
their post.
Gentlemates
First
is
Killer gets a
too
touch
OP.
now. Rebellion do still have time to get back into
But
this
NIP
one.
भी इस बार qualify करके तो पता नहीं कुछ भरोसा नहीं है. गोल 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 गोल.
And that must feel good against the 1v1 master.
His name is First Killer. but it's the 50th kill that he has made on his opponent at EWC.
धक्का मार के गोल किया भाई.
A stunning couple of 50s for the 50th. And with 30 seconds remaining, Rebellion draw level once again.
Just a shame there wasn't 50 seconds remaining. We'd have had all the 50s across the board. Here is first killer. LJ gets that 100. Rebellion can smell blood. LJ goes for the defender, gets him. Did Kofa save it? I'm not sure it was.
Good goal. Oh my god, bro.
Somehow redirects it to the corner.
He's going to want to sign that post at some point.
Goal लग गया
They
भाई.
need to get it on their side. Zach, chance for a backflip flick. This time it pulls to Diaz in the middle. A pinch central shut down by Kofa lurking in his way. Final 10 seconds. Another overtime looming. Reveal towards one. Slapped with a pool noodle, unfortunately, by Zach towards the blue net. Reveal comes in. The double does go over his head. First killer misses. Kofa to the ground. And overtime once more.
लो जी guys. दूसरा गेम वापस से ओटी. हमें तीसरा गेम.
We had an entire extra game. How much of these
एक गोल डिसाइड करेगी भाई.
It'll be their only
1
series
point.
today, whoever wins. So you have to leave everything there on the pitch. First killer from his own backboard. Reveal doesn't fall for it. LJ's waiting, has Reveal in his way, so has to delay his jump a tad, and that will allow in Zach into the corner. Kofa can boom it forwards, and then first killer knocks the remaining SSG attacker back to their own half.
In these swiping bumps from SSG, as soon as they put a pass in, they become a homing missile towards the Rebellion net. Remove a defender at your earliest convenience. A 50 from Diaz. It's a nice car turn to make sure that he's got as much body towards it as he can. Into that corner, Reveal intelligently plays it into the side. Kofa, can he jump on target? A little bit too weak, a little bit too wide, as SSG stay firm.
Chance here for first killer though, lovely first touch. The catch is ideal, then the dunk into the
Goal.
corner. Blocked by Kofa.
Shopify Rebellions guys यहाँ पे lead कर गई.
A lot shorter than last time as Rebellion they
2-1 कर गए भाई Shopify Rebellions.
declare
भाई इसने यहाँ पे
this one
piercing कर
out,
रखी है क्या
they
दो
have the
जगह पे?
chance. Only one post hit this game.
वैसे ये जगह पे piercing कौन करता है? पे तो हड्डी होती है ना?
Previously in SSG they've decided they need one more minute to think about things.
कुछ नया स्टाइल देखा हुआ है बंदे का मैंने.
Saturday timeout is taken.
ये जगह पे piercing कर रखी है भाई.
Think they shall. They would have felt they were the better
साया
team
कैसे
in
रहेगा
that
भाई? ये जगह
game.
मेरे तो हड्डी है भाई.
They scored first. They were looking fairly comfortable. Until
मुझे लगा उसको
three
पिंपल्स
came
हो रखा है
first
लेकिन नहीं वहाँ पे
and
piercing कर रखे है भाई. डायमंड लगा रखे बंदे ने.
Arrow into their heart by Kofa, who got that demo. Diaz pushed on. Would have thought they'd won it here with this goal from Zach. The double commit, not the first we've seen this series from Rebellion. They did manage to come back
Great 50s.
by the first killer challenge against Diaz. They earned that overtime. And as you say, Stumpy, it wasn't as long.
Guys दोनों गेम ओटी हुई, दोनों गेम Shopify Rebellions लेके गए.
Again, is this the, I
Dono
mean, we've
game.
been talking a lot when I casted this one versus Foot. I was saying how Justin is in the best form of his career. First killer's the same. You know, he's really stepping right back up to the first killer that is terrifying to the rest of the Rocket League world.
I think we definitely do. Oh my goodness, sorry. In basically a
भाई फर्स्ट किलर फिर से 700 स्कोर. Zach फिर से 838 स्कोर. Crazy भाई, crazy.
An incredible performance from him.
This is crazy
He
भाई.
couldn't take the game, but he is really putting everything and leaving it out there on the pitch. And you say about first killer, to go back to that, I feel like we normally think, oh, he's like, you know, he's a younger player. He's been around for a good few years. Bear in mind that he came onto the scene playing with Wanda and Chronovi on Rogue as his first organisation. And there were so many young Rocket League fans who are like, who on earth is Chronovi? And to you, I say, how dare you? Go on YouTube, find out, educate yourself. Look, the first killer has been there from incredibly early on, and to see the resurgence of these older players, I love seeing the familiar faces when we come to lands like this.
21 years old now, which is the age of a relatively young footballer. Do you know what I mean? Like a proper sportsman could be 21, you don't think twice about it, and here he is, professionally playing Rocket League. And I do wonder if Expert is speaking to his team right now and saying, oh, he's not saying how on earth, the players will be saying, how on earth do we deal with Kofa's demos? And you'd think they, of all people, would know. They've played with Kofa, but Kofa got 8 in the last game again to top the 10 that he got in game number 2. My man is getting Exterminator awards like Vatira gets MVP awards. He's racking them up.
इसके बाद जेंटलमैन्स का मैच है, इसके बाद उसके बाद है फिर फाल्कन्स का मैच, उसके बाद है भाई वाइटलिटी केसी का मैच. भाई बहुत तगड़ा मैच है भाई आज.
And it is an
सारे तगड़े टीम भाई.
well put together performance from Rebellion. Like we said, we've not shied away from the fact that they've not been doing too well, too hot at the start of EWC, but this is a brilliant start to game number 4 for them.
गोल
Onto the
बच
double,
गया.
an even better block from Zach, and again, that man came out of quote retirement at 16 years old and has just absolutely taken North America by storm. First Killer still has his reset, he's going to use it, but the ball is taken away from his possession.
I mean, we are in France. That's probably average for retirement here. I'm not sure what the age is, but if it wasn't, they'd complain, I'm sure. Here is LJ around the corner. First Killer waiting for that one. Diaz knocks it, but Kofa was waiting. Brilliant positioning from Rebellion. Not quite as good a first touch, though.
Yeah, he wanted to get a little touch there, try and pop it. It's a beautiful ball.
गोल बढ़ गया.
What do I know?
And First Killer
SR का पहला गोल भाई.
for the killing blow. Kofa slows it down, then immediately dives straight onto reveal, and you see how close Rebellion play towards each other. That's what SSG
आजकल मेरे आंखों में ना इतनी स्ट्रेन पड़ रही है ना. किस वजह से पड़ रही है मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा है.
That close-knit form, and they can dive across, bam, bam, bam. All three
ये लाइट इतनी वो नहीं है जिसकी वजह से पढ़नी चाहिए मेरे को
That's what I was
स्ट्रेन.
saying.
किस वजह से हो रहा है मेरे
One
को समझ नहीं
thing
आ
from
रहा.
Kofa to really get that attack
तो वो
going.
लेने पड़ेंगे यार.
You know, those of us who got the
Glasses.
third sight are able to see what he was doing. First Killer tries to meet Diaz.
Glasses मंगाने पड़ेंगे.
Zach booms it forwards. Diaz is there, wants to get it on target, trying to thread the needle. LJ and Kofa both have to go for that one. It's a good double commit this time, and First Killer can't quite get the skim, but Space Station had to respect it, and that's opened up
Goal.
so much space. And
Bhai.
Kofa, on top of his moment of genius from
Guys, भड़क गए
earlier,
लोग कल की
gets
तरह.
another.
He goes
ये लोग भड़क गए कल की तरह.
on his own. It's a wide
और फिर मारेंगे लोग 7 गोल.
by the second, and the third is on target. The
फिर
possibility
भड़क गया कल की तरह.
as the infinity symbol shines in net, and Rebellion 2 in 1 minute.
Might be a third as well. Kofa again. He's sizzling hot right now. He goes to the ceiling, wants to get a floor pinch or a double. It's First Killer, tries to make it through, nearly there. Also LJ. Rebellion could kill this one, and this is off the back, don't forget, of Space Station's tactical timeout.
Yeah, that timeout buff has not been it at EWC this season in particular. It has not been as useful, as successful as historically it has been. First Killer, an opportunity to get it central, but it's pumped along in the end as SSG need to really turn this engine on, get that bad boy whirring, because Rebellion have started something that feels unstoppable here in game number 4.
First Killer up against Zach, and I'd be so curious to learn if coaches have realized that tactical timeouts were huge, so they're changing their own play style. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're going to change something, so we will change it too. Rather than let the tactical timeout be a surprise or an ace up the sleeve. One to ask the coaches, but this is one to just watch Kofa. He wants to get the double flip reset, can't quite do it. LJ shoots it a bit flat, falls to First Killer.
गोल नहीं हुआ भाई, क्या डिफेंस किया भाई वहाँ पे.
Desperation from SSG and Diaz.
It's a little bit too weak though from First Killer. I like the idea, it was a lovely reset, but any more speed on that, he could have sunk it. He now stays behind this ball with a series of lovely little chain dashes. Halfway through, SSG, very few chances on net until finally Rebellion, they have their opportunity, goes the other side into the near Psycho, on target eventually.
SSG का पहला गोल है.
Reveal lifts the curtain on what SSG have needed.
So much went on there. First, Rebellion had a chance. Then there was a lovely passing play to break out of their own goal by Space Station. First Killer almost gets the Psycho, just about misses, and it was read by SSG to put them back in this game. And Stumpy, we said that tactical timeouts didn't quite have the magic. 70% have been lost.
बीच से प्लेयर के कॉम्स सुनने देना चाहिए. नहीं, वो लोग का कॉम्स लास्ट में आता है जब जीतते हैं. Pass. Taking pass, ऐसे कॉल चलता
I
है.
suppose also, if you think of it logically, the team's already been losing.
I'm thinking south.
continuing that trend.
Pass.
Statisticians
ये कॉल ऐसे ही चलता है भाई.
that are a lot better than me will be able to figure that one out. Into the midfield though, this ball goes. Reveal with the pop. They still need one more goal just to secure a third overtime in a row.
Goal बढ़ गया.
Side post.
SSG coming back, guys.
Defense and fires up the cannon.
SSG will like भाई SR. कल तुमने मारा होगा भाई 7 गोल, 9 गोल. आज ना भाई. आज हम करेंगे कमबैक, करेंगे OT वापस से ये गेम.
He's getting into this one. The lean forward meme is happening right now for SSG. They're feeling it. That one goes all their way. Zach thinks he can go for it. First Killer prods it back, but it's going to fall to Reveal.
Onto the ceiling with a lot of speed, on target in fact, and First Killer's defense, him and Zach have an absolute parity at every level of this series so far.
First Killer has now hit 100 saves in Esports World Cup history. He's the third player to do so. They'll have to do more than save this game though. How about a monster assist?
LJ
मार दिया भाई
appearing
सारे
when
गोल.
he is needed most. That symbol is up. First Killer, the assist skim.
क्या एंगल करके गोल मारा है भाई.
See what Zach can do.
Crazy goal भाई, crazy goal.
It is nothing.
Crazy goal.
That's the confidence of knowing he's just made his 100th save in Esports World Cup history, the third player to do so. He's like,
क्या मतलब SSG का भी गोल आ रहा है.
I can do anything. Can LJ do the same? Rebellion had their lead back. They were not tilted. He will not be dragged down by Space Station Gaming. First killer goes for the skim. It's nearly there. LJ's got 100 boost, though, to the ceiling with him. Wants to get the second touch as well. A demo opens it up for him. Was it that cheeky Kofa again? No, this time it was first killer. Diaz gets it as far as Kofa. Running them ragged right now, SSG. Zach's taken out. LJ waits for this ball. Every time there's an SSG clearance, it's falling to a Shopify Rebellion player. LJ goes for the musty, but it clears across goal.
And SSG, they may well start to look desperate if they go 3-1 down in this series. Midfield, first killer, playing in offense, trying to get this ball in every which way other than into SSG's grasp. Zach has time at the back, but with no boost, he can't get too far. Reveal has to dive in, but that's a few vital seconds. Zach going for bumps, low boost. Zach can, rather, LJ can escape from that locked-on target. 30 seconds goal, and SSG, they're chasing one here. Rebellion are not making it easy.
Rebellion right now are making a huge statement that they are North America's #1 team. They are their present and their future, but LJ will have to defend against Diaz. LJ does just that. He's had such a solid game as LJ. Kofa up against Reveal. First killer there. The Shopify Rebellion rotations inch perfect as they try and see this game away.
Final 10. Kofa with 100 boost is going to make this ball
GG.
fly as far away from
SR ले गए भाई game.
as he possibly can.
SR lead करके guys 3-1.
From LJ. Anywhere to the floor, they're going to be happy.
SR lead करके 3-1.
Boost too. A block can come through, will be successful.
कर गई.
Next touch from Reveal stays high. Diaz, who's central for him. Zach, but he is
कर गए भाई
low.
3-1.
And a smashing to the floor puts Shopify Rebellion on series point, and they have one eye on North America's crown.
They're getting there, slowly but surely. A team that sleepwalked into this tournament are beginning to open up and play the way we know they can play. LJ truly waking up. It was a great save from Zach there. This goal actually was probably my favorite of the whole game. The counter-attack that first killer was almost able to turn into a psycho and then reveal red first killer.
अब चले गए लोग स्कोर में आगे भाई गरम क्यों रहा है?
When this one went in, you're thinking the momentum has swung almost permanently back to Space Station Gaming, but look at that touch from first killer, Stumpy.
And it only took 20 seconds for Rebellion to get the lead back. It's a stunning pass. It's a beautiful finish. And it is such a well-rounded team that Rebellion have shown up with today. You see fans in the crowd celebrating as they take down their third game. And this time, Diaz sits on top of SSG's points total. And it was quieter across the board for Rebellion, but having it be a lot more even was clearly still a winning
SSG का स्कोर अच्छा था तीनों प्लेयर का
Rebellion,
बट
they
जीत
were
नहीं.
getting anything on the scoreboard, and Space Station Gaming beating them all ends up in that regard, but as all football cliches will tell you, there's only one stat that matters, and that's the one next to the word goals. And Rebellion had 3 there. It was a counter-attacking game.
I mean, you talk about the counter-attacking, but I mean, the ball was in SSG's half for 66%.
Okay, last game
of
over,
that
guys.
game. And when SSG had their
Quarterfinal
chances,
one
they were
का.
shooting with 40% accuracy. So Rebellion quite happy to put it on target, or keep it.
क्या ये SSG का last game है? या SSG करेगी comeback?
SSG, when they were able to get anything towards the net in those rare opportunities, they were typically able to score them. But they need more possession here. Do SSG. That one was close, but it didn't feel like it for a large swathe. And Rebellion Cole, they sit just one away from our semi-finals.
It is a long way back for SSG right now. Rebellion did similar against Foot. And there
छोड़
have been
दिया.
plenty of comebacks, if not any successful reverse sweeps so far in Esports World Cup. It's the one thing we're missing, the last string to our bow. Maybe we'll get there over the next couple of days. No chance of that, of course, because both teams have got games in this series. His first killer can't get enough towards Zach's touch. LJ with no boost is able to defend his backboard still. And Reveal can take a couple of touches. It's a nervy start to this game, I feel.
I mean, there's so much riding on the line here. LJ has to get a convincing clear away again into the corner, making it awkward. Nice 50. 100 boost grabbed. Kofa is going to be able to clear it far. LJ immediately going for the bump. That's going to be just one
goal
of
पड़ गया.
target. Kofa, he has truly come alive in the latter half.
तुमको पता नहीं अंदर से क्यों फीलिंग आ रही है कि Shopify Rebellion जीत जाएगी.
Disappointing plays from himself and LJ, to be completely honest. But now they are up to that level that first
भाई एक ही गेम चाहिए भाई SR को भाई सेमीफाइनल्स के लिए.
First killer will offload the ball towards Kofa up high. LJ is midfield, but with no boost he can't follow.
भाई Zach को हर बार फोड़ ही दे रहे भाई.
First killer though is able to make something from it, still almost into the corner. Kofa, a man who in the last game only got 3 demos, so Space Station Gaming have certainly learned to dodge him somewhat. He gets the ball towards LJ. LJ, a couple of touches nearly there over the top. There's prods and there's jabs, and so far to me, Sumpy, it feels that Rebellion are looking more likely to get that knockout swing.
They're doing a lot of poke damage right now, and they're not necessarily breaking through the shields. Diaz just wide of target, and Zach with not quite enough boost to get himself around, and Rebellion's defense is fired up and ready to roll.
Yeah, Zach never looked comfortable. I think it was a scoring opportunity, but maybe he didn't realize how much time it had, and the ball was bouncing anyway. It was a tough one. Certainly a shot on target would have made the net ripple as Kofa almost gets that flip reset against Diaz. First killer gets it as far as he can and then stares down Reveal. Asks him what he's got. The answer is the ball red against him. Zach only as far as first killer maybe. No, first killer waits instead. Great patience right now from Rebellion. They know they don't have to rush, and SSG are the ones who are
guys आधा टाइम हो चुका है 2.5 मिनट
Early on we mentioned
अब तक एक भी गोल नहीं पड़ा दोनों तरफ से
SSG were setting their clock to this series.
गोल
It is now absolutely swung towards Rebellion. 3-1 is a stunning result so far. Job is not done. LJ wants to find the backboard, but Diaz is going to be there instead. Absolutely pings it back again. First killer a catch, wants him all to be a ball. 1-2. Chance for a shot to come through, but Diaz again a corner bound.
Reveal into the corner. LJ there again.
अटैकिंग तो बढ़िया कर रही है भाई SR
Get this ball away. There's a Rebellion.
बॉल उनकी तरफ ही रख रहे हैं भाई पूरा हाफ.
First killer getting that nibble there on Zach to give Kofa all the time in the world and all the space to go for the ball. Diaz loops it over his own goal yet again, but they are really piecing these chances together. Kofa up again. He wants to get the shot away. LJ watches to make sure the ball doesn't go over his head. There's got to be Rebellion soon.
And we're seeing just how close Rebellion do position themselves to each other. It's not really gone against them. It's Zach. He wants to set this series to himself. Isn't able to. Kofa only as far as Reveal. Set down for the double. First killer able to clear it away, but now not quite enough forward momentum on that shot as Diaz.
इतने सारे अटेम्प्ट किए भाई उधर गोल के.
From both of these sides, they are playing on thin wire.
Yeah, Reveal just about got a touch there that took it away from the strike of the Rebellion player. SSG will be well aware that one more goal may sink them here in the quarterfinal. Knock them out in the top 8. It's a huge clearance towards first killer from Kofa. That's how they got their winner in the last game, a big clearance like that. SSG didn't expect it that time, but they did this time. Oh, and that's a lovely finish, but first killer reads it. First killer, the
क्या डिफेंस था ये फर्स्ट किलर का. हेलो
Who else would challenge that so slowly to get the shot on target, and who would save it?
Goal! Oh my god, bro.
SSG, they continue pushing.
लास्ट सेकंड गोल मारा है भाई.
Diaz, that is a stunning series of play.
भाई ट्राई तो था फर्स्ट किलर का भाई, नो डाउट.
And they go ahead with 42 seconds left.
You can see from the crowd there how many missed chances there were, or how many great saves, I should say. Even Zach's final shot there was not easy. First killer covered most of the goal. Here comes Reveal, wants to get that pass into the center.
अब SR को मारना ही पड़ेगा. अब SR को मारना पड़ेगा. फर्स्ट किलर ने अभी 2 बार ट्राई किया गोल बचाने का, दूसरी बार बचा नहीं पाया.
But it's pinched to the side.
With a demo, removes
बॉल खुद की कॉर्नर से ऊपर.
entirely. The danger man, 20 to tick down. LJ finds Kofa. First kill is a question, and he may well be the answer. That can clear it. Left-hand wall. Final 14. It is becoming Rebellion full press.
Diaz to the side. First killer is there. He has boost. Gets a catch.
गाइस यही मौका है भाई. SR गोल मार पाएगा, रोटी कर पाएगी. यही मौका है. कर दो. LJ कर दे. फर्स्ट किलर आ गया भाई बैक करने, लेकिन जैक ने यहाँ पे डिफेंस किया गाइस. गोल. कोई कितना अनलकी कैसे हो सकता है, कौन सी टीम कैसा इतना अनलकी हो सकती है भाई. ये देख लो, दिस इज अ प्राइम एग्जांपल. ठीक है भाई, ठीक है. एसएसजी ने यहाँ पे कमबैक कर लिया भाई, रोक दिया भाई एसआर को सेमीफाइनल्स में जाने के लिए. 3-2 हो गया भाई यहाँ पे स्कोर्स अभी. भाई यहाँ पे क्या गोल बचा था भाई इसने. इधर भी फर्स्ट किलर ने बचा, बट दूसरी बारी में कोने में घुस गया बॉल. ये अगर नीचे नहीं गिरता और अंदर घुसता, एब्सोल्यूट सिनेमा.
He could have potentially with
absolute cinema जाता भाई.
Boosted into it, and maybe even just like get the catch like right on the front of your bonnet, and then just hop it over the line.
I was thinking when you jump just as the ball lands, and it's sort of like a half foot, and the ball stays like a.
लॉन्ड लाइक नहीं हो पा रहा क्या आज भाई. शाम की स्ट्रीम का नोटिफिकेशन नहीं पहुंच पा रहा तुम लोगों को भाई, छुट्टी के दिन. इस सेम जगह पे अगर मैंने थंबनेल पे ट्रेन लगा दिया तो ना लोग बावले हो चुके रहते.
Neo Tokyo looming in our windscreens. We're heading on over to Japan. So many key moments have happened here, infamous moments. Think of first killer as well. We can't go to this without mentioning it. That was then, and this is now. Rebellion, one game away, but SSG still alive.
We talk about the past of Neo Tokyo and with some of these players, but the future of North America rests in this series. First killer a backflip.
तो छुट्टी पे करेंगे वाह जरूर जीटेक सबको क्या हाल है प्राइस पूल क्या है आई गेस $2 million
Bear in mind that whoever loses
चेक करना पड़ेगा मैंने चेक नहीं किया
gets crushed. They are out of EWC 2026.
प्राइस पूल कौन देखता है भाई जीतो भाई वो मैटर करता है सबसे पहली चीज तो पड़ गया गोल एसआर का गोल पड़ गया क्रेजी
From the blind spot,
जीटेक सबको क्या हाल है प्राइस पूल बता रहा हूँ 2 मिनट
punts it, finds the top right corner. Crowd aren't happy. But Rebellion truly will be.
EWC का प्राइस पूल है $1 million
Up against first killer, and first killer another perfect block. It's a true captain's performance.
जो फर्स्ट आएगा उसको $4 लाख मिलेगी वो टीम को
I mean, so impressed with FK.
1 million
A player who has been so
1025
precipice, wanting to banish those demons. If he gets first,
$1 million $25,000
why not the world? Diaz wants to continue this pressure on. It's dribbled into the ball.
लो जी एसएसजी का भी गोल पड़ गया
And as everybody is caught slow on the ground, Reveal can sneak one home.
Yeah, LJ beaten to it by Diaz. Kofa was taken out by Zach as well, so a taste of his own.
तो मैटर इसमें पता है क्या करता है कि इसमें तुम अपने
Space Station Gaming
और के लिए जीतो अपने और के लिए जीतोगे तो क्लब पॉइंट्स मिलते हैं भाई
His first minute has been a micro.
क्लब पॉइंट्स के पैसे अलग है भाई क्लब पॉइंट का प्राइस पूल है 80 70 74 समथिंग कुछ $1 million है भाई
Small mechanical showing. Necessarily what Rebellion are after.
EWC क्लब रुक जा देता मैं प्राइस पूल आता है EWC
Snatching at the
Club
ball
prize
a
pool.
Rebellion until the shot comes through. Diaz to save. It's going to be trickling. Whoa!
$75 million है गाइस
No!
सोच लो और को मिलेगा $75 million
But that is the exact threat that SSG can put towards the Rebellion half.
तो सोच लो एक एक प्लेयर को बोनस कितना मिलने वाला है
Zach actually off the ground.
Kofa into the corner.
जिन लोगों ने पार्टिसिपेशन किया था
Instead tries to tee himself up, not going to happen. Kofa for Rebellion with the counter attack almost takes out Reveal. They've enjoyed that.
SGI तो क्या हाल है वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम
SSG goal. Zach comes forward this time.
कैसा है सब बढ़िया यार तुम बताओ
Hunt for blood himself. Reveal up against Kofa. LJ gets a reset onto that one as well to turn into a wave rush on the back wall.
सब बढ़िया तुम बताओ भाई कैसा चल रहा है इत्तेबाय
Setting it all the way forwards. Into-end stuff right now. No team able to really keep control of that ball. Great touch there towards LJ, and 2 Space Station Gaming players have to block it.
A brilliant ceiling pass
Guys,
from Kofa.
SR की टीम सिर्फ एक गोल पीछे है सेमीफाइनल्स क्वालीफाई करने के लिए लेकिन एसएसजी भी कोई अच्छी वो नहीं दे रही मतलब वन साइडेड भाई टक्कर दे रही है फुल यंगस्टर की टीम्स तो है का मग आज विशेष का स्पेशल मग 15 अगस्त पर ईटीएस की स्ट्रीम होने वाले इसके बाद एसएसजी ने दूसरा गोल मार दिया भाई क्वार्टर फाइनल तो हो ही रहे लेकिन क्वार्टर फाइनल के साथ आज इंडिपेंडेंट स्पेशल स्ट्रीम करेंगे भाई ईटीएस के साथ वीकेंड स्ट्रीम कह दे इसके बाद होगी गाइस वो स्ट्रीम लेकिन यूट्यूब पर होगी डोंट वरी वो होगा कुछ स्पेशल बाकी स्पेशल अगर खाने पीने का पूछे तो फिर तो एनएच के बाद 2 मिनट में गोल 2 सेकंड में 2 सेकंड में फर्स्ट टच में गोल हो गया भाई वाह भाई एसएसजी ठीक है भाई एसआर ने का गोल मारा भाई ये कट्टू कट मैच जाने वाला है गाइस पहला मैच ही कट्टू कट बताओ
And LJ has been the man to hold down defense towards the back frequently when FK and Kofa go for it together.
मैं पहली बार देख रहा हूँ इसका टूर्नामेंट होता भी होता है वाह एसएसजी का तीसरा गोल पड़ गया यहाँ पे अब एसआर को करना पड़ेगा कमबैक भाई मैं तो बोलता ये मैच भी ओटी हो जाए भाई एब्सोल्यूट सिनेमा आ जाएगा
And that's one of the few times he individually has been caught out. But he shouldn't have
भाई
been
बच्चे लोग का हाथ फुल गरम है भाई
He had to dive on it as momentum took him that way and trending
फुल
forward.
हाथ गरम है भाई
Not the right play in the end. SSG capitalized on a big error.
फुल लॉकड इन होके खेल रहे हैं भाई लोग
Straight from the kickoff. They have the control of the ball though. Kofa a couple of touches into the back wall.
मुझे लगा एसएसजी एकदम मतलब हार जाएगी वो ऐसा वाला हो जाएगा जिस हिसाब से कल शॉपिफाई रेबेलियन से अपना गेम दिखाया ना भाई अंडर एस्टिमेट कर रहा हूं मैं
Reveal to the side. SSG have control of this ball right now. That is
यार बेटू मोबाइल लेजेंड्स स्ट्रीम करूं या कल संडे स्पेशल मोबाइल लेजेंड्स मेरे को नहीं आता भाई अब मोबाइल गेम नहीं खेलता भाई
Kofa,
मैं मोबाइल गेम नहीं खेलता यार.
but instead it works out pretty well, becomes a threat for Zach, but as they've handily dealt with Diaz onto the ceiling, wanted the reset there, isn't able to get it, and LJ nearly slams it into him for a cheeky redirect.
LJ and Reveal in the 50-50. Diaz bops it towards Zach first.
बिट्टू बिलाई क्या विशेष नहीं मस्त आला दवा. What the hell? ना वो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है भाई. दारू वारू कौन पीता है भाई? ये सब क्या करते हो गाइस? मत क्या करो भाई. Drink water भाई. Rehydrated drink water. कैसा गोल कर पाएगी यहाँ पे? गोल! बोलते ही मारा भाई.
And first killer donning the armband absolutely dusts the final defender to the ball. Corner 2.
मैंने कुछ नहीं किया गाइस, बोलते ही गोल.
3-3 with a minute left. Cole.
मेरे मुंह से अच्छा लगता है गेम पलटने वाला. मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है. मैं कुछ बोलते हैं शांत रहता हूँ.
Just hoping this doesn't go to 7.
So many important moments here.
Last 1 minute guys.
One in the all-time Esports World Cup ratings.
आज ड्राई डे है भाई.
How many goals he scored? Will he get that?
लोगों ने तो स्टॉक अप किया रहेगा ना पार्टी के लिए, क्योंकि कल संडे भी है, आज वीकेंड भी है. फ्राइडे कैसे हो सकता है भाई?
I'm surprised about that, but First Killer was waiting for it, so maybe that was the plan. Decent challenge again from First Killer. It's going to be awkward to defend. Kofa tries to redirect it, leaves it instead for First Killer.
Reveal ने क्या ब्लॉक किया भाई?
LJ midfield, who's there first?
Defense होता भाई.
To send it long past the halfway line. Kofa has an opportunity to collect it.
इतना फास्ट बॉल पिंच हुआ फिर भी रिवील ने पे डिफेंस किया. क्रेजी भाई.
Does beat one. LJ can't make contact on the backboard. First Killer dives in, but only to make sure that he's
last 20 seconds.
SSG out.
What a touch that is from First Killer. Can't quite get the second touch though. Zach
40 होगा.
gets the challenge.
40 होगा guys.
Left. It's over into the
40 होगा भाई.
ways, but can't get there.
LJ now that final man. We've said that before. With no boost grab, leaves it for Kofa. Who's midfield for him? Who can help out?
होगा 40 होगा. 40 होगा 40 होगा. कंफर्म है नहीं हो रहा गोली.
Survive at least to overtime. It's dangerous. It could be a 0-second winner. Diaz runs it to First Killer. Saved by Zach.
Overtime secured.
मैंने कुछ बोला ही नहीं गाइस. मैंने कुछ बोला ही. तूने तो मेरे पे ब्लेम डाल दोगे कि तुम्हारे वजह से हुआ.
Can they force game 7? Diaz.
मेरे को जिंक्स नहीं करना.
This might be it. Deperia waits. First Killer saves them.
अभी गेम खत्म कर रहे थे भाई. SSG बच गए भाई.
Normality may well resume in this overtime. One ball central. Diaz to send it long. Who waits back? This time it's anybody but LJ.
SR ने गोल मारा. गेम खत्म. सेमीफाइनल चले गए. SSG बाहर.
One fake to Diaz. Who's going to be waiting back for this? Zach just has to arrest them.
वरना SSG जीत गई तो भाई और एक मैच खेलेंगे लोग. और वो फाइनल मैच पॉइंट होने वाला है.
Sees the top corner, but he cannot seize the day.
Yeah, it's a great block there from Zach. He had to watch First Killer all the way, but LJ's coming again. Wants to go underneath Diaz. He does do exactly that. Reveal the world's most confident touch in a horrible position. Now he's trying to turn it into a goal. What a catch that was from Reveal.
And First Killer, he manages to nip it again from the shadows. One pump.
मारा वही बोलता ना अरे क्या वाटर वगैरह नहीं सेव वाटर ड्रिंक.
A speed up from FK, who's central for him.
आई तो भाई ना मान रहे गाइस.
Diaz up against Kofa. LJ
next
into the corner. Diaz was tracking that one all the way. I think he'll have 100 boost now to play with as well. He wants to go high with it. First Killer says absolutely.
देखो भाई सबका अपना अपना हिसाब है. अब मैं किसको क्या ही बोलूं. Have fun. एक ही जिंदगी है guys. Have fun.
Play that game, LJ.
Enjoy your life. खुश रहो भाई जिंदगी में. गोल. What? गोल के अंदर से गोल बचाया उसने. Diaz crazy भाई.
Pushed back in defense over and over again.
Yeah, dicing with death as Diaz defends diligently. Here comes LJ. His shots. He's got the reset.
Goal. Oh my god. वो टच ही नहीं हुआ बॉल भाई. बॉल ही टच नहीं हुआ.
With one opportunity. He is alleviated with his responsibilities of the ball. SSG have barely had a sniff at offense in 2 minutes of overtime.
It's all First Killer yet again. Gets it over the top towards LJ. It's nearly
guys, OTO के भी 2 मिनट हो चुका है जस्ट सिंह. अभी तो गोल नहीं पड़ा. अब पड़ेगा गोल. क्योंकि मैंने बोल दिया ना गोल नहीं पड़ा. अब पड़ेगा गोल.
LJ keeps them under the cosh. This is unbelievable.
More chances emerge for Rebellion. The heat map going orange in the orange half. Reveal can't even get it past the halfway line. Shut down by First Killer, but counter-attacks have been.
Chupra bhai kya haal hai? Welcome to the stream. Long time no see, brother. What's up?
Blocked out by LJ. Up high.
Channel तो भूल गया मैं कैसा लग रहा है. कैसा लग रहा है?
And it's Reveal again. And Reveal really has been reading everything that's come his way.
क्या हाल बहुत दिन आया. बाहर आया. सब बढ़िया. Happy Independence Day, guys. जितने भी लोग अभी join किए channel पे. Make sure you guys like the stream.
Yeah, heavy hands there for that pinch. You can sense the nerves right now.
आज गाइस रात की स्ट्रीम पे आना, रात की स्ट्रीम में होगी फुल केडी बकलौली। गोल गोल एसएसजी ले गई भाई, 3 ऑल कर गई यहाँ पर। लास्ट गेम गाइस, अभी एक गेम जो भी जीता दे डिजर्व इट फॉर सेमीफाइनल्स। भाई हाथ कांप रहा है उसका। उसका हाथ कांप रहा है भाई। कुछ नहीं, एग्जाम वगैरह था। अरे यार ऑल द बेस्ट ब्रदर, ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर एग्जाम्स। माफ करो मुझे लगा सिर्फ एमएसटीज देखने आते हो। अब प्रेशर वाला गेम है गाइस, अब प्रेशर वाला गेम है ये, क्योंकि अब जो भी जीता वो गया, जीत गया। मैच पॉइंट पे घुस गए लोग, 3-3 स्कोर लेवल कर दिया भाई लोगों ने। कौन होगा गाइस पहला सेमीफाइनल एंटर करने वाला? क्या गोल मारा यार इसने।
He knows that First Killer wants to absolutely slam it the other side as they have been so far.
आप थोड़ा कम बोले।
Boosts so that First Killer can hear him and then ends up just waiting, sees his bad touch, can finally score against a very low boost Rebellion. It was so much pressure put on by SSG.
डियास का स्कोर, अभी इन दोनों का स्कोर क्या है?
And we didn't say as well. Immediately Rebellion made their own tactical time.
वेस्ट बंगाल आना पड़ेगा भाई मुझे, ठीक है? आराम से थोड़ा।
You know, the bright lights, the cameras in your face. Before they were welcoming, before they were inviting, celebratory, now suddenly they feel intrusive. After you make a mistake like that, after your team have lost, after being in such an attacking position, in such a great position throughout that.
हावड़ा P7 का डिलीवरी देखा? Yes sir, देख लिया मैंने।
Pitch control. You lose it and the air is just sucked out the room and it suddenly feels like a very lonely place.
Yeah.
And that's where you have to.
मैंने कल ही देख लिया था वो।
That's where you have to turn to your teammates.
जब कल रात में किक की स्ट्रीम चली थी मैंने तभी देख लिया था, मैंने बताया नहीं तुम लोगों को। मैं बोला रिवील होगा आज सुबह तो पता चल जाएगा।
There is one game now separating either from the throne, from the crown of their domestic region. One more set of 5 minutes. A single opportunity. And on Parc de Paris, one of them will go through into the semi-finals. They were facing off against
final
the
game,
best of Europe as
final
well.
game between SR versus SSG. Let's go.
These guys get to face off against one of two.
पहला सेमीफाइनल मिलने वाला अपने को।
Will be our site, our final battleground.
भाई भीड़ तो आई है भाई, भीड़ तो आज पूरा भरा हुआ है।
Incredible rosters.
Well, we predicted before it started that a game 7 maybe was potentially looming. And based on what we've seen so far, I don't think anyone's too disappointed that this one will go the distance. Rebellion must have thought they'd had it, but they got to keep on going. Space Station Gaming surviving. Here is LJ though. He gets a couple of touches. Once
ये 5 सेकंड इनकी पता है हार्ट बीट धक 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 ऐसा बाहर आ रहा होगा। 5 सेकंड बोला, 5 मिनट, क्योंकि 5 मिनट डिसाइड करने वाले कौन जीतेगा कौन हारेगा।
SSG, the survivors of North America, Reveal has this one.
और मैं इनकी जगह पर रहूंगा, मेरे तो हाथ पैर कांपना शुरू कर देंगे भाई।
Proper control of the ball, they did there. Reveal almost forced a goal, but there was a big save, pushing the ball to the side as Zach tries to get another one going. First Killer, key couple of touches, now up against Diaz, great challenge too. First Killer, that's more like it. Reveal, does he boom this one away? Yes, he does, but he follows it too. Kofa is taken out, not going to matter too much because First Killer had already pre-jumped and was waiting for that one. He just wants to get on the ball as much as possible.
Boost आ गया, boost आ गया।
Personality he has.
Great boost grab as well from First Killer. He'll just keep this attack going. It means that the SSG attacking player has to go back into his own half or at least root himself via some boost. Let's pop out as Reveal catches, and he really has been the silent master of this game. I've been incredibly impressed with what he's been putting forward.
Over on his own back wall. Ball was a little bit peeled away, so it won't be too easy to do too much with this one, but with minimal air roll, he makes sure to get as much distance on that ball as possible. Reveal gets it forward. Diaz is nipping at First Killer, but First Killer times his jump well enough to get it towards Kofa.
It's nipping at his heels, but First Killer keeping up that speed. With one play from Kofa, gets it around the top, but Diaz easily alleviates control of the ball from him. Kofa can't get a skim from there.
परश एक्सप्रेस को मिला हमारा लो जी एसएसजी का गोल पड़ेगा। परश एक्सप्रेस को मिला हमारे रीजन का ट्रेन। अब कुछ खाने रहने लगे हैं कि राजधानी या फिर सरायगढ़ को मिलना चाहिए था क्योंकि लेजेंडरी
and it must have felt refreshing there. And look at that explosion from Diaz. SSG believe.
And I believe it may well be the deciding
जरूरी थोड़ी यार हर बार गाइस हर एक ट्रेन है भाई जरूरी थोड़ी कि हर बार प्रीमियम गाड़ी कोई मिले हैं ठीक है भाई ये क्या बात हो गई कि राजधानी या सरायघाट को देना है There are many different trains भाई उनको दो
This is playground up in the skies, flying above the Eiffel Tower.
अरे यार मैं तो बहुत अच्छी गाड़ी है भाई
Down, but nobody to follow, only as far as Diaz.
Yeah, here he is, the goal scorer.
Second goal.
I think it was revealed.
Lodge. Diaz का दूसरा गोल आ गया. Finish by कैसे?
I don't know who went where.
Marushi Express भी legendary है, running for 42 years experienced. Experience क्या लिखा है ये? ब्रो भाई ठीक है भाई आज इंडिपेंडेंस डे है भाई. ठीक है भाई एक बार भी ऐसा नहीं किया कि आज इंडिपेंडेंस डे ओपी इन दिस चैट इंडियन फ्लैग एक बंदे ने चैट में डाला है एक्सेप्ट शाहिद भाई जस्ट सिंग
It will be their third game in a row, as you mentioned, Stumpy, if they can get it. First killer gets the catch. He has to get his team going again. He is the talisman that they need, but maybe Kofa can help out. First killer tries to take out
Diaz. सब बढ़िया यार गणेश भाई गए थे कि नहीं गए थे भाई सुबह
Coming back from 3 in such a low scoring
Flag hosting करने से SMP
defense from Zach and Reveal in particular. I'm so impressed with both of them. First killer, a little bit of time here, but Zach makes sure to shut that down as early as he can. Isn't able to, but does force that big pumping pass to come through. Both bumped away from it, and SSG, they will burn a little bit of time here. That is more than okay with the boys in orbit.
Great catch though from LJ. He has the flip reset. Can't do too much.
ओ भाई यार ड्रिबल क्या किया उसने बाप रे बाप.
With some follow-ups, it was Kofa in the end. Just a little bit too slow, a bit too languid. First killer. Towards Zach, more great
गाइस 2 गोल एसएससी को हो गए 2 मिनट भी नहीं रहा अभी तो एसआर हार गए भाई डोंट टेल मी एसआर हार गए एसआर को पूरा एग्रेसिव खेलना पड़ेगा और अभी एग्रेसिव एसएससी खेल रही है
They scored 2 in about 30 in previous games. They do not need to rush this.
Zach to the corner. Rebellion just can't keep control of that ball. Kofa up against Diaz. Lovely win there from Kofa. First killer catches it, almost gets the doink over the top. Nearly surprising SSG, but they refuse to bow down. Kofa beats a couple of them. There's always one more SSG player back.
Guys, रिवर्स स्वीप हो चुका है.
One clear away. 70.
ऐसे ने रिवर्स स्वीप मार दिया भाई. इतना बोलूँगा मैं. कम बैक कर लिया भाई. मेरा स्नैप मत खोलना स्पैम वाला फुल फसड़ आ रहा है बाप.
They're making it so hard for themselves. SSG
Terrible Ganesh back.
Horrible to play against. They will take any possession they can get.
Yeah, the way they play, they are one of the best at keeping a lead in all of Rocket League. So good at sitting those seconds. That one goes across the goal from LJ. Go for towards first killer.
बराबर शुभ्रभात.
One long clear here for SSG. It's going to burn down.
घर जा रहा हूँ अभी गेट. वाह.
Keep it close instead.
पांच पूरा दिन ही बाहर थे वेरी गोल. ना. क्या एसएसजी हार गई. एसएसजी लीड कर रही थी भाई 3-1. एसएसजी बोलो सॉरी एसआर. But SSG did it.
It's all just vital seconds though. In the final 15,
भाई यंगस्टर्स की टीम ने कमबैक जो किया है भाई. ऐसा भाई डिजर्विंग विन भाई. जीत गए भाई SSG. First team to qualify for semi-finals guys. मैं अभी से बोल दे रहा SSG है. ये did it भाई. कमबैक कर दिया. ओए उन्होंने छोड़ दिया. उन्होंने छोड़ दिया कंट्रोलर ही छोड़ दिया. ये did it भाई. पहली टीम क्वालिफाई कर गई फॉर सेमीफाइनल्स. They did it भाई.
Where the young blood emerges, led by their Brazilian talisman, they go to shake the hands of Rebellion. A Rebellion who will be
PMC में कौन सा CST में सुबह होता है 7 बजे फ्लैग होस्टिंग. PMC हेडक्वार्टर्स के बाहर.
Space Station Gaming's day.
मतलब बहुत कुछ है और अच्छा कहीं नहीं दिखेगा यूनिक बोल तो अच्छा. मैं घर गया था 12 बजे फिर 6 बजे. अच्छा मैंने वोट किया था सीसी को. भाई यंगेस्ट स्क्वाड जीती है भाई सेमीफाइनल्स के लिए. भाई उसका हार्ट रेट क्या बढ़ गया रहा भाई आईसीएल का.
And SSG have got a lot to be proud of, Cole, but job, my friend, is not done just yet.
No, of course. They'll be keeping a close eye on who they'll be facing in a later round.
गाइस दूसरा पोल आ रहा है. अभी से डाल देता मैं दूसरा पोल. NIP लेकर जाएगी या Gentlemates.
I know I keep saying this every day, but how entertaining is this game? Incredible scenes in our first quarterfinal here. SSG through to the semis, and I'm standing by with Reveal. You never stop believing, you never gave up.
Yeah, that's right.
7 बजे तो मैं सोया था, 9 बजे घर से निकला.
Where does that belief come from when it gets so tough out there?
Just my teammates, honestly. Like, we all just push each other forward all the time.
पहली टीम क्वालीफाई कर गई भाई.
Any win feels incredible, but how different does it feel when it's a regional rivalry like that? It's not an international one. It was a chance to prove how good you are in North America.
Yeah, I'm just 100 times more happy that we beat First Healer.
Really? Tell me why.
I don't know. I don't think he's good.
I mean, do you think that there's a lot of talk at the moment about how young you are as a team, but maybe
आप FCN
everybody should
क्रिकेट
just start
26
talking
क्यों नहीं
about how
करते
good you
stream?
are as a team?
I mean,
FC में सीख रहा हूँ.
just needed some experience, and now that we
और
got
क्रिकेट
it, I think
26 मेरे पास नहीं है, क्रिकेट 24 है मेरे
have
पास.
a good tournament going forwards.
और क्रिकेट
Does it
24
give
की
you
मैंने
an
स्ट्रीम कर रखी है
advantage,
ऑलरेडी.
that youth and energy coming in? Do you feel like
क्रिकेट
there's
मैचेस
less
वैसे होने चाहिए ना, तभी तो
expectation on
करूँगा.
you?
Kind of. Yeah.
Do you want to go crush a key?
Yes, let's go.
Let's go and do it, Reveal. We've just seen the key crusher revealed behind Reveal now as we walk over here for the first time on Saturday. Our key master will join you here and talk you through it. SSG, what a performance, what a battle that we've witnessed here. What a series to start off the day.
लो जी गया भाई की.
Shopify really spent this tournament fighting
Shopify
back
रेबेलेंस का
from
की
the
गया
edge.
भाई.
This time,
कल जिस हिसाब से इन्होंने गोल मारे थे 7-7 9-9 गोल
off it.
सब टुकड़े हो गए भाई.
Reveal brings the key crusher crashing down. Now I asked you just one last question, Reveal. I asked you briefly a moment ago, just before we came on, do you think you can win this thing? And you said maybe. I think your fans believe that you genuinely can. What are your thoughts on whether or not you can raise that trophy tomorrow?
We just have to keep on being confident and play our game, and maybe, I don't know, it will happen.
All right, thank you so much for the interview. Congratulations on an impressive win. SSG moves on into the semi-finals.
कल तो रहा है टेस्ट श्रीलंका. टेस्ट कौन खेलेगा, पागल हो गया. टेस्ट क्रिकेट 24 में खेलूंगा, उंगलियां दुख जाएगी भाई खेलते खेलते. मैं 5 ओवर का मैच भी ढंग से ना खेल पाऊँ, तुम टेस्ट खेलने की बातें कहा रहे हो. ठीक है भाई. गाइस अगला गेम होने वाला है निंजा सिंह पजामास वर्सेस जेंटलमैन्स बेबी. आज के चारों गेम भी अच्छे होने वाले हैं भाई. गणेश भाई अगर आप स्ट्रीम पे हो तो थोड़ा टाइम बाद मेरे को याद दिलाना कि थोड़ा टाइम बाद ही लास्ट गेम में मेरे को याद दिलाना कि स्ट्रीम शेड्यूल करना दूसरा वाला. राइट साइड में कर दूंगा मैं स्ट्रीम शेड्यूल वहां से. सेकंड लाइन, अगर वो हमें भुला के खुश है तो शिकायत कैसी. अब हम एक सेकंड ना बहस ना एडवर्टाइजमेंट चल रहा था, कम करता. अगर वो हमें भुला के खुश है तो शिकायत कैसी. अब हम उन्हें इतनी खुशी भी ना दे तो मोहब्बत कैसे. अरे अरे क्या हो गया भाई शुभ्र भाई तुम्हें. मोहब्बत की बातें कहाँ से हो रही है भाई, क्या हो रहा है भाई. और पीछे चेस चल रहा है भाई. हाई आईक्यू वाले जितने मेरे चार्ट पे देख लो, पीछे चेस चल रही है भाई बहुत भयंकर. मैग्नस कार्लसन बैठा हुआ भाई इस तरफ. बेचारा भी नाने बराबर. बीच में पैरों से खेलते हैं. पैरों से खेल सकते मतलब.
Playing against Magnus Carlsen, it seems like this one's a definite. I'm not gonna say it is, but it seems that way. Magnus
PUBG का सीन चल रहा है guys. EWC का सीन है.
Points on the board, but more importantly for AGL, they're at the top of the leaderboard at the moment. Want to try and run away from Falcons, who were both locked down in that 3-4 playoff. So they guarantee themselves 500 points, and they're getting just ever so closer to AGL's heels. So a win here.
मैंने थर्ड गेम तक आगे देखा. थर्ड गेम तक जो चल रहा था, 7th गेम जो चालू हुआ तुम्हारा, मैं वहां तक देख रहा था. अब इसके बाद क्या हुआ है. हाँ एनएस ने चिकन मारा था, मैंने वहां तक देखा. उसका किसने चिकन मारा. S2G. ओके. औरंगोटन थर्ड आई. गाइस नहीं हो पा रहा यार लॉन्डो. कितने गेम बचे और. तीन गेम बचा है.
on the floor.
3 गेम में 3 गेम में 30 पॉइंट हो सकते हैं भाई दोनों टीमों के.
Watching the games, checking out the games. But before we get into the Rocket League West, any other things you've been checking out here at the Esports World Cup?
कल स्मैश रूल तगड़ा लगने वाला है भाई. क्या गॉडलैग और ओरांगोटन कर सकते हैं 60 प्लस? एटलीस्ट यहाँ तक तो पहुंच जाए. मिनिमम इतना तो कर ही सकती है. मिनिमम 60 चाहिए अगर स्मैश रूल हिट करना है तो, वरना तो मुश्किल ही है भाई. मैच देख रहा था, PMWC का मैच देख रहा था मैं. प्रणब भाई, thank you for 24 months मेरी जान. Freaking 2 years baby. Thank you so much brother. Long time no see. क्या हाल है प्रणब भाई? Welcome to the stream. कल किक पे आया था मैं CS स्ट्रीम विद मेहुल भाई, और स्ट्रीम में बिना चैट करे सो गया. सुबह तक किक चालू था मेरा. वाह. तो गणेश भाई आपने कल बहुत कुछ मिस कर दिया वालों की स्ट्रीम में. आपको तो पता ही नहीं कल वालों की स्ट्रीम में क्या हुआ. कल वालों की स्ट्रीम में तो बुम्बा हो गया. कल तो वालों की स्ट्रीम में मेरी इंडिपेंडेंस डे बन गई भाई, जो मैंने सोचा भी नहीं था. उंगली नहीं दुखेगी टेस्ट खेलते हुए, तो इसीलिए उंगली कर दूंगा मैं आके. कल 64 प्लेयर में से 20 को मालूम पड़ा मेरे को गणेश भाई क्या सिनेरियो हुआ है, इसलिए कल मैच ही बंद करना पड़ा. 3 गेम में से 1 चिकन और किल्स, मजा आएगा भाई लेजिट. एक टाइम पे तो ओरांगुटान और गॉडलैग के फाइट हो गया था एक मैच में, जहाँ पे एनएस ने आगे चिकन मारा है. दोनों इंडिया की टीम आपस में भड़ा भसड़ हो गई दोनों की. 2 साल हो गया प्रणब भाई. क्रेजी यारो, क्रेजी मैन, क्रेजी. गाइस लाइक करो यार स्ट्रीम को, मेक श्योर गाइस लाइक द स्ट्रीम फटाफट से, क्योंकि आज रात की स्ट्रीम पे तुम लोग को मजा आने वाला है भाई. क्या हुआ वालों में बताओ समरी, वो तो किक की स्ट्रीम पे जाके देख सकते हो भाई तुम. पिन कमेंट्स में लिंक है, जाके चेक करो. तुकाराम मुंडे निकल चुके हैं. मुंडे सर अब जाके पेरिस में इन्वेस्टिगेशन करेंगे कि हुआ क्या है. ऐसा यूजुअली होता नहीं यार ये सारे इवेंट्स में, बट अब क्या हुआ, क्या सिनेरियो, अब क्या बोल सकते हैं गाइस. और जितना मुझे पता है यूरोप कंट्रीज में खास करके पेरिस वगैरह पे जगह पे फूड को लेकर बहुत ज्यादा कंसर्निंग रहता है भाई उनके. बट हुआ कैसे उसके बियॉन्ड, तो अभी वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन जब होगा तब पता चलेगा भाई क्या कांड हुआ. एंड सबसे अच्छी चीज ये कि आज सब लोग खेल पा रहे हैं, वो एक सबसे बड़ी चीज है, समझ रहे हो. अगर आज खेल नहीं पाते ना प्लेयर्स, फिर तो जीजी था भाई, क्योंकि पूरा EWC का स्लॉट लेफ्ट राइट कर देते लोग. बाप रे, इसका ब्लेजर पिंक कलर का कितना चटक कलर है भाई, आंखों पे आ रहा है भाई. फैंस खड़े हो गए भाई, जेंटलमैन्स के फैंस खड़े हो गए भाई. PMWC में ग्रुप स्टेज में जो टॉप 6 मारा था ना अपनी दोनों टीम ने, सोचा इस बार सबकी चड्डी खोल देंगे, पर ग्रैंड फाइनल्स देख के रोना आ रहा है. ग्रैंड फाइनल्स बहुत बुरा जा रहा है भाई. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए ग्रैंड फाइनल. आज लास्ट 3 गेम में एटलीस्ट क्लोज टू 60 रहना पड़ेगा इनको मिनिमम, अगर कल स्मैश रूल हिट करना है तो, वरना नहीं जीत पाएगी. टॉप 5 भी कुछ नहीं जीत पाएगी भाई. कैसे पानी भर गया, लाइक करो उसमें पानी भर गया.
Why did you get called out on the stream earlier this week? I don't hear you, Pocket. I don't hear you. Okay. T'as mute, je crois, non? Can you hear me now? I see you over here. I don't hear you. Can you see me? Brox, okay, I hear you. I see you. Do you hear me? You can't hear the stream. They hear. Perfect. It's loud in here. It's so loud. It's so loud. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's okay.
It's okay.
We'll come back. We'll come back to you. We'll come back. There's a lot to talk about, though, with the Gentlemates, and it's awesome to see Brox here, one of the biggest YouTubers. He's a Call of Duty pro that started the Gentlemates alongside Gotaga. They've got Squeezy in the mix. They've now got one of the biggest names in Rocket League co-streaming, Hercules. The fans have been watching this team for years. Will this be another opportunity at an EWC trophy in 2026?
Man, this definitely could be. The mates, they have been on an absolute run all of this season. I expect nothing less here, especially with the fans, right? It plays a huge part into the mentality of feeling like everybody here is on your side.
Chiefs, can you hear me over there?
I can hear you. I got you.
Excellent. It is roaring in the arena, and I have a feeling the Gentlemates fandom is going to be on one side of the stage. Does this affect NIP?
I think NIP kind of knows that they were never going to be the favorite, no matter what, so I'm not sure they're too worried. There's also a lot of veteran presence over on NIP as well. I think they're familiar enough with playing in some hostile environments before.
And of course, they've got the megaphones, they've got the drums, and that young lady in the blonde that just walked off camera at the very bottom, she has been drumming for 6 weeks straight. Make it 7 if you include Major 4 back at Paris for COD. We are also here in Paris for Rocket League. What has been the story of European Rocket League? Is this the strongest division? Are we going to see a future champion coming out of this match?
There is definitely, well, there is a very good chance, yes. I anticipate anybody from Europe should always be in that top 4 somewhere, but I will argue Mina has looked insane, and the way the bracket's playing out, somebody from either should end up there somehow.
Well, speaking of Mina, Twisted Minds was representing Mina, and they had to go up against NIP, who dealt them a Game 5 loss. So let's take a look at some of the big highlights here, because you're going to see some names over and over again at Chiefs. Who's their top striker on this squad?
Yeah, over on NIP, it's probably going to be a mix between Yorius and Oli. I'm not sure if you could really go definitively one way or the other, but you can always trust CRR on the defensive side of the ball. He's always been a top quality defender for a long time.
I'm right there with you. It's kind of whoever you're getting on the day. The other day here at EWC, Oli absolutely had stepped up. He was completely disgusting. You knew that if Oli had the ball in the space, that ball was finding its way in. But on the flip side, Twisted Minds it's a blind hat trick of who decides they want to be the man that day.
I like that. You got 3 weapons. The opponent never knows which one is going to be the sharpest. CRR has done a fantastic job of demoing folks. He's done a great job on the save side. Where has his impact felt most in Rocket League?
Oh, that kid is everywhere.
He's good.
He's really good. He truly could be a difference maker if he decides to step up in this one. I got to take a look back at his stats over, compared to yesterday, but I don't know. I think
let's take a look at some of these stats, guys. I've got 2 fantastic stars to look at. CRR on your left, Oski on your right. If you're looking for goals, clearly the man for the Gentlemates has had that position. When it comes to saves, CRR has been back in the net. Achieves, are you looking forward to a showdown between these 2 players?
Yeah, I would
definitely
like to see it. I think
कुछ भी गोल मारेगा देखना.
Take CRR positionally. That guy's always in the right place. Exactly.
और Gentlemates के फैन भाई खड़े हो गए भाई सारे.
Gentlemates is a fantastic roster for a reason.
Elise, how's your French?
Oh, oui.
I like that.
I have a feeling we may be listening to a little bit at the end of this matchup. The fans are going wild.
Why fans? Why crazy fans? Why?
NIP definitely going to be the underdogs. Are they the statistical underdog as well?
Yes, definitely. Well, definitely is maybe.
All right, give me like a percentage.
But do your hot take, Achieves.
Percent win for chance for NIP is probably like, I'll give them 40. 60-40 feels all right.
What did you give them in the match against Twisted Minds?
Like 30, probably 30.
Andrew bhai, kya haal hai? Welcome to the stream, brother. What's up? Welcome.
Do good things or bad things for NIP?
I think it does bad things, honestly. I think the Gentlemates run on adrenaline, and it's all here for them. We'll see.
Gentlemates running on adrenaline seems to be the easy answer for a lot of us.
अरे बाप रे 88% Gentlemates को वोटिंग किया हुआ है भाई. हमारे पोल में क्या चल रहा है? हमारे पोल में भी 80% है बेट. ठीक है भाई.
And if you thought it was loud right now, off camera, I see a sea of turquoise and pink walking in for the Twisted Minds. They are coming over from another arena. We have PUBG Mobile, we've got chess, we've got Rocket League, all going on live here at EWC. So if you haven't already, open up your YouTube browser, open up multiple tabs, and watch all of the action, because we are just jumping into the quarterfinals. Final predictions. How many games, Elise?
All the way to the end.
Gentlemates in 6.
Gentlemates in 6. Gentlemates in 7. Gentlemates in 5.
Whoa!
Ice cold.
this every time, but being around the Gentlemates fans is so contagious. Lou, you got this.
Yes, I got this. Lucas,
Oh, bhai.
NIP, what do you want to say to NIP?
We are coming for you. Go back home.
अरे भाई, go back home बोल दिया.
Go back home, you guys are crazy. Oh man,
कल का किकर स्ट्रीम जो भी मिस किया बहुत बड़ा मोमेंट मिस किया हाना.
We've already seen one team in SSG lock in a semi-final spot here at the STC Arena at the Esports World Cup in Paris. It's time for another Europe versus Europe, and the home crowd are going to be going crazy for this one.
NA versus NA wasn't disappointing at all. Game 7 games. I feel like there's going to be the same.
भाई ये बंदे की फिटिंग बहुत अच्छी है भाई, टू बी ऑनेस्ट बताओ तो. इसके कपड़े बहुत अच्छे फिट होते हैं भाई. ऐसा तुम मेरे को अगर कपड़े वपड़े के हिसाब से बोलोगे ना, इसके हर एक कपड़े सूट करते हैं भाई. बंदे की फिटिंग बहुत क्रेजी है भाई कपड़ों की.
A chorus of boos. Who'd have thought it? But nobody had NIP cruising through the upper bracket on their bingo card. These guys do not mind. This team has made a habit out of being awkward, stubborn, and extremely difficult to
और मैं बड़े मोमेंट से क्लिप भी बनाना भूल गया. कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं अनुरुद्ध भाई. स्ट्रीम पे जाओ वाली स्ट्रीम पे जाके तुम कर सकते हो क्लिप आउट और टाइटल डाल देना. एक पे तो इजी है क्लिप करना, बहुत इजी है.
You know them, it's Gentle! They bring the noise, but right now
भाई जेंटलमेट्स के फैंस भाई कितने ज्यादा है भाई, कितने ज्यादा है. पूरा एरिया भरा हुआ है जेंटलमेट्स से. अरे बाप रे बाप.
Games can disappear very quickly.
There's a festival atmosphere here.
भाई क्या फैन बेस है ये.
Looking to crash the party.
मैं लेजेंड बता रहा हूँ, अगर NIP ने जेंटलमेट्स को आज हराया, जो पूरी क्राउड बैठी ना इधर खराब हो जाएगी भाई.
Thank you very much. I want to hear from you boys. Archie and CRR, of course. CRR, first of all.
भाई CRR की टैटू क्या है ये हाथ में?
Not allowed on this stage. When I'm on the mic, you can't just wish good luck to the other. So you know that Gentlemates are going to be having a fourth player with them. Are you scared about it? What do you want to tell the Gentlemates fans?
I mean, really nothing. I've already been in a situation like this, and I can see Carmen Core fans too. So it's just another noise in the crowd is fine.
Just a little more noise in the headset, of course. Historically, Archie and IP have been a difficult team to beat. Why is it going to be different today?
I mean, the heavy favorites, they went through uppers and we went through lowers, so it's going to be a hard game.
It's going to be a hard game. Is that all you got for me?
Gentlemen's hard game बोल रही है.
Let's see the match handshake, and I'm going to let you boys get back to the team. Gentlemates versus NIP starts now.
ऑलमनी का क्या हुआ? ऑलमनी का मैच अभी नहीं है, बाद में. इसके बाद है. दोनों टीमें ऑयल मनी है. टीम फाल्कन्स और टीम ट्विस्टेड माइंड्स.
We just saw the dark horse of North
इसके बाद वाला मैच
America, SSG make it through. I think it's fair to say that NIP is the dark horse of the EU.
Well, you know, it's interesting because Archie just said that NIP is ahead.
आज मैच से लेट चालू है 100 मैच, मतलब लेट नहीं चालू है, लेट शेड्यूल्ड है क्योंकि 4 ही मैच है ना. पेरिस के 4 बजे चालू हो रहा है मैचेस, मतलब हमारे यहाँ के 7:30 बजे. और मैं 2 बजे से उठ के बैठा हूँ हेलो की तरह. ठीक है भाई. उससे बेटा तो मैं 4 बजे तक सो जाता है यार. क्या यार, कल एक बार शेड्यूल देख लेता ना मैं. कल मैं रात को चेक भी कर रहा था, मैंने शेड्यूल चेक नहीं किया, मैं कुछ और चेक कर रहा था कल.
They don't show up for the playoffs, at least not in the RLCS majors. I've got to see it to believe it.
Well, which players are you looking at? I know for me on NIP, I was highly impressed by Holy in the matches leading up to this. He seemed to be the
आप लेट है अनुरुद्ध भाई, एक मैच ऑलरेडी हो गया खत्म. SSG करके क्वालीफाई फॉर सेमीफाइनल्स, पहली टीम थी वो. शॉपिफाई रेविलेज चली गई बाहर. निकल पकड़ो उनके साथ.
I'm looking at oksbi for mates. He's I think had to play second fiddle to Nas for most of the season because Nas has been just extraordinary with the level he's played at. But oksbi for this team is equally effective in my opinion. These are the 1-2 punch. Archie at the back holding it down. So I'm looking at oksbi to keep up his incredible form that he's had at the Esports World Cup so far. I do like that you mentioned Oli though for NIP. He's the player who needs to be consistent because time and time again throughout the season,
oksbi ne khel liya na, khatam hai bhai game.
there are those random games where he just makes
फिर
unnecessary
तो NIP का GG है भाई अगर oksbi ने खेल लिया तो.
in particular, giving away free goals. That's the thing that I want to see NIP avoided.
And you talk about giving away free goals. That is not
क्योंकि एमेट का ऑलरेडी आईजीएल खेलता है, आर्ची खेलता ही है, बट अगर oksbi ने खेल लिया तो खत्म है भाई, सब खत्म. GG वेल पेड कर देगा.
Up to this point, so Gentlemates have a strong defense. Will NIP be able to punch through? Already we see Jorius on the attack, but Nas, nice play on the back wall.
Yeah, early threat there from Jarius. Nothing that mates can't handle, of course. Like you mentioned, #1 defense, equal with vitality for the event so far, but more impressively, they're only letting in a goal per game. That's
क्या ब्रेक मार के रोका भाई बॉल को.
as the tournament progresses.
उसको दिख रहा था वो सामने से आ रहा है हिट करने के लिए, उसने ब्रेक मार के रोक दिया बॉल को, उड़ के चला गया वो सामने से.
So that just shows you how deadly.
कंट्रोल तो था भाई बॉल के ऊपर.
I think for NIP it's more important that they start well. Gentlemates can come back. They've done it time and time again this season. They'll have the belief from any deficit in this series, but NIP, you know, if they go down early here, if they start to take some L's, lose game 1, lose game 2, I think the heads could quickly go down.
Archie's going to go for a pass in field. oksbi.
ये लोग फ्रेम वाला रिबाउंड गोल बहुत अरे
The setup's starting to come for
करता है. कल भी एक दूसरा टीम कर रहा था, वो करना ज़्यादा इजी है ना. रिबाउंड गोल मारना ज़्यादा इजी है. हम लोग रिबाउंड गोल इसलिए मारते क्योंकि हम लोग गाड़ी रिकवर नहीं कर पाते पटक से. ये लोग रिकवर कर लेते ना. रिबाउंड गोल मारना इजी है क्योंकि तुम गाड़ी को एंगल कर सकते हो बॉल के हिसाब से, तो वो डायरेक्शन में चली आएगी बॉल. गोल. एमेट ने गोल मार दिया.
What a fake flick by Archie. Completely fooling the goalie, who was only in that position. You know, the ball wasn't really sitting in a position he could rip a flick with, so it's smart, even if he didn't plan that when
Gentleman से बोला तो ये tough game है, but
really good adaptation to just fake that one out. Are they going to concede? No, off the inside of the post.
अभी गोल पड़ा था बच गया.
The kickoff goes the way of NIP. And we're talking all about Nas, all about oksbi. Archie's the one who gets the first goal with a solo dribble.
Oh, गोल के अंदर से बॉल बाहर आई है भाई.
Narrowly being saved. Nas gonna try to keep this in the corner. Steals the corner boost. CRR 16 boost left. It's around one. Tries to 50 it. It's back to Oli. Oli has the challenge. Now Archie another.
गोल पड़ गया.
Archie is the tip of the spear for Gentlemates.
एमेट का आईजीएल भाई.
Too good, too quick. Nas lost the race to the boost, but it didn't matter because he still got to the ball first. Jory is usually when you win the race to that boost in the back corner, you can get to the ball as well, but he got tripped up in the exchange.
आईजीएल को गुड बताओ.
He couldn't recover for the goal line save.
टीम तो मारेगी.
Saw Oli and Jorius both on that back wall. Somebody needed to be up in front of that shot. NIP giving Gentlemates that space. Now CRR off the ceiling. He's going to look for Oli. Oli goes for the shot, but a save from oksbi.
oksbi ने क्या बॉल बचाया भाई.
Passing play from NIP on the transition. Just rapid on the counter attack. Gentlemates, like we talked about, are so difficult to score on. NIP are pushing themselves to the limit. They've hit the post in the follow-up attack.
And Archie's moving this ball upfield. A lot of people talk about Archie's defensive capabilities, but this game it's been all offense.
2 मिनट है भाई NIP के पास. मैं तो जीत पहला गेम.
And oksbi on the back line as well. Just going to show you how well-rounded this Gentlemates team is.
They're really forcing NIP to be perfect in offense. NIP have already shown that they're trying to play as quickly as possible, but they're also trying to be as accurate as possible, going only for the corners of the goal. They've got to take their time a little bit. Gentlemates are not going to let them score with the first shot on many offensive presses. You're going to need to keep them in defense for a bit. You're going to need to take one shot, second one, then maybe after the recoveries start to slow down, you can look for the goal.
Nas trying to control that. Out to the middle. Oli interfering. CRR doesn't have enough boost to go for the double. Does get space for Jorius to take a shot, but Didn't have a lot of boost himself. Shot wasn't that threatening. Now another infield pass. CRR up off the ceiling. Now to the backboard. It's through, but the defense out in front prevents Jorius from taking the shot right away. But Boost is in trouble right now. Poor Gentlemates. You can see everyone's low. There's a demo as well. Jorius slowing things down.
Dodge कर गया. Goal.
The defense apart. Big
God dribble किया भाई वहाँ पे.
That's more like it from NIP. They're not rushing the shot.
क्या ही dribble किया भाई ball.
Give CRR time to
Full time लिया यहाँ पे dribble करके भाई नास.
And then he picks a spot in the top corner. Jorius has been so composed with every celebration this weekend, whether it's a goal or a game or a series win. He's just waiting, leaving the celebrations till later in the tournament.
Stoic. You see another demo from behind. Patience on display from NIP in that last play.
Goal, clean goal for Ahmed bhai.
A 2-goal cushion with only 45 left. That is a big goal for Gentlemates.
Yeah, it's too simple.
Lag gaya NIP ke.
Close there. He's hoping
Lag gaya NIP ke bhai.
wins the 50 forward so that he can get a head start on the race to the ball.
Lag gaya NIP ke.
He's gone backwards. That would be okay if Jorius is sitting off a little bit deeper. The synergy letting down. Ninjas in pajamas there. They're off the post again. Follow-up comes through. It's gone backboard and then post again. How many times have we seen this game? Gentlemates, they've conceded their 1 goal a game, their average. Are they going to concede another? They do.
भाई 30 सेकंड है हो सकता है. हो सकता है भाई goal. NIP कर सकती है.
Gets that tip into the middle and then immediately goes bump mode on Nas. Nas, if he
अगर नास को लेके चला गया भाई वो अंदर गोल के अंदर.
Very smart play from CRR.
And he's done that on both of the goals. So Gentlemates capitalizing with physical play. They know that the shots are not going to be good enough. Got to combine it with something else. They've got time to work with here. NIP push Gentlemates back again. Gentlemates just looking for the hard clear. Oksbi rips a redirect into the backboard. They've got to be careful here. As NIP counter-attack though. They've got momentum here. They've got Gentlemates backwards in defense. Chance to tie the game.
नास ने का बॉल बचाया भाई.
Oksbi gonna try to guide this to the ground. Still alive. Jorius going for a bump.
Possible है. Possible. Goal. What? भाई ये क्या हो गया?
Mere centimeters off the ground, but it goes in.
Another bump this time.
भाई last second में गोल मार दिया.
The ball to the backboard. He bumps the goalie.
0.00 में गोल मार दिया उसने. OT कर दिया गेम. अरे माँ.
To Oli. They didn't know much
ओ
about it.
भाई.
Into overtime we go.
भाई क्या गेम था ये?
Unbelievable from Oli.
क्या गेम था भाई ये?
Can they take advantage of this extra life that they've been given?
भाई ये क्या देख लिया भाई? ये क्या देख लिया भाई मैंने?
No kickoff shenanigans, no immediate advantage. This is going to be.
Oh my God भाई. एमेट के मेंटल को तो बहुत गंदा तोड़ा है ये चीज ने. बहुत गंदा तोड़ा है भाई. अगर ऐसे मोमेंट्स होंगे ना गेम में तो ओपोनेंट का मेंटल बहुत गंदा टूटता है भाई. बाप रे बाप. निंजास इन पजामास भाई कुक्ड भाई. रोहित भाई क्या हाल है? वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम भाई. ये क्या देख लिया भाई?
Real save from NASA as well. It looked like that was going to be enough to close the game.
What a OT भाई. What a OT.
The determination from NIP is undeniable.
Yeah, Oli keeping the shot high enough as well. It looked like it might just graze the grass on the way in, but it did make it. And that was after the favorable corner bounce as well. As many famous 0-second goals in Rocket League history have required a corner bounce.
भाई ये हिस्ट्री बन गया भाई. रॉकेट लिखा. ये OT हिस्ट्री बन गया भाई.
Nas ground to air with a full tank. Gets the reset. He's going to push
forward. Oh my God.
Pinching it hard out. Oli playing phenomenal.
क्या चल रहा भाई? उत्कर्ष 1 मिनट 37 सेकंड्स पीछे जा भाई. ये गेम OT कैसे हुआ एक बार देख ले भाई. बाप रे. बाप रे बाप. जो मैंने देख लिया भाई मैंने आज. One of the best चीज मैंने आज Oracle Day विटनेस किया भाई.
What angle was that? I don't know how he got that close to the goal. Great attempt there by Jorius. Gentlemate saved by the post. Another chance for Jorius. He can't get it past the attacker this time. The defender, I should say. But they've got Gentlemates in a tough position. Archie with a huge clear. Oksbi knocks it on a little bit further. He's got more in the tank. He gets beaten by Jarius, and NIP are starting to win those midfield races, James.
They certainly are, and you saw how much boost was wasted by oksbi as well. We've seen NIP be able to pick apart Gentlemates when they've been
इनके पास तो boost ही नहीं है. NIP के पास तो boost ही नहीं है.
Nas, pass off the corner. Archie trying to tip it up, but no one was there. Now Oli looking for a 50, doesn't find it. Nas against Jorius. Jorius shuts it down. It's a second touch, and you can see that slow down oksbi.
Lovely touch again by Jarius. He's just getting perfect contact on the ball. Very precise touches. And that's always a sign that a player's on their A game. Will he be able to maintain that through a long series with overtime already extended to 3 minutes? The series just gets that.
Guys, 3 मिनट हो चुका है OT ओके. अभी तक गोल नहीं पड़ा है. दोनों टीमें ट्राई हार्ड कर रही है भाई. लॉक्ड इन भाई. क्रेजी गेम भाई. मैंने बोला था गाइस आज चारों मैचेस है इंसेन. पहला मैच तो इंसेन हुआ ही हुआ. ये भी इंसेन जा रहा है भाई. गोल भाई. oksbi द गोट. एमिट के लिए स्कोर कर दिया भाई. oksbi द गोट.
Just great read by oksbi. He saw Oli trying to cut the rotation and take him out of the game. So he just waited instead of diving into the first ball, getting dusted by Oli.
पहला जाली में ड्रिबल करता है. पहला मैच ऐसे जीत गई. भाई कमबैक किया एसएससी ने वो गेम में. 3-1 से कमबैक किया टू बी ऑनेस्ट. टॉप वेरिएबल इसको घर भेज दिया भाई. 3-1 से कमबैक.
Wow.
But the grit, the determination, the perseverance from Gentlemates, and also the star player stepping up. Everyone's been talking about how good oksbi has been on offense, and he really came through in a huge moment for Gentlemates. If they lose that game after giving up that 0-second goal, that can really take the wind out of your sails.
Dachi loves it. Not the cleanest that we've seen from them over the Gentlemates view party.
Your hands are definitely shaking.
800 ये 800 almost भाई क्या स्कोर है ये बात.
Throughout the day, if Gentlemates can keep playing like this, I still love that. This moment from oksbi in all the pressure, more than 3 minutes of overtime. NIP have come back with a 0-second goal. He still has the composure to just take his time diving in for that last goal in OT. It would have been easy. A lot of players would have just rushed that, got beaten to the ball by Oli, and then
favorite map लगेगा Japanese map.
So oksbi really heads up play there, the top scorer in the tournament.
Very offensive game. Weren't really expecting that with Gentlemates only allowing a single goal per game up to this point. That game had 30 shots and still 25% shooting across the board. So lots of action. Not just a defensive showcase this time.
क्या गोल पड़ेगा?
NIP also a bit of a slow start. We'll see if they can pick things up from the very beginning. Now going for a bump, but Nas again makes that save. Nas.
भाई सारे बॉल तो हम छोड़ देते गोल बोल के कि गोल पड़ेगा अगर.
So far.
ये तो डिफेंस कर रहा था.
That's the last guy you want to see back when you're trying to go for an irritable bump goal. Nas, very, very familiar with defending that position as the EU 1v1 champion in RLCS this season, and a long-time top player in that game mode. I think it was Archie and oksbi double committing in offense that left him alone at the back, but I mean you've got Nas in defense and you've got Archie in defense. These guys, if you're going to leave somebody at the back by themselves, it doesn't get much better than the quality of defense Gentlemates have.
That is why they are so hard to score on.
ये गेम में ना इन लोग के प्रो गेम में एक चीज देख लिया गाइस. रॉकेट लीग में 3 मिनट से एक प्लेयर के पास बॉल रहता नहीं है. लो जी सीआरआर आईजीएल ने गोल मार दिया.
Gentlemates running out of boost. CRR still had to get the top shelf for the goal here though. It's exactly what he does with the ceiling double tap.
3 सेकंड से लोग अपने पास बॉल रखते नहीं है ना. रुकने देंगे भाई सामने वाले भी आके छीन के लेके चलेंगे बॉल. गोल. One more. Oh डिफेंस था.
Yeah, I think the focus for NIP has been all about the speed. And that's
छोड़ दिया भाई
been a
oksbi.
big part of their season so far, is trying to beat their opponents to the ball. To stick to that plan when you're up against players as fast as Gentlemates, I mean, it shows the confidence these guys have in themselves. They've been EU's 4th team, sometimes even 5th team, but they're still taking it to one of the big 3.
Well, you heard in Jorius' interview, they're trying to change things up. They're trying to get to that
next level. आप घर कब आओगे?
They lost to Rebellion, they lost to Twisted Minds before. At this event, though, they flipped the script, beat them both. Made it to the playoffs through the upper bracket. Now they're looking to continue that success here.
Oh,
double demo!
Clean goal! Clean goal! कोई सामने आया ही नहीं भाई, लेके चला गया वो बॉल, सबको फोड़ दिया भाई उसके बंदे ने। पैकअप भाई, सबका पैकअप।
And he is just so animated on absolutely every goal, while Jory is like
पूरा रास्ता खाली कर दिया भाई। मेरा बफर कर रहा है, बिटरेट इशू है। तुम्हारा बफर हो रहा है भाई, मेरे साइड से कुछ नहीं। रिफ्रेश बेबी रिफ्रेश। 15 मिनट में पहुंचना ठीक है, बस मेरे को मैसेज कर व्हाट्सएप।
It just goes to show you how smart CRR is. He has such a high Rocket League IQ. He makes those plays. That's why he's such a tough defender to beat. But even there, off ball, still making an impact. And even in game 1, the demos that he got in the bumps that he got paved the way for those goals as well.
Did you see Ollie's face up there?
I did not. What did
he missed the ball and he just looked confused at himself. I don't know if we'll be able to get a replay of that later on, but that caught me off guard. I'm sorry, Chase.
That's all right. For me, I tunnel vision on ball and boost.
Oh, Ollie's just hilarious. He's usually just quite like Jory is. I think it might just be the Dutch. They're just so sort of emotionless, and like you said, so stoic in the way that they react. But occasionally he surprises himself. And I don't know, you remember he accidentally ground pinched an open net and hit the crossbar. He did the same thing. So he's on form today, Ollie, off the ball. Let's see, let's get their first goal of the game. No follow up at the back post. Jory takes it clear.
I don't know if I should be worried. For NIP, things are working out. Double flip reset, bounces right down to oksbi. Ollie to Jorius, Jorius to CRR. CRR up off the ceiling again, but this time can't get a bump or get a touch on the ball. oksbi trying to receive it. oksbi has Nas with a little bit of boost in the middle, but Nas doesn't want to commit. Now he does. Nas back down to the ground, goes for a 50, but couldn't stay behind it. And precious time continues to tick away. NIP up by 2 goals. Gentlemate still scoreless.
It's good 50s in defense by NIP, staying goal side, not letting Gentlemate dunk the ball towards the NIP goal.
एक मिनट रह गया गाइस, एमिट का एक भी गोल नहीं हुआ अभी तक।
We combine the start of this game.
हो गया क्या 1-1?
Last one. Not almost the entirety of game 2, really.
करता by 1-1.
NIP have got momentum. They were the team making the comeback before the OT win for Gentlemates against the run of play. Could easily be a third here as they put pressure
shot on goal hai bhai.
CRR's past one. Only Nas able to stop him in that one.
Good vision from Nas. CRR was hunting for the bump. If he lands that bump, it would have been another goal for NIP, but doesn't really matter. 30 seconds left. NIP still up by 2, about to get a third, but Nas there to get a block again. However, Gentlemates stuck playing defense, have not been able to figure anything out on the offensive side of the ball.
It's great stuff from NIP. Defending by attacking. The recoveries have been fast enough that there's no real danger. Looking for the third here. They should be able to close this one out without too many issues.
Gentlemates
score right now, and they don't.
1-1 भाई, 0 भाई, 0 गाइस, गोल ही नहीं करने दिया भाई एमिट को।
NIP
गोल ही नहीं करने दिया भाई।
Defense by attacking. They did not turtle up. They kept going all out, all out, all out. It seems like a different NIP out there on the field.
Yeah, this is the best they've looked
Gentlemates के फैन शांत हो गए।
season. I'll be the first to say it because I'm waiting to see it. Now I'm seeing it, and now we get a bit more excited about their chances to win this. And remember, this is a team who have come from the upper bracket, so easily their best LAN run, most consistent LAN run. CRR has been a big part of that. Physical plays in game 1 brought them back into it. Physical plays in game 2. Get the win for
Home team को bully.
And it was a
और fans बहुत नाच रहे थे ना, बहुत नाच रहे थे भाई।
You asked, it was delivered.
लेकिन नहीं, एमिट भाई, एमिट के प्लेयर ने रिस्पेक्ट किया भाई NIP को। उन्होंने बोला है भाई, it will be a tough game. आर्ची ने बोला है भाई, it will be a tough game.
60% of the time it was NIP.
देखा होगा कल लोग ने WhatsApp चेक किया होगा इन लोगों का कि प्ले स्टाइल क्या सीन है, तो पता चल गया रहेगा लोग खेल कैसे रहे।
They had the results and they shut out Gentlemates. Impressive game.
They really have picked their moments. They've been so good with the timing of the bumps and
भाई अभी
demos.
देखा क्लीन गेम जीता भाई लोगों ने पहला गेम इतना क्लोज जाने के बाद.
Unlike, you know, sometimes Space Station Gaming who are racking up the numbers. The demo numbers are just unbelievable, but the goals don't come to match it on every occasion. But NIP have scored with such consistency on so many bumps and demos so far. That's something Gentlemates are going to need to look out for.
Specifically, CRR.
Yeah.
CRR successful in those bumps and demos. It has made a difference. NIP very well could be up 2 games to nothing if it weren't for that great play from oksbi. We are tied at 1
यार ये
game
फेनिक की
apiece.
स्किन कुछ ज्यादा ही अलग है गाइस. सांप के चमड़े से. गो.
The Bows punched in.
ओ भाई.
But Jorius did some real work there, Johnny.
सेव तो किया था लेकिन भाई. बैकअप. क्या फॉलोअप लिया भाई. एरियल में लोग इक्वल कॉन्फिडेंस दिखा रहे हैं मिड के साथ. डिफेंस में भी दिखा रहे हैं. डिफेंस में तगड़ा है.
Advancing the ball while he flip resets. Completely catches him flat-footed. NIP are rolling right now. Like you said, they could easily be up to 2-0 here. Gentlemates have got to switch this up. They've got to hit NIP with something a little bit different.
Jorius really brings that dynamic.
फॉलो अप ऐसे होता है. फॉलो अप हमारे लौंडे बूस्ट लेने भाग जाते हैं भाई अपने गोल पोस्ट में.
Where you have that one player. Or sometimes you just have to hold your breath
Hard
and wait
buddy.
to see what they do. Archie, no boost. We'll need some help. oksbi also no boost. Mid picked up by Archie. Archie's going to try to control it himself. Back down to the ground. Wanted to get the musty, but had that shut down pitch from Jorius. So send it back to the corner where
EU लग रहा है मेरे को तो एने का तो ये लग रहा.
Pushing out. There's one reset. It's a touch. CRR there for the stop. Ball left for oksbi. oksbi almost slotting it. Rebound also blocked. NIP being tested on defense, but they passed that one.
oksbi tried to catch 2 defenders pre-jumping there, shooting at the bottom corner where they were both positioned.
NIP one more goal. एमेट के जीत जाएंगे भाई.
Very unlikely you're going to get both of them pre-jumping over the ball.
एमेट आज हारी ना.
It looked like it nearly worked out.
एमेट के फैंस भाई. और गोल पड़ गया.
CRR easily passed 2. Only with a finish. NIP are making it look progressively easier. See, Archie just could not get there. And there's obviously no one in the back. I thought there had to be, but it's just...
Well, it's CRR playing upfield. It's, you know, it's the disruptor style. As first man, he just turns on that ball and makes the play, gets it up the middle. Looked like it was going in anyway, but Oli to punch it in.
Oh, wow.
And even that shot didn't have enough authority on it.
Yeah, that was lacking a lot of power. There was a lot more power available to Nas that he didn't find. That's a, you know, talk earlier on about a sign that a player's playing well. If their first touch, if their precise touches they're going for are working out, like Jorius was in game 1. Another a sign that players having a bad day is if their power
all out
shots
stack
are
के
lacking
चक्कर में
power.
डिफेंस खाली रह गया. यहाँ पे अपनी टीम में चलता गोल.
oksbi looked honestly pretty frustrated on the play after they conceded the last goal. It's not going well for the mates.
Wonder if the timeout would be called after a loss.
अब इनको पैसिव खेलना है भाई.
Still time.
अरे गोल. अरे क्या बचाया. ओ बाप रे बाप.
Save. Still more chances for Gentlemates as NIP's boost runs low on 2 other players. Just Jorius with 100. And it's going to be Jorius with the clear. Just looking to buy some time for his teammates to get back into the game here. Oli's just on small pads this entire sequence though. Hasn't been able to find 100 and now it gets stolen from under him. He's looking for a way back into the game.
Archie up to oksbi. oksbi, corner double, lets it through, but no one was there for the shot. No one was far post.
एमेट के लग गया भाई. कल जिंक्स कर रहा था, बोल रहा था गोल नहीं हो रहा है. आज बोलते ही गोल हो रहा है. आज एक्चुअल में रोहित भाई कुछ उल्टा ही हो रहा है भाई. From the first match. आज कुछ बोलते ही गोल पड़ रहा है भाई आज.
They've conceded more than their tournament average of 1. So it's both ends. Surely no. They can get one. No, Oli again with a save. The 100 boost spawns perfectly for him. Great defense by NIP. They're completely outplaying Gentlemates at the moment. Gentlemates still looking for their first goal in almost 10 minutes. It's crazy to see them being held at this low of a goal scoring tally.
Especially when oksbi's been a top goal scorer at this event. NIP have figured out how to shut them down, at least for now. Still a minute left. NIP Up 2-0. Looking to get one more insurance goal here with this attack, but Nass intercepts. Flip reset, doesn't get it. That's another sign, I think, Johnny, of when you're not on your game.
Yeah.
Flip resets.
America comms.
Yeah, all those precise mechanics. It's a dead giveaway. Flicks, resets.
और एक गेम निकाल के भाई NIP.
You know, if they're not coming through, sometimes you just got to
अब टाइम आउट है. ये गेम NIP जीत रहे टाइम आउट है भाई.
Gentlemates for them. That's 50s back to teammates. It's been the dribbles today as well that have resulted in goals.
20 सेकंड में 2 गोल तो भाई मुश्किल ही है भाई.
They need one right now. Time is running out for the second game in a row.
Oski desperate to get one. Final 10 seconds. Archie, the little lob. It is awkward right here for NIP. Might get one. That's saved down.
CRR का डिफेंस भाई. अब टाइम आउट है.
For NIP.
अब टाइम आउट है भाई. NIP doing good भाई.
So good. This is.
मैं अच्छी बता रहा. आज अगर एमिट को यहाँ पे हराया.
And especially in playoffs.
ब्लंडर कर देगी भाई NIP भाई पूरे लॉबी में.
What a time to produce their best Rocket League at the Esports World Cup against the hometown favorites. And they're all showing up. Jorius with the 1v3 solo play. Only coming in to finish it up, but Jorius took everyone out of the game there.
Yeah, Jorius. He's an Esports World Cup MVP.
एमिट का हराना मतलब गाइस समझ लो साउथ अफ्रीका को क्रिकेट में हरा रही है भाई.
CRR back when it was Gamers 8. He's made the final as well. These guys have all done it.
और किसी को हराना मतलब ऑस्ट्रेलिया को हरा रहे भाई.
Gentlemates are really struggling. They've called timeout here. Not surprised to see that. 2 games without scoring.
ओली का 700 स्कोर है भाई.
I think that's probably the biggest worry is you've got Nass who at the start of this series was playing phenomenal defense, but offensively haven't really gotten to see a lot of production out of
ओली ने
Nass.
सेव करके गाइस 700 स्कोर पे. हमारे लौंडे तो सेव करके भी पता नहीं नीचे ही झूलते रहते हैं. मैं नाम ले लूंगा पे किसी लोगों का बस.
Really, that's been the saving grace for Gentlemates.
जो लोग समझदार हैं उनको पता है किसकी बात कर रहा हूँ.
Imagine they lost that game. That this would be match point for NIP. That really is.
बताश यार ऑन इन बोल के कोई तो है गड़बड़ा.
He has given him, but for Nass, he's gonna have to clean it up. You saw the missed power shot, missed resets. You could just tell that you're not quite in the zone, and it's tough to get back into a good mindset mid-series. But that is what these timeouts are for, to try to get that mental.
आइवन ने तो गेम ही अनइंस्टॉल कर दिया. उसको तो पूछते भी नहीं है अब. उसको तो काउंट भी नहीं करते भाई हम गेम में.
And find that consistency and find that confidence because they're going to.
Rocket League में तो आइवन को काउंट भी नहीं करते.
Absolutely are. Snasky's got to do his best work right now. He's got to give them a motivational speech. Gentlemen's fans are trying to lift them out of the hole that they're in. Like you said, I think they're honestly lucky to have a game. That win in overtime came against the run of play largely. I think NIP have been the better team for about 80% of the minutes played.
Really, just aside from the start of game 1.
Yeah, decided to start game 1, the overtime goal. That's where Gentlemates were firing on all cylinders. But once NIP got going in the second half of game 1, they've not stopped.
No, CRR has been a thorn in the side, playing that disruptive first min. 10 minutes without a goal. We'll see how long the drought continues for Gentlemates. Can NIP keep this train going? Archie to the corner.
Ivan is so dark they can't even see him. What the hell?
Got the reset, tried to push it to
the back for racist,
but he shut down. However, the shots being peppered. Archie will go for a back pass, but Oli intercepts.
Great cut. Oli completely surprising them there, taking the back pass away. It's been mostly CRR in those positions today. Whenever CRR gets forward, he's causing mates problems, and he has, for NIP, been the most advanced player, farthest forward of the team. About 35 to 40% of the time in the games up until now, with Oli actually sitting the deepest of the 3 on NIP.
And that makes sense because we've seen Oli get quite a few saves. Jorius gets a big one there. But CRR, that double demo from behind, the bumps, the demos, the eye test backs that up. Oli trying to get back to the ball, does, but it's a very light touch. Oski will be able to stay on it. Oski to the opposing corner. Stop by CRR, who's taking it past the midfield. That little touch gets
A clean goal, clean goal. Oh जी. फिर से guys IGL ने ही गोल मार के शुरुआत करी है भाई NIP के.
He's got no boost, but he's still got the tiniest amount on it to take it past the last defender. He's having a bit of a laugh at that one.
And that has to be tilting for Gentlemates.
It's tilting for the fans, clearly.
Fans trigger हो रहे हैं भाई.
Believe what they've just seen.
Fans trigger हो रहे हैं भाई हमारे के.
Simple plays, the zero boost touches like that can do enough to get the ball past. Gentlemates off the timeout, still not having any success.
Timeout burned. The drought continues. We're approaching 12 minutes without a goal for Gentlemates. Oli, reset. It's back to the middle of the field. CRR gonna air dribble this up in the air, trying to throw the defense off.
He's leaving it hovered. He's looking to tee it up for Jorius there, but Jorius decided not to go, which is fair enough. You don't really know when the right moment is to go there, when CRR is just doing his best seal impression underneath the ball.
Ultimate होना क्या ओए भी लेगा भाई.
Get a ball, but it's just bait. You go for that, you get burns. Jorius didn't want to take that risk.
And he might pick up on a bad clear as well. When the ball's not moving in the air like that, it's a bit harder. Yeah, the defender might not get a good clear on it, might not get the power, so like that. We're seeing the restraint from NIP. They're picking the right moments to send the house. This could be one of them as Jorius.
Nice try भाई. बाहर लेके वापस आ गया. तोड़ दिया उसकी.
Misses the target by a fair margin.
NIP has approached this very tactically. You even saw that in the first game when Jorius was picking the low boost defense apart bit by bit. Seems like it's a different NIP. So surgical, so calm, so confident. They've been getting results. Nass tries to 50 it through. It's off the bar. Going for a double, doesn't hit it. Archie can't find the shot either. And now Nass has to slow things down. Does so effectively.
दो बार बाहर पे मार दिया बॉल.
Such a good defensive play by CRR. He was forced to jump early by a bump off the ball. No problem, just hovered in the way. Got enough on it to save it towards a teammate. And there's the demo on recovery. Almost creating another goal for NIP, but they got to be careful here. That was a risky pass attempted. Didn't work out. Now they're pushed back into the corner.
And really fortunate for NIP that Gentlemates didn't do more with that. That was a clear numbers advantage for Gentlemates on the counterattack, but they couldn't get the ball and get a quality pass or shot. Offensive woes continue to manifest for Gentlemates. Approaching 14 minutes without a goal.
It's crazy. It's just crazy to see what a performance it's been for NIP. A team who have come so close to success at the very start of the season. Took KC to 7 in the kickoff line in December. They've yet to replicate that sort of success later on in the year, but no better time to do it than EWC. RLCS Worlds coming next month. NIP putting their name in the conversation.
Archie trying to make things happen all by himself. Oski flip reset off the corner. That's broken up. Nass.
Guys, I bet goal नहीं मार पाएगी क्या ये भी? 1-0 जीत रही है क्या? Ninjas in pajamas. After timeout.
Archie has Nass in the middle, but the pass doesn't find its way there.
There's not enough on it. Oli saw it a mile away as well. Oli demos the
फिर Oski
defense.
फूट गया.
Archie has to make a touch here. He does. With 15 seconds, he's got to make more than that happen. Gentlemates for the third game in a row, scoreless, and they're about to run out the clock. NIP in offense again.
Goal! Oh! Hard luck, bhai.
We saw a 0-second goal already in this series, but it won't happen this time.
Bhai, NIP lead कर गई.
Unbelievable.
भाई NIP लीड कर गई गाइस. Gentlemates के फैंस को शराब करा दिया है यहाँ पे.
Gentlemates have got some losses on their resume, but none of them look like this. NIP have completely outplayed them. They've been faster, they've been more clinical, they've been more physical. Look at the touch there from
that
CRR.
touch, and that was the difference.
Unreal.
That was the only goal of the game. That little touch from CRR. He's at a massive boost disadvantage, but it doesn't matter.
The little steer to the right was all he needed. And then again, they closed out a game in the offensive end. They didn't panic, they didn't retreat, they didn't get cagey, didn't go back to defense. They just keep the pressure on, and Gentlemates are in real trouble.
भाई साहब आ गए हम
Gentlemates
घर अच्छा
struggling
घर पे आएगा
back to back shutouts.
You know, Gentlemates have played good defense most of the tournament, but
And I mean, this was not bad defense
it
either.
wasn't bad.
Holding to 1, they've got the best defense here. That was their average. They held NIP to a single goal. But offensively, you look at a player like oksbi who's leading the charts for scoring. You're expecting him to come in here and play at that level and make an impact. He did in game 1, but games 2, games 3, games 4, no one has been able to break through. Somebody on Gentlemates needs to step up. Otherwise, their Esports World Cup journey will come to an end here.
Guys, one more game, Ninjas in Pajamas. Qualify कर जाएगी as a second team for semi-finals. अगर ये game जीत रही है तो वरना Gentlemates comeback करेगी for sure. और ये game भी full SSG और SR के साथ जाएगा भाई. क्या मतलब NIP first round जबरदस्ती हारी माइंड गेम प्ले था हो सकता है भाई स्ट्रैटेजीज होती है भाई कुछ लोगों की यूजुअली ये वाला हरकत मैं भी करता हूँ ताकि सामने वाले को लगा कि हम लोग कमजोर है फिर अपनी ओरिजिनल स्ट्रैटेजी यूज करना शुरू करो जो ऑलरेडी बना के आ रहे हैं एक्चुअली मैं करता हूँ मैं
CRR shot is wide. That was a great scoring chance for NIP. Gentlemates a little bit lucky that didn't go in.
ये मैं रियल लाइफ में भी इंप्लीमेंट करता हूँ सारी चीजें
The presence of mind to slow the ball down like that and outplay everyone.
पहले खुद को एकदम डल दिखा उसके बाद
disappointed he didn't hit the target. He's got another chance here though to redeem himself. Wanted the fake flick. It's worked.
डिफेंस तगड़े है भाई एमिट के तगड़े डिफेंस भाई
This is where they've been able to keep Gentlemates for the majority of the match.
लग गया पनौती मैंने क्या किया मैंने प्रेडिक्शन नहीं दिया मैं जस्ट बता रहा हूँ नॉर्मल
Defense has held firm enough for Gentlemates. Also NIP finding that precision, at least in these early opportunities, but the possession is there. NIP still
सब रैंक पुश में होता है प्रो सीन में भी होता है भाई
Gentlemates trying to break out of their half.
ब्रेन गेम्स ऑल अबाउट मेंटालिटी गेम वो बात है कि हर किसी की मेंटालिटी हर किसी का सेम नहीं होता डिफेंस भाई CRR
It's just awareness from CRR. He knew there was the chance of a counter, so he sat deep. No, NIP have been advancing the defensive line when he's needed to. He drops back with the goal line save. NIP look poised to add another key to their resume. They've already got such an impressive run this weekend. Take it down Shopify. We wondered if that would be possible, given the fact that Shopify have owned the matchup this year. Twisted minds as well.
Goal!
Prey to this team. You know, they've just been
क्या सेव किया भाई आर्ची ने भाई
at their best by a fair margin.
आईएसएल कैरी चल रहा है यहाँ पे
NIP has hit a different level, that is for sure, Johnny. Always seen them as that lower seed out of Europe, but now they are looking like a top dog.
Oh, not that he's going to be too happy about this at the moment, but Archie has just become the 4th player in Esports World Cup history to hit the 100 saves tally. Saves aren't going to get the wins here, though. Need to get goals, Archie. Need to get up and challenge this one. He does. 2 minutes left in the game. Still no goals for either team. Another worrying aspect of the match for Maze. How long has it been since they've scored a goal?
NIP one goal, bro. One goal.
We are going on.
NIP just only one goal. You are away. One goal away.
18 minutes without a goal.
Are you Charias in the 1v2? Making it look easy. NIP just cannot be scored on.
NIP, their defense has delivered. Still scoreless. Last game was a 1-0 game. It was an unbelievable 0 boost play from CRR that got NIP that one goal. But now we see
गोल पड़ गया एमिट का गोल पड़ गया भाई इतने टाइम बाद
So it can happen. NIP can be beaten to the ball and they can be scored on. oksbi breaks the deadlock. Will it be the opening of the floodgates for Gentlemates?
It took 18.5 minutes to get that one.
होम क्राउड को शट करने में अलग फन है भाई मत कर भाई मत कर देखो अपना क्रिकेट का दिन आ जाता मत कर भाई भाऊ 19 नवंबर भाई नहीं बोल सकता भाई मैं मत कर मैं समझ सकता भाई होम क्राउड को शट अप करना क्या बात है
With the 50 pushes it back into NIP's half. Got the corner boost as well. Nas trying to control it at the midfield. Oli patient. CRR 6 boost.
क्या मतलब एमिड कमबैक होगा? हो सकता है इतना इजीली तो एमिड जाने देगी नहीं ये.
Gentlemates happy to tick this time off the clock.
Absolutely, they'll take anything at this point. But
उत्कृष्ट भाई मैंने मैसेज देखा डाला है आपको देखा नहीं था बस.
Attacker playing for the block there. Neither made contact. Archie has it for free in the back corner. 100 boost to his name. Once again though, these air dribbles are just getting shut down at the start. At the takeoff. And Oli staying up for this one. The time's getting away from NIP now.
मैं तो सो गया था सूर्य का बैटिंग वेरी रियलिस्टिक.
Only 0 boost.
भाई जो दिल टूटा था ना भाई.
What he had, CRR waiting. The boost stealing is very effective for Gentlemates.
लो जी एमिड तो लेके आ गए भाई स्कोर. 3-2 कर गए.
Gentlemates look like they may have done enough to survive, but we've seen a 0-second goal.
Oh, hold on.
We saw it in game 1. What happened in game 5?
Oh, yeah.
No,
3-2 कर गए.
Gentlemates.
अब फैंस आ गए. अब फैंस आ गए. अब फैंस आ गए भाई. अब तक शांत बैठे हुए थे.
To get this game win.
Yeah, Oski winning game 1 for Gentlemates in overtime. Winning game 5 for Gentlemates in regulation. And that right there, that could have been it. I mean, CRR's got to play it high to get past the goalie, but had that gone in, Gentlemates would have just been devastated because Jorias, before that, outplayed them with one of the cleanest plays we've seen all day. Let's see how NIP respond to a bit of adversity. It's been a while since they've faced them.
NIP चल रहा है.
A little bit of a cushion.
NIP के fans आए कम है ना.
Another 4 shots this game. Their offense has not been stellar, but their defense has done enough to get them this win. A shutout. This time against NIP. NIP held scoreless.
Yeah, and NIP, they're not going to change anything here. They're just going to keep doing what they
Time
have
out
been
ले सकते हैं भाई. ऑस्की का मुंह लाल हो गया भाई.
They've been the team higher up the pitch.
Could have won that game had that CRR shot went in.
Yeah, for them, they're going to look at that as just, you know, the random loss, but let's just keep chugging along. If we do go to game 7, we might see a slight switch up from NIP. Don't expect to see anything too different here. Will they continue to have the overall advantage like they've had for the vast majority of this series?
Game 1, a bit of an anomaly. 4-3, very high scoring. These last 2 games, just 1-goal games.
इनका हार्ड वेट देखा चेस जैसा.
Goals coming out of
भाई चेस का मैंने अपने इंडियन प्लेयर का देखा भाई वो क्या था. ओला. गाइस जीत गई. NIP जीत गई. NIP जीत गई. ये NIP की टीम में CRR इनके आईसीएल ने जब भी गोल मारा है भाई जीत रहे भाई. जीत गए. कर गए भाई सेमीफाइनल्स. मैं भी बता रहा हूँ तुम्हें. सेमीफाइनल कर गया भाई. This is not a jinx. This is analysis. This is analytics. जीत गए भाई लोग.
Stay with that ball. I mean, he's just hit it straight into CRR.
एमिड हार गए भाई.
Great play from CRR.
एमिड हार गए. एमिड घर गई. वैसे घर पे ही है ना नेवर
Does a lot better than that.
It's true, but
जीत जाएगा भाई.
on 0 boost, CRR has been a wizard.
He has. Oh, well played.
He's got the reset. Couldn't quite get in a position
भाई
to use
जीत
it.
गया भाई. हार गए लोग.
Shot.
एमिड ने भी गोल कर दिया यहाँ से. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting.
From this one, CRR rotating out of net. He went back for the corner. And
This is interesting. लगा दी पना. अरे नहीं जीत गए भाई. मैं तुम लोग का भी प्रेडिक्शन था 3-2 में जीतेगा NIP.
You might have had the ball eclipse.
कंफर्म है 3-2 में जीत रही है NIP.
Gentlemates player in the air there. But even then, breakdown of rotation defensively for NIP. Something we've not seen much of. Not really seen a whole lot of defense from them. They've not had to do it. They've been dominating the matchup.
3-2 में जीत रही है भाई NIP. ये भाई पनौती. देख लो भाई तुम लोग देख लो भाई. What a defense भाई. Crazy Emid. Crazy.
Oh, they're starting to put their shots in now. Great place.
ऐसे मेरे साथ ही क्यों होता है माकी यार.
Forcing the bad save. Nas commits on it as well. Everybody getting forward.
मेरे साथ ही क्यों होता है हर बार ये.
Starting to trust each other again.
I think this is when you start to worry if you're NIP.
भाई तुम मेरे से अलग टीम चुनो और उस पे रहो। मैंने क्या किया?
Have they let Gentlemates back into this? Have they missed their window? Gentlemates looking to make another goal happen. Maybe a bit too much on that. You know, the team play is always good to see.
Unsubscribe बनता है अब। पूरा माई केरी।
Right to the backboard, Oli will slow things down. Ball slowed down by Archie, who is trying to get that corner boost steal. Will get it eventually. We have 3 minutes remaining. Plenty of time left in this game. Time for this one to be high scoring like we saw in game 1.
भाई मैं legit बता रहा हूँ, guys मैं legit बता रहा हूँ। मैं अगर NIP की टीम से खेलूंगा ना कमबैक करा दूंगा।
CRR off his own back.
ऐसे गोल्स मारूंगा कि एमेट ने कभी देखे नहीं होंगे वैसे गोल्स।
Behind the ball, tried to push it forward, but it's intercepted by Nas. NIP not.
Riddle Chakavan क्या हाल है? Welcome to the stream.
There you saw 2 players jump for the ball. Struggling to have a coordinated
guys, they throw in the chat
right now. Gentlemates playing much faster, closing these gaps.
Ivan Chitrinada.
Oh, close there from Archie to cut off CRR.
Goal!
Let's find the gap.
To Oli ke hai de.
So close to getting out here, right there. If that touch goes past, they're away. But instead, Nas compromised.
Tire se goal mara bhai. Tire se goal mara.
Wow, that dunk from CRR. CRR has been brilliant this game. Huge dunk leading to that.
मेरा prediction याद है ना chat तुम लोगों को? देखो आप देखते रहो बस आप देखते रहो
It does, but Archie's there. Boost advantage heavily in favor of NIP here. Gentlemates need to buy some time. There's a lot of push for NIP and an offense though as well. They are going to try to keep the ball as high upfield as possible though. Gentlemates have done well. Looks like they're stabilized.
Good boost steal from Jorius also. oksbi looking to Archie. Archie no boost, gets demoed from behind.
Huh? Archie फूट गया.
CRR looking for Jorius. Jorius beat to the ball by Nas, but Oli with some open space. Oh, gets it past one. Nas diving in on that ball, low boost. Jorius also stopped out Nas. Great defense and able to pick up that mid boost. This is where the pressure starts to pile on.
It's good defense by both teams here. Good low boost defense by both teams. NIP win a race to the ball again. Nas, the crucial touch to the backboard. His own backboard. Final minute. A minute the Gentlemates need to go their way. It's not going their way at the moment. NIP had slightly better control of the midfield.
Archie.
Oh, wait. What's that?
It looked like it might have been open, but Oli saw that that ball wasn't going in, played it off the backboard. Now Oli, the reset, passes over to Jorius. Jorius with the 50, up, CRR racing in. He gets beat to the ball. Now Archie on the counterattack.
अच्छा try था.
The corner, gets the
Defense
corner
अच्छा था भाई वहाँ पे.
get the 50. Oli trying to clear it out. He stopped. Archie doesn't get the touch. That allows CRR to boom it downfield.
Tense final moments here. Both teams pushing to the limits. Nas outplays one. CRR causing chaos in the Gentlemates end again. Gentlemates.
Very realistic control
here. Oli centers it for NIP. CRR.
किसको मेरा prediction याद है chat?
Gentlemates might have one more chance.
लिख लो ये UPSC में आएगा. मेरा prediction. UPSC के एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आएगा guys. IEMNOOBDA का prediction क्या था रॉकेट लीग के वॉच पार्टी में? देख लेना है. OT में देखो क्या होने वाला है.
Jorius has got to be careful here. He's got to make sure to get behind the ball. He is looking for the ground double as well. Nas respected it.
But he pushed Nas off the ball. Jorius able to get that corner boost steal and lands a bump. NIP starting to march forward.
Oh.
Jorius with a touch as well. CRR to the corner. CRR up and over. Goes for a bump. Doesn't hit Nas, but does steal the corner. And you see a team bump. The confusion. Oksbi last back.
Oh.
Dangerous bounce, but Oksbi quickly back to the ball.
That's huge from Oksbi. CRR almost caught him out of position. Oh, he should be fine here in the back corner. Oh, this comes through though. Suddenly all chaos is breaking loose. Nas to the tight angle shot off the bar. CRR holds his nerve. Just watches the crossbar save them.
Intense match हो रहा भाई लोगों का.
Jorius CRR both trying
पास
to
पास 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 एकदम फास्ट हो रहा है भाई.
Joreus beats Archie to that clear. Oli off the corner to himself now, hits it up tall. Oski by Joreus.
भाई CRR का prediction भाई क्या है भाई, crazy.
I think NIP doing a good job slowing the game down. Now they're forcing it through. Chats, CRR fakes it. Joreus didn't have the boost steal on the way out. CRR took it from him though, and now he's going to take over again.
Hold from CRR. Oli trying to move in. Oski ground double past Joreus at the midfield and should get
यूपीएससी में आएगा मतलब एमबीए चाय वाला को कौन टक्कर दे सकता पनौती में? आंसर आईएम पनौती. पूरा माय का रिलेशन.
Out of boost, did pick up the mid, but Joreus steals
अपने ही सांप पाल रखे भाई. तेरा प्रेडिक्शन सीबीआई की इंक्वायरी में सट्टा रैकेट के केस.
CRR gets a double. Joreus, bit of a long time in the ball.
गोल! क्या बोला था गाइस मैंने? क्या बोला था मैंने? क्या बोला था मैंने? क्या बोला था गाइस मैंने? क्या बोला था मैंने? क्या बोला था मैंने चैट? क्या बोला था? It's all about analysis, guys. It's all about analysis. Crazy भाई, होम टीम को शट करवा दिया है भाई.
And you can see the elation.
क्या बोला था गाइस मैंने? जेंटलमैन्स के फैंस को भाई चुप करा दिया भाई एनआईपी वालों ने. भाई अब सेमीफाइनल से ब्लंडर है. सेमीफाइनल्स में पूरा लेजेंड ब्लंडर है भाई. क्योंकि एसएसजी और एनआईपी ऐसी टीम अगर सेमीफाइनल्स में तो मतलब कुछ भी हो सकता है. सीआरआर ऑन टॉप. मैंने क्या बोला था? सीआरआर अगर गोल मारता है जीत रही है एनआईपी.
Wow, I mean, they deserved that.
They
really did.
Crazy खेल गया भाई एनआईपी.
You're right. It wasn't one of those series where another team managed to steal wins over and over again. That was well deserved.
इसका एजी मिल सकता है किसका है एजी भाई?
That series, NIP dominated after the initial Gentlemates flurry in game 1. NIP completely.
NIP मैंने भी प्रेडिक्ट किया था. मैंने तो पूरा स्कोर ही प्रेडिक्ट कर दिया था इवन मैच चालू होने के पहले. क्या NIP 3-2 से जीतेगी जब उसने गोल मारा था सीआरआर ने.
Ninjas in pajamas are through, going to the semifinals.
भाई प्रेडिक्शन क्या था भाई?
Bienvenido a la semifinal. Of course, you're this top.
देखो रख सकते हैं गाइस एनालिटिक्स में. EWC अगले साल से हायर कर सकती है.
The major in San Diego in 2022. You've been representing multiple regions in your career. You've been moving around a lot. How does it feel being back?
बस उंगली मुंह पर रख देना एनआईपी भाई. जेंटलमैन से पहले ही बोला था भाई. आर्ची ने पहले ही बोला था इट गोना बी डिफिकल्ट गेम.
Back in Europe and being able to make this top and in this tournament that is so big and important, it's really amazing for me. It's really amazing. I cannot explain it with words.
It looks
Cristiano rated बोल दिया रोनाल्डो की जगह.
The NIP fans are also very happy with it. Première question, tu as représenté beaucoup de régions dans ta carrière, tu as beaucoup bougé. Qu'est-ce que ça fait d'être ici en Europe? Top 4, c'est un de ses meilleurs résultats de sa carrière. À l'international, ouais, j'ai énormément bougé, beaucoup voyagé, ça n'a pas toujours été facile, mais ça représente énormément pour moi de pouvoir
Guys,
gagner
next
ici.
ball आ रहा है तुम्हारा.
Second question, I don't know if you noticed, because of course you have the NIP fans, but there was also two other types of fans that were making a lot of noise for you here, the Vitality and the KC fans, because hate watching is a big sport in France, and I'm sure that it's the same in Spain. What do you think of this, and what do you want to tell these fans?
I mean, I think it's part of the game. I see that, like, of course they don't want the other French team to win. That's fine, and I appreciate the support, of course. Yeah, just keep doing the same. I mean, it's better for us, it's better for everyone, and it's more entertaining. So thank you so much.
Thank you for the entertainment, that is for sure. And as long as you're not facing a French team, you should be safe. Donc ouais, merci aux fans cassés, Vita aussi nous avoir soutenus.
Guys, next ball is up.
Partie du jeu forcément.
Make sure आप लोग vote करें फटाफट से.
Donc merci pour le soutien.
मेरा full support रहेगा भाई Falcons को.
And even though you said that you didn't care, you know, about the big crowds and having the crowd
all
against
country
you,
company
I
oil.
think it's still very
I'm in company
impressive to
org.
manage to be the team when everyone is cheering against you. So what
all
is your
money
biggest
baby.
pride today? It can be a teammate, it can be something that you've done.
नहीं करेंगे तेरा इतने erratic reports आज जरूर.
I mean, just like the way the team is evolving, I think we are improving so much as a team. The mental is insane.
Emergement शांति हो गए, पूरा crowd शांत हो गया तेरे का. उधर थे NIP के fans.
I think it's showing, like the passion. everything. So yeah, I'm really grateful for the teammates I have right now, and they are incredible.
You guys look like brothers on
पहले ही
stage,
एमेड
basically.
बोला
It looks
डिफिकल्ट
like you guys
होगा
are enjoying yourselves.
जो
I think
नहीं
it's very
बोलना था
important. Donc ouais, je suis très
Physique
fière parce
m'affecte
qu'on a
करता
réussi à augmenter notre synergie, notre com, ce qu'on arrive à faire tous ensemble. Franchement, c'est trop bien. Même moi, j'ai travaillé aussi
on
beaucoup
top
sur
of
moi-même,
Nepo,
donner de la
ठीक है भाई.
passion. Donc je suis très content. And welcoming to the semi-finals also means that
ये
you
भाई आप
get
जीत गया
to
टीम
crush the Gentlemates
तू शर्मा जितनी जल्दी नहीं
in front of
जीतेगी
the
भाई चल मार
Gentlemates fans. So we're gonna go together. How does it feel being the villain?
Perfect. I love it.
I love it. You were made for this, CRR. I'm gonna let our keymaster explain you the way here.
Guys, second team to
Mesdames et
qualify
messieurs,
for
forcément,
semi-finals.
ça fait mal au
Ninjas in
cœur,
pajamas.
Mais les rêves de Gentlemates sur Rocket League à l'EWC
भाई मैं इनके जगह पर रहता ना पता है सच्ची में निंजा का कपड़ा पहन के था पजामा में.
for Gentlemates at the STC Arena. Not making it to the championship Sunday. But NIP were just better.
ओए भाई अरे 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 अरे
Congratulations again, CRR. Of course you're good.
घर भेज दिया भाई ये एमेट को घर भेज दिया भाई.
So I think everyone has been enjoying it here. I'm welcoming you back on stage for 2 more last questions. You're going to be facing SSG next.
तुम फाल्के से सपोर्ट करते रहो बस पनौती शुरू बराबर.
What do you think of this team? Is it going to be a hard one?
I mean, they are so good. All of them are really good, but of course for Diaz, I have a special feeling. He was my teammate before, and I'm really happy to be able to play against him. It's going to be a really interesting match. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of beef.
Of course, a lot of beef. I'm waiting.
Tu कौन जीता? NIP Ninjas in pajamas.
J'ai envie.
एमेट को घर भेज दिया भाई.
Diaz, c'est mon ancien coéquipier. Il y a un peu d'histoire. Je pense qu'il y aura un peu de beef. And
Cheers
for
करते
the end,
लड़के.
what do you want to say
लाड
to
लिए
the fans? O en español, si quieres decirle algo a tu familia, a España, a tus amigos que te están mirando con orgullo, dale.
इस बस दूसरा शिव रुक जा अभी एक गेम थोड़ा स्केड्यूल से पीछे चल रहा. रुक जा थोड़ा गणेश भाई. अब तक थर्ड गेम शुरू होना चाहिए थोड़ा लेट चल रहा है.
Muchísimas gracias a toda mi familia por todo el apoyo que me han dado desde siempre y a
Third
mi novia
game,
que en esta victoria
20
tiene
minutes delay हो चुकी है.
bastante mérito, la verdad. Me ha ayudado muchísimo.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you to my girlfriend.
जबकि schedule times चल रहा था 20 minutes delay हो गई है.
Even though sometimes it's complicated and there's not many moments where we win, of course. But thank you so much for your guys' support and see you soon.
मेरा टाइम नहीं है, टाइम स्लॉट नहीं है उसका आइवन, इसलिए रैप गॉड बन गई है. 20 मिनट डिले पे चल रहा है भाई स्केड्यूल ऑलरेडी. जबकि आज मैचेस टाइम पे चालू है. बिट्टू वापस P1 हो गया. P1 PMWC का क्या सीन चल रहा है गाइस? PUBG का क्या सीन चल रहा है? अरे माँ गॉड लाइक 11th पे आ गई. वाइटलिटी के ऊपर आ गई गॉड लाइक. हैं चिकन मारा गया लोगों ने. और ऑंगुटान 15 पे ले आज. ओ भाई गॉड लाइक ने चिकन कर दिया लाडलो. भाई और ऑंगुटान के तो लगे पड़े. चलो वाइटलिटी इज डूइंग गुड. वाइटलिटी का एक ही मैच रह गया ना गाइस. वाइटलिटी बोलो सॉरी गॉड लाइक. ये गेम में भाई 60 पॉइंट्स. 3 पॉइंट और इसके ऊपर जाना तो जा सकता है. 3 पॉइंट और टॉप 9 के अंदर अगर रहे ना भाई तो फिर स्मैश रूल हिट कर सकते हैं भाई कल. बाप रे क्या स्कोर है कैसे. 3 डिजिट ऑलरेडी. 98 95. यहाँ पे कंपटीशन ऐसा नहीं कि गैप है पबजी पीसी की तरह. यहाँ पे भाई है हर एक सेगमेंट में भाई स्कोर है. 60 67 70 74 81 82 84. हर एक सेगमेंट पे स्कोर है यहाँ पे. औरंगुटान के तो लग गया भाई. औरंगुटान नहीं कर पाएगी.
And the one that we were looking forward to the most was Vitality. Yeah, we've got Vitality and Aurora Gaming that we've been paying attention to, right? We're in day 2 of our day 3 long finals, and we're towards the end of day 2.
चल रहा है PUBG मोबाइल ही चल रहा है गाइस.
Aurora and Vitality, well, it means Aurora currently at the top of the leaderboard in first place. Vitality somewhere down to the polar opposite. Oh. They are not doing so well right now. They're not out of it. We still have one more day of competition. However, when we head into tomorrow, it is smash point rule, which means whichever team has the highest points, obviously Aurora Gaming right now, you add 10 to that.
Plat 1 होगा ना कल, Plat 2 से Plat 2 होगा वापस से गणेश भाई.
They can even get a win. So since Vitality are so far down right now in points, that could be very difficult for them.
So all I'm hearing is, if you are a Vitality fan today, just turn off your monitor, cover your ears, lay down, don't listen to us, don't look at anything, and we'll catch you up with the next update, which might be a little bit more positive.
PUBG Mobile का प्राइस पूल बहुत बड़ा है गाइस, $3 मिलियन का है भाई. गाइस लाइक करो, पोल करो फटाफट से. आज हमने शॉर्ट्स भी अपलोड कर रखा है, तो मेक श्योर आप लोग वो भी चेकआउट करो, लाइक करो फटाफट से वहां पे भी जाकर. सुसु ब्रेक लेके आ.
Today in Rocket League, but I think the most important part here is the club championship and how that's standing for you guys. Did you meet your expectations on the standings?
I mean, so far we were able to get top 8 at the club championship. Yes, it's not what we were hoping for when we started. I can barely hear myself, by the way, but what we're trying to say is that, yes, we didn't do what we expected to do, but hopefully we can still recover from Trackmania, Fortnite, and Rocket League. And this match is going to be the most important one.
That's what I want to talk about next, because you're going up against Falcons.
Yes.
And you guys have the opportunity to do the funniest thing right now.
Well, okay, look, jokes aside, I'm happy to see two Saudi teams both playing on the world stage in Rocket League and basically having a huge chance to win. But at the same time, you heard it from TRK, you heard it from Nubo, everyone said that we have a huge advantage to win this game.
Yes.
And I think we're going to be part of the reason why Team Falcons don't get the World Cup this year.
You think they're not going to be able to close it out this year?
No, because they're going to lose right now in Rocket League. We're going to go into Trackmania and Fortnite. Okay. We believe that we're better in those games as well.
Okay.
We're basically going to be the main obstacle for them not to get Esports World Cup.
So, instead of winning the whole thing, your new goal is to stop Falcons?
No, I mean, of course it's not the new goal. No, I mean, I would be happy to see Falcons win again, but if we're going to be part of the reason why they don't...
It do be like that sometimes.
It do be like that.
Thank you so much for the interview. That's
Absolutely.
it for us Twisted Minds fans. Can't hear what I said, can't hear what he said, but it is what it
EWC, are you ready for this? It is the Falcons, the team that used to run MENA, going up against the team that usurped them in Twisted Minds. But that man, he wasn't always on the Falcons. They bring in the two-time EWC champion in Drawley to join the green. On the other side of the fight, look at the young star with the mustache. We caught up with the behind the scenes, and Nubo may be having one of the most impressive tournaments. He has been a star striker, and he's starting to gain confidence in every single match. Stumpy, welcome into the studio.
Hello.
This is going to be an excellent showdown.
This is everything that we want from EWC. Yes, it's going to be another regional matchup, and I cannot wait to see what they do. You talked about Drawley on one side of things, Monkey Moon joining Twisted Minds, saying that nobody saw it didn't work on Vitality last season, and Twisted Minds becoming the greatest team that MENA have to offer, taking over the Falcons. Nobody expected that to happen, Bucket, and it's really exciting to see them compete here at EWC.
And not only is this going to decide who is moving into your Final Four and who is going to have their key crushed in Rocket League, but this is going to have a massive financial impact on the club championship. Let's take a look at this, because right now, Twisted Minds at 1,900 points is ahead of T1 and Team Vision. If they finished in that 6th place, Stumpy, guess how much money?
Oh, is it £30?
It is a 1.4
ये तो भाई
million
सीन हुआ इन्वेस्टमेंट था 35 lakhs का लॉस हुआ 36 lakhs का टाइम पे इवेंट स्टार्ट हुआ पर एक 20 मिनट लेट है 20 मिनट अभी आधा घंटा लेट हो चुका है तो इतना टाइम बढ़ रहा होता लेट होता जा रहा है आधा घंटा हो गया 25 मिनट्स डिले पे गाइस गेम चालू होता आधा घंटा जाएगा
and they're being back to back head to head in MENA. There are 3 big teams in MENA: Twisted Minds, Falcons and R8. R8 have been knocked out already and Twisted Minds having the last few results.
अरोरा की टीम कहाँ की है क्या पता देखना पड़ेगा
close, but goodness me, it's been really Falcons just not being able to match what team have got to put up, and the mentality on that stage from Monkey Moon in particular, carrying the 1v1 world champion and TRK, who was kicked from Falcons.
मंगोलिया की टीम है भाई.
The Falcons used to have TRK. Today he plays for the other side, and we have CJ with him behind the scenes.
मंगोलिया की टीम है.
With TRK from Twisted Minds ahead of a big
ये लोग भी बहुत नीचे से ऊपर आए लोग 6th का ही पे थे 6th 7th पे थे भाई 7th से ऊपर आए लोग इन्होंने भी मारा अच्छा खासा 2 गेम चिकन निकाला भाई बाप रे तो 3 गेम चिकन एक सेकंड एक थर्ड
عندنا الحين المباراة
وصلتوا
ليها كل الناس متحمسين فالكونز ضد تويستد ايش هل انت مستعد ومتحمس للمباراة هذه؟
بصراحة والله اني متحمس جدا اني العب ضد فريقي السابق اللي هو فالكونز وفي دور الثمانية فمتحمس جدا وان شاء الله اني افوز.
गॉड लाइक आज मिनिमम ये पार करना ही पड़ेगा. ये तो पार होगा ना तो फिर हो पॉसिबल है.
On a personal level, are you extra motivated in this match compared to other games? Obviously, as you said, you were on Falcons last season, so are you more motivated to get the win than if it was another match?
زي ما انت قلت فالكونز كان فريقك السابق.
PUBG موبايل में ايبك ही है. लाडल.
او شغف اكثر انك تفوز عليهم في هذه المباراة.
اي بصراحة لان فريق فالكونز فريق كبير وصراحة الكل يبي يفوز عليه ويطلع من البطولة.
Yes, obviously, and honestly, like Falcons is a very huge team, and everyone wants to do like.
So
are we.
Perfect. And lastly, anything you want to say to the Falcons?
चलो guys मैं दूसरी स्ट्रीम में स्केड्यूल पे डाल देता हूँ.
Go for it.
अقول
यहाँ पे जैसे स्ट्रीम खत्म होगी वहाँ पे चले जाएगी. ठीक है?
ممتع.
I just say good luck, and inshallah, it's gonna be a good series.
Perfect. Best of luck.
That is an infectious smile right there on TRK. On the other side, he's looking to wipe the smiles from the twins' faces. They used to play together, and now they are foes. Let's take a look at the Falcons and some of the high-scoring plays they have brought to the table, because we haven't seen them in 2 days, Stumpy. Yeah. They had the day off to prep for this match. What do we need to be prepared for when they take the main stage?
I think basically both teams play quite a similar style.
दूसरी स्ट्रीम किक पे नहीं आज YouTube पे करेंगे.
For any new people,
YouTube पे it's been a while कि हमने ATS नहीं किया. It's been a while.
The RLCS, which is our main tournament, nor were they in EWC for the entire time. Or EWC has not been around for as long as the RLCS.
Right.
They basically had to play on European servers. They had to play so fast to deal with the ping.
Ping doesn't affect Rocket League, right?
How dare you? In a physics-based game, but it's a sandbox, my man. And they ended up having to play so fast. That has continued all the way through until the point where they are still playing now on even ping, but they have to play just as quick. The 2 import players, with Drali going to the Falcons, kicking TRK and getting Monkey Moon, the GOAT from Europe, who also used to play with Drali. This is so much cross-pollination, and one of them is going to feel the sting.
It is going to be an excellent showdown. We have European superstars and the best from Saudi Arabia all on the same stage. It's time to find out, where do the fans lie in our pick'ems over on esportsworldcup.com/play. 78% have chosen the Falcons. Now, Stumpy, you have been putting it out right, the proper predictions. What percentage do you give TM in this?
That's crazy.
40?
Fans are crazy. I think Twisted Minds, for me, they're winning it.
They're winning it.
I think Twisted Minds are the better team. I back Monkey Moon. Boys getting it done.
How many games?
7.
We're riding with Monkey Moon, Twisted Minds, Falcons. It's time to find out who moves into your Final Four.
There's a lot of energy and high atmosphere here in the SCC arena, but sadly, none of the fans that are chanting and making noise right now are French. I think if anything, we need to get a crew of cleaners in here to mop up the tears of the Gentlemates fans. Lou, are you all right? I'm sorry. You all right?
I'm okay. Trying to be okay. Because we still have 2 French orgs on the run here in Paris, but only one will remain by tonight. But before that, we have a MENA Saudi derby that is about to get crispy, Ian.
It's going to get so crispy. Twisted Minds fans over here making noise. We've got Falcons fans over here. They're going to go back and forth, Lou. MENA versus MENA. Are you ready for this?
I am so ready for this. Yalla, let's go.
Crowd,
let's
bhai,
welcome
crowd.
onto the stage, Twisted Minds.
मेरे को बस ये लोगों से एक ही चीज जानना है गाइस, ये लोग तो रात को रोज गर्म पानी पीते हैं क्या?
They took it. They've got fire. They've got control. And they've spent years collecting regional wins like they belong to them. Falcons want their throne back. But Twisted Minds have absolutely no intention of returning it.
And the big birds are in town. It is Falcons! This is not MENA against MENA. Not only it is the old throne against the team that took it from them.
अरे यार ये क्या हो रहा है?
Falcons have looked sharp all week long. The twins are moving as one, and besides them stands Drally, the only player to win Rocket League at EWC twice. The Falcons are here and they are ready.
It's a big fight feel here in Paris. It's MENA versus MENA, Falcons versus Twisted Minds. Let's get it on.
I am welcoming some of the best players in the world onto the stage. Monkey Moon and Killers. Killers, I want to ask you first, who's the best team in MENA? Who's the best team in Saudi Arabia?
I mean, it's obvious. Of course, the Falcons.
It's obvious, of course, the Falcons. Monkey, je vais te poser deux questions. La première, elle va être en français.
Obvious,
je sais
बोल
que tu
दिया
vas
भाई.
avoir une grande partie du public avec toi. Est-ce que tu penses que c'est un bœuf?
Ouais, c'est forcément un bœuf, mais j'espère qu'ils vont continuer de crier pour nous derrière.
I hope that they're gonna keep on cheering for us, of course. And what's your plan to prove Killers that he's wrong?
I mean, you already know, like we beat them a lot of time this year, and one more time now.
One more time now. Are you ready for it, Killers? You ready?
Yeah, of course, I'm ready.
Of course, let's get going. A handshake, boys. And let's see who are the true princes here in Paris. Falcons versus Twisted Minds starts now.
I want to start by saying how lovely to hear Killers doing an interview in English. I didn't know his English was that good. He sounded so natural up there.
I know. I turned straight to you and I was like, oh my goodness, he's talking, he's growing into it. I'm so excited. A huge matchup. I am so excited for this. Twisted Minds versus the Falcons. These two have been going at it the entire season, back and forth throughout the RLCS, now here at the EWC. They are trying to really decide once and for all who is the best in MENA and potentially the world here in Paris.
I mean, the obvious storylines are just all over the place. You can pick any direction you want. The fact that Monkey Moon and Drali won this tournament together last year, they won Worlds together last year, but maybe even headlining that would be Ruas and Killers moving away from TRK, dumping TRK, and then TRK coming back to haunt them time after time this season.
Dude, I was watching TRK while he's sitting up there, and he's standing next to Monkey Moon, next to Nubo, and he's looking to the twins with just this half smile on his face. And as good as the memories were, it is, of course, time to make some new ones on his new team. They've been doing an incredible job. They are the ones that did take that #1 spot away from the Falcons once that roster move was made there. So we'll see how things play out here at EWC. Of course, Drali trying to be the first person to go for the three-peat. And three completely different rosters.
Yeah, which
Dream
is
schedule
just
क्या guys, schedule
crazy
नहीं, very realistic.
when you think about it, you're right, it wasn't last year that they won together. It was 2024 when Monkey Moon won. I mean, I don't know how much they've won, but you're right. Last
Let's go IEMNOOBDA को bully कर ठीक है भाई.
Ridiculous, and now he's hopped over to Falcons one more
मुझे बस एक call कर दे ठीक है भाई.
Was put together to win everything, to dominate everything, and it's not quite gone like that for Falcons so far this season. They started off okay with top 4 in Boston. Paris, not even qualifying was a disaster. All they had to do was wait a few more months. And here we are, back in Paris at the Esports World Cup. Charlie will feel this is his home ground. It's Mina v Mina. Who's the number 1?
Well, the only way to find out is to put the
थोड़ा guys game देख लेते पहले.
each other.
बाद में करता हूँ.
Statistically, between these two, it is a fairly close matchup. It has been very back and forth, like I said, throughout the RLCS season.
मैं होता एकदम दिल और आलन और एक बार shields देता और what the hell?
A lot of pressure coming through with the Falcons. Twisted Mind's going to break out. Monkey Moon looking to be that one to lead his team to victory.
Yeah, the only player in this lobby that hasn't won anything in 3v3, and I say anything, and I mean international major, is Nubo. And he has
मैंने का full form नहीं पता. Middle East countries उसमें North Africa वगैरह आती है, Africa वगैरह.
For a man who's truly come of age in the
South Africa वगैरह सब आते हैं उसमें.
Of course, the 1v1 World Championships. So, Twisted Minds will be very, very happy with how he's performing. Of course, he has finished top 4 in Gamers 8.
MEA बोलते हैं, mostly MEA बोलते हैं. मैं ना इसमें बोलते हैं.
Nubo there, standing in to be their 1v1 back in the
Middle East Africa.
battles format. They played 3s and 2s and 1s, and we suddenly heard, who is this guy? He's incredible. And now he's back with TRK all these years later.
And Nubo's definitely been on a run. He is the 1v1 champion, one of the best in the entire world. That is the reason Monkey Moon decided to play alongside him, but he does have to go up against the other one. Ruas, as the twins head forward. Clear is going to take a wide shot over to the other end here. See how the Falcons move.
वाह बेटू भाई weekend पे ETS no full squad वालों PUBG CS ना.
Not gonna scare them too much from trying to take some shots.
ये plan already बहुत पहले दिनों से बना हुआ है.
Nice 50 back from Ruas.
Falcons at the early pressure, but now Twisted Minds come forward and put.
ये वाला plan बहुत पहले से बना हुआ था.
Got the Falcons goal. Just asking a bit of a question, but it's easily enough answered. And Ruas, as he leans towards his monitor, almost falls into it. Takes that ball away for them. Charlie moves it high, but that's going to be where TRK is waiting. So. Twisted Minds, it would seem, are up for a period of pressure for themselves until Falcons get it back above.
IEMNOOBDA only Octane player on top 8. In top 8, अच्छा.
That's good of a touch after his position.
IEMNOOBDA का नाम सुना है? The only BMW player in top 1.
Right now, Monkey Moon's been a little bit more on the back end here. TRK with a save to the other end. Leave this for Monkey Moon to clear. He actually fakes it with a low boost. I like the touch. You're gonna need to expect a lot of that, fake communication out of this Twisted Minds squad. It's really the only way you're gonna be able to mess with Falcons' minds. TRK trying to play this one low. Twin has him red.
Guys 10 lakhs दे पा रहे क्या 2 लाख दूर फटाफट से लाइक करो यार जिससे भी लाइक नहीं किया.
Really step up for this squad and lead them to a victory.
अभी तक दोनों टीम में से एक भी गोल नहीं हुआ है.
You have to feel for Drali, who is one, as you say.
I'm Panati का सुना अच्छा top 1 नीचे से थोड़ा माइक.
Welcomed with the guard of honor. He has been thinking surely.
अंदाज नहीं है भाई.
Come on, why out there? I want it too. We'll just have to come out here and do it all over again with Falcons, a team who seem to be ascending at the right time of the season, of course. In 2024, when
आज guys कल भी स्ट्रीम चालू होने वाली है around 7:30 नहीं उससे थोड़ा पहले आऊँगा around 7:15-20 के आसपास. तो ये मत सोचना कि कल होगा नहीं मैच. कल होगा, कल ग्रैंड फाइनल्स है, कल सेमीफाइनल भी है, कल ग्रैंड फाइनल भी है, तो दोनों उसी में देखने को मिल जाएगा.
Nubo this time was cleared easily enough by Falcons, and we've had a few half chances here, but a real clear-cut opportunity for either team.
I do expect that, that is a fair thing to be doing right now, right? These two teams have been facing off throughout.
द्राली 2 बार ही जीता है EWC रॉकेट लीग का for your information. क्या अगर जीत जाएगा तो कोई इशू थोड़ी है.
Falcons just really
3 times consecutive
to get their revenge and find their way back to that number 1 spot. Shot on net, taken out by 2. Nubo gonna try to make that clear. Clear is gonna collect the demo on the back line. They take the shot.
गोल में कोई नहीं है. गोल. Oh my, हो गया.
Ruas to clean up, and the Falcons
हो गया भाई.
take the lead.
But this is Drali's tournament, and look at that control there, landing sideways, holding a handbrake, swooping into the ball, and making it
Chat में
easy
वापस
for
लिख दो यार.
Ruas. This this was the matchup that, when it was drawn, Nubo gave a little fist bump. He was looking forward to it, and Falcons, that would have frustrated them. They will want to come here with fire and brimstone.
Just such a clean play. Now with a minute left to go here, Twisted Minds are going to have to catch up. It's left for Drawley. One nice challenge is red. They played up to the sidewall and do lose possession to Monkey Moon. Not once, but twice. The almost puts them through, but it's immediately countered by Drawley. Nobody's in the tank. Goes for the center. The shot is in. The Falcons fly.
There's so much space in front of the Minds goal. TRK wasn't sure. He tried
फिर तुम लोग बोलेगा चैट में जिंक्स ठीक है मैं इसके बाद से बोलना शुरू करूंगा पहले 2 मैच हो जाने दो आराम से
Twisted Minds can get something from this kickoff. You versus Killers.
You gotta bear in mind too, right? Killers has been the all-time leader here at the EWC for goals scored.
मतलब कल एक टिकट में 2 पिक्चर देखने मिलेगा यस सर
up until this
कल
series.
सेमीफाइनल भी देखने मिलेगा ग्रैंड फाइनल भी देखने मिलेगा.
In the Twisted Mind team, right? You gotta bear that in mind. This kid is going to go shot for shot. His teammates are there to set him up. He's clearly been the one on it. We'll see. Can Twisted Minds find anything here in the final moments? Otherwise, this should be game. 4 seconds left on the clock and a roll.
लो जी पहला गेम तो हो गया भाई Falcons का.
Falcons have made quite a statement here in game number 1.
It's a clean game 1 victory.
Audience ओहो ही करती जा रही है.
There was too much damage to be done against them. And they took that
हो गया भाई Falcons का गेम.
ruthlessly to get the opener. They're still pretty chill, they're still pretty relaxed.
Audience ओ पे रुक गई भाई बॉल ही नीचे गिर रहा भाई.
Tough series. We have an update from the chess. So much going on at the Esports World Cup. Let's find out what's going on there.
Team Liquid were able to get their first club championship win in chess.
Magnus जीत गया.
Then Magnus Carlsen. This allows them to get a total 1,000 club
अबे बाप रे बाप.
on the board for them, which is absolutely monumental.
Magnus जीत गया guys chess.
Considering the lack of performance we've seen from them so
ठीक है
far
भाई.
here.
कल बोल रहे थे ना तुम लोग मैग्नस से नहीं हो पा रहा देख लो
Well, congratulations to the absolute GOAT of chess there. We've all been watching as we could.
कल कौन बोल रहा था भाई चैट में मैग्नस से नहीं हो पा रहा था देख लो.
I feel really bad. I did bump into Dennis.
ये सारा जहाँ दिख जाता मैग्नस बहुत गुस्सा आता भाई मेरे को.
Stressed. and for good reason, man. You just played the GOAT. 2-time back-to-back winner. Congratulations to Liquid and them. Falcons and Twisted Minds looking to find a win like that for their clubs as they're competing against them still in the club championship.
To get a selfie with Magnus Carlsen. I mean, he didn't know. He didn't know.
If you guys don't know what he's talking about, please go check it out.
He was only 50 feet away. It counts, all right? Anyway, game 2 begins. Falcons, last time they played Twisted Minds in MENA, open number 6. They lost them in the semi-finals. It went all the way to game 7. And was won 3-0 in game 7 by Twisted. So they'll be well aware of the risks.
चलो भाई आज एक गेम खत्म हो गया गाइस कल 2 गेम खत्म होंगे. PUBG
and you know speaking of the last open right the last
PUBG Mobile और Rocket League अच्छा इस खत्म हो गया.
In this pattern it looks like the Twisted Minds have figured that out. The Falcons are going to be needing to bring something fresh to the table. So far throughout the EWC they have done an incredible job doing that, taking down Foot 3-1 in their groups, including NIP, who is waiting for them later in the semis. Falcons have done an incredible job of taking down all the top teams on their way here. This is just going to be the biggest challenge yet.
Uber tries to bundle that one through. Some early pressure for Twisted Minds, but Drawley comes away with the ball, and that's always such a scary thing to say if you're a Twisted Minds fan, as Ruas booms that one forwards. And tries to get the catch and watches Drawley waiting on. This is how Twisted Minds got themselves to hot water in game number 1. Dilly-dallying on the ball, underestimating the pace of Falcons. This almost happened again, but Drawley couldn't quite get that connection.
Nice little catch here from Nubo. Killers is already up in the air, takes it away.
दल्ला है मैंने फुल सपोर्ट किया था अलरेजा को ठीक है भाई हक दिया उसने.
Blue side for now. Nubo on his lonesome there.
इस बार चेस में अपने इंडिया के प्लेयर्स भी कुछ नहीं कर पाए बुरा लगा भाई.
Almost first 2 minutes play almost scoreless I say as a shot taken all the way towards net. Monkey Moon will keep this down.
Smash it to the side. It's been Mostly Twisted Mind's pressure, with Falcons coming forward, looking dangerous every time they do like this one. They're the ones who are in a tad more defense, looking more dangerous when they do emerge with the ball. As Ruas absolutely beats Monkey Moon and TRK for pace, but Nubo sends it straight back as far as Drali. Boomable right now until Killers maybe opens it up with that demo. Drali tries to flick it over the top of Nubo, but Nubo's going to get that.
गोल बचाया लाडली.
Reset on for him. Yes, there is. He wants to get it to his teammate.
और यहाँ पे वापस से गोल बचाया लाडली.
Killers is doing an incredible job of keeping the calm when the pressure is on them. This one that is towards that backboard there. TRK will take his time with it as it centers out to one. It's a catch from Ruas. It's an attempted shot on net, but no.
गणेश भाई yes कर सकते full tournament का booking.
Moon waits. Allows his teammate Nubo in. TRK is in the center if Nubo can get it towards him. Not quite able to, and now he's taken out for good measure. As Monkey Moon actually it was. TRK continues with the ball. Doesn't want to lose it here, knowing that Monkey Moon was spawning back. And Drali once again, front flip onto the ball. Seems to enjoy faking the musty, does Drali.
Mina versus Mina, but two subs. Hora my. Hitter Pro Max. Elite.
A lot of territory against them, but finally they're getting some control of that bull herc. And you do fear for Twisted Mind's defense whenever Falcons come forwards.
You do. We'll see if the pressure can continue on. That's a nice one from the side. A really good clear for Monkey Moon. He's done an incredible job of really just IGLing this team out of their side. They not allowing the Falcons to keep them boxed in. 1-2 here as Killers.
Godlike वाले भी एक महीने से गए हुए हैं भाई वहाँ पे. Godlike के content creators भी एक महीने से गए हुए हैं Paris.
That demo puts that last man a little bit awkward here as Twisted Minds.
Info Castle के भी कुछ content creators Paris जा रहे हैं फिर मुंबई आए तो वापस Paris गए हुए. Up down कर रहे हो लोग Paris.
Ruas in his sights and is able to force that one into the corner, but Drali has something on it as well. Every time he hits the ball, he seems to spin in any which way. Everyone else would think they're out of control, but not for Drali. He always seems to know exactly what he's doing with that such a unique play style when he takes those first touches. Killers to the side, 0-0, nervy, another close game. Killers wants to get the ball there, but between two Twisted Minds defenders, they're able to get it away.
It looked like it could have worked too, and I like the idea around it, right? Working together, passing from the high to the low, look to thread the needle on this one. TM are just going on their end in this case here. No connection is made. TRK trying to force the pressure.
Guys, 5 मिनट होने अभी तक एक भी गोल नहीं पड़ा just saying.
1v1 time between the two.
5 मिनट हो गया अभी तक एक गोल नहीं पड़ा. एक टीम का गोल नहीं आया भाई.
To the ceiling, Monkey Moon gets it as far away from his goal as he possibly can do. And Nubo waits, has to keep it low, has no boost. A demo will help them out though. Killer's taken out the game. Nubo has control of it, and Nubo walks it home. And that was not as easy as it looks.
Oh, absolutely not. Even on no boost, he has the demo and the lead. Look at this, the patience to force Drali to commit on the play.
5 मिनट से गोल नहीं आ रहा था, आना तो था ही ये. कोई ना कोई टीम से कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं. क्या हो गया guys? क्या हो गया?
Against NRG, he was involved in about 12 of those 14 goals. Oh, that's about just over
दूसरा गोल.
90 as they continue the pressure on. 18 seconds on the clock. Trying to push this one down. They race back in time, and it could float in front of the net for a shot to be made.
Defense the best form of attack right now for Twisted Minds. A few seconds left though, and they're keeping that ball camped in orange territory. Monkey Moon, does he get this read well enough? No, he doesn't. Ruas is almost following it up. Here is Killers, has to be now. He leaves it for Drali. Lovely idea on the fake, but Nubo.
1-1 guys, 1-1. 1-1.
Of the Twisted Minds prong. Gets that read with ease and makes it 1-1.
Such a great performance. This team has been so consistent here in the EWC. TRK wanted the dunk, wasn't allowed it, but it's okay. This kid is on one this weekend. I mean,
भाई पूमा का वो कुछ तो आया भाई पीछे. What the hell?
After the performance against NRG, like I was talking about there at the end, you thought, you know, maybe, you know, is there a question of
ये बंदा भी रॉकेट लीग 3 दिन से देखने आ रहा है गणेश भाई जैसे. इस सेम चश्मा पहनने क्या आता है?
They have done this against what used to be the #1 team in the
भाई नेपो का अकेला का 500 स्कोर है पूरे लॉबी में.
#1 team in MENA. And now it is Twisted Minds.
ठीक है भाई क्या हाल है? हैप्पी इंडिपेंडेंस डे मेरी जान.
Huge performance there from
I hope तुम्हारा दिन बहुत अच्छा गया रहेगा.
He's the only one I think who got over 200 points in that match, which is a ridiculous. Oh no, Monkey Moon got 298, but TRK of 134. A couple of shots to his name and not much else. And then Nubo far and away the most impactful player. He was the only player of over 300 overall. TRK is just spawning in, as you can see on the screen there in the bottom left. He's in black and white, don't worry, his camera is working. Just getting himself on the pitch. There he is. We're all ready to go. Game 3. We've had some close series so far today, Herc. We've had game 7s and near game 7s. This one is shaping up to be just
ये भी अगर best of 7 हुआ ना तो मजा आगा गोल गेम चालू के 9 सेकंड हुआ गाइस गोल पड़ गया बताओ आज का फास्टेस्ट गोल 2 सेकंड है जैसे आज का फास्टेस्ट गोल 2 सेकंड है आजकल थोड़ा सीरियस है तो इसलिए आ नहीं पाता जरूर ठीक है डेफिनेटली कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है
Yeah, we're looking around now at a sea of dark green. The Falcons are starting to believe. Here is Nubo though. Ruas has to be aware in this challenge. Drali in the corner as TRK in front of him. Monkey Moon gets a swipe at Drali. It's going to make it difficult for Falcons to get out of their half. And since going behind, Twisted Minds looking very comfortable now as that shot from Nubo isn't quite on target. I think if it could have been, it could have done a little bit of damage, but it's a good response from Twisted Minds in game 3.
It is. Right now, they just need to create a little bit more space for themselves. The Falcons definitely been holding back one, and that is the space. I mean, I was waiting to
ये हो रहा ना गेम ये हो रहा ना भाई गेम
takes it from Monkey Moon. Look at this.
रवि वाधवानी का गोल मार एक्सक्यूज मी RW9 का रवि वाधवानी बना दिया ठीक है भाई
So far, Nubo is Twisted Minds' only goal scorer in this series, which is more testament to how important he is. They've only had a couple, but he has been the one who's taken both opportunities when they've come up in a series that's been lacking them. It's not been one for solo individual brilliance. It's more team plays, it's more well-timed bumps, it's more reads on opponents.
तो पेरिस जा रहे हैं हमारा नुबड़ा कब जाएगा पेरिस कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं गाइस वक्त वक्त की बात है आज नहीं है कल बदल जाएगा
Twisted Minds have anticipated everything, even from their end of the field. They're going for the counter. TRK, great read, pushes them forward, but it is short-lived. Demo for the effort is Drali. Everybody just playing this ball back and forth. Nobody quite able to hold on to possession for too long.
In the last game, there were 7 demos for Falcons and only 2 for Twisted Minds. And I think in the last 20 seconds, we've seen 2 for Twisted Minds alone. So maybe they've identified that they're not being quite as aggressive enough.
आजाद enjoy करो सभी लोग मैं चाहता हूँ बाय बाय विश करना आया था very realistic वैसे की बात इसके बाद भी और एक स्ट्रीम होने वाली है रात को ट्विस्टेड माइंड्स ने गाइस यहाँ पे दूसरा गोल मार दिया है क्रेजी भाई ड्राइव तो वैसे दोनों ने किया सेव करने का बट थर्ड अटेम्प्ट पे गोल पड़ा हाँ फोड़ दिया
Here comes Ruasso straight from the kickoff. TRK is going to spawn. It's going to be too late, and just like that,
दो बंदे इनके फोड़ दिए भाई और इसे गोल मार दिया भाई का टीम गेम था भाई दोनों को फोड़ दिया डिफेंस के लिए कोई आ ही नहीं पाया
It's absolutely brutal from the kickoff.
क्या भाई
I'm so glad we didn't have Bullcam on right there, so you could just see. No, I don't want
Falcons के प्लेयर भी लाइक तू अटैक कर भाई हम फोड़ दे दोनों को.
Get in my sights.
Hey, listen, if there's one person that you want to demo in this matchup, it is going to be Monkey Moon. He does currently sit with the most saves in EWC history. So if there's somebody to take out of the way to make things a little bit easier, he is the one to demo.
Plus, my goat has got a tilt in him, so let's see if that could happen as this series goes on. Anyway, here's Drali into the center, well read.
ठीक
Nubo tries to complete the job here. He's got a
goal.
So brilliant from Nubo.
Lodge.
Monkey Moon reminding everybody exactly who he is. The double fake left from
तो Falcons तो डिफेंसिव भाग रही है गलत बात है भाई पूरा गोल ऐसा खाली छोड़ा हुआ भाई भाई सोच के देख रहा भाई मैच एकदम क्रेजी भाई ओला नाइस सेव भाई nice save.
TRK's got no boost. It has to be Nubo. He floats towards that ball. Twisted Minds back in the lead in this game. What a game it has been. Game 3.
क्या dribble किया भाई.
Really coming alive now. Once the mind games come out between these 1v1 masters, you know fireworks are on the way.
Drali just trying to force his way. This player's been a little bit more quiet than we usually are used to seeing here. clears, trying to defend and keep him back. Twisted Minds already on the race home. Monkey Moon in position, but I think there's a headhunt for him. He moves himself out of the way here, still manages to keep this ball with his team, even though possession is a bit of a tug-of-war in that corner pocket. Monkey Moon goes for the clear. I like this.
Guys, Monkey Moon को हिंदी में क्या बोलेंगे? अंदर चांद. Falcons भाई कमबैक कर रही है भाई, ये हो रहा है गेम. एक गोल तुम मारो, एक गोल हम मारेंगे. एक गोल तुम मारो, एक गोल हम मार. ये हो रहा है ना गेम. ये मजा आ रहा है देखने में.
Before he goes for a demo, it's that unique movement that he does all over again. You think you know what he's doing, and he goes, nah.
ओ भाई 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 भड़क गया भाई.
For Killers, the shot wasn't as easy as it made it look, but then for him, it never has been. It always seems so simple. 3-3, Drali again, causing chaos. Monkey Moon takes out Ruas. Killers coming forwards. 3-all in this one. Who gets the all-important 7th goal?
50 up. It'll be Nubo that's able to make that first touch there and clear Drali to himself off the ceiling.
Goal!
Shot!
क्या गोल था भाई वो? Crazy goal, man.
That can't go in though. Monkey Moon pre-jumped. I don't know if he thought he'd have a teammate behind him, but
भाई crazy goal था भाई.
for Drali at this stage.
Crazy goal था भाई.
Probably be as open as it'll get from here out too, I anticipate. Just over a minute to go here. Falcons have their lead and it's going to be a short one.
क्या हाथ चल रहा है भाई. दोनों गाड़ी आपसी में टकरा गए वहाँ पे डिफेंस करते करते. ये कर लो भाई तुम.
Over one bump on Killers and it is just a straight shot on net.
We made the mistake there, Herc, of taking a breath.
बहुत ने equalize कर दिया.
Punished by this game because every time you blink, you open your eyes, there's another little blop on that scoreboard. Right now, 4-4. It could be 6-all by the time we maybe go to overtime. Here's Monkey Moon. The backboard is completely free. Killers goes up it now. Leaves it for Nubo. Monkey Moon squishes Killers. TRK tries to sneak it in but can't quite do so.
These are two teams that are leading not only in saves but in scoring. So they're going for the shootout here to that backboard. A small miss there from Charlie could have been dangerous as they cleared all the way to the other end. Just because it is off target, Twisted Minds can be the side.
guys.
TRK leaves it instead for Nubo. Now TRK can go up. He's saved a little boost for exactly this moment. Gets a flip reset, but doesn't really need it. And Killers just about is able to do enough to keep it away for now. 25 seconds left. We have slowed down in the goals as Nubo almost gets in Ruas's way. But Ruas gets it forwards. Who's going to win this race? It's going to be TRK.
TRK with 4 shots to his name on this has been absolutely on one. Monkey Moon over 1, 10 seconds left on the clock. Can TRK
goal पड़ गया last 8 seconds में. Oh my god.
TRK just watched.
Twisted Minds, hello.
Drali on the backboard. Drali opted to go high instead of staying low. Believed that TRK would try and get some.
Last second goal कैसे पड़ सकता है भाई? भाई खड़ा हो गया भाई वो तो खड़ा हो गया भाई.
To slot it into that top corner.
खड़ा हो गया भाई.
हैं? Lead with 7 seconds on the clock. Ruas.
Twisted Minds जीत गए. Never mind. No OT guys.
Heroic play. Drali to Killers, but unfortunately for them, that will hit the ground.
Twisted Minds lead लेते हुए यहाँ पे 2-1. 2-2 होगा. टेंशन ना लो. 2-2 होगा. ये बेस्ट ऑफ 7 पूरा बेस्ट ऑफ 7 ही खेलेंगे लोग. और एलो ने मान लिया है भाई.
Last matchup that they had to see if 9 goals is remotely normal for them because of course they're all such goal-scoring demons. And no, there was a 6-goal game, a couple of 5-goal games, but nothing like this. An absolute shootout at any level, and that is because the finishing was so precise. Sure, there was this mistake from Twisted Minds defensively. I think Nubo had a bit too much faith in Monkey Moon's pre-jump, but in general, how good was their striking in that game?
Oh my gosh, this is some of the cleanest we've seen in quite some time. I love Nubo getting in on the action, that bump play there for TRK. Another one here, right? It's a lot of these fakes and spotting the moments of right when somebody commits, can you delay it and find yourself a moment to take a shot? Now, I will say, in terms of timeouts taken here at the EWC, there have been 22 so far, okay? Only 6 have been won afterwards. So currently, at 2026 EWC, it is actually a debuff to call a timeout. So we'll see how that plays out after this. Maybe things could be changed up a bit, but the most even game we could have gotten between the two, split 50-50 straight down down the line.
Maybe they were watching Space Station Gaming versus Rebellion earlier and thinking, hey, if we go 3-1 down, we're guaranteed to win. It's the same almost happened with Nip earlier, but Nip managed to hold on in Neo Tokyo. But 3-1, the most dangerous lead in a best of 7. But of course, I jest. There is no part of this majestic organization, Falcons at the heart of Esports World Cup since it came into being, would even conceive of believing they're going to lose any game
के लिए कर पा रहा हूँ stream boys.
that would give their opponents 3 match points. And I think when you lose a shootout like that, I don't think you can change too much.
मैं ना कर पा रहा schedule.
Too much, to be honest, because both teams are playing at the top of their game. It's not like Falcons is looking at each other scratching their heads, right?
Yeah, I am a little curious as to why the timeout was called. I've always wondered, and maybe this is an interview question for one day, if a player in particular feels the need for the timeout.
Or just a generic lost 2 games thing.
Yeah, just or like if there's just like a understanding that they have between each other on it, but. We'll see. It has currently been a debuff and a curse here in Paris to call a timeout.
Maybe that's why we're cold on it ourselves. Well, the next game begins. Falcons have theoretically played their joker. Let's see if Twisted Minds are able to deal with it. Twisted Minds actually had a worse shooting percentage in the last game, 50% compared to Falcons' 57, just to show how high the levels of shooting were in that game between both teams. And here is Charlie with half a chance. He gets it down. Can Ruas win this race? Not quite. Monkey Moon gets it to the side and to safety as well. He's going to have to do some more work, though, because Nubo going to get it higher. Now TRK has taken out a Falcons player. Nubo get it towards TRK. TRK is waiting and lingering, and he will have a chance here of 100 boost.
I like this from TRK, too. They're going for the better moments and the better plays.
What a save, bhai, lekin na.
The full team effort.
मैं पूर्ण कर दिया भाई. क्या follow up लिया भाई. बहुत तगड़ा follow up लिया बंदे ने.
Can defend all they want, but they know they are them.
How does Ruas get that first save, by the way? That was pinball, and somehow Ruas read it. He looks into the future, but the one thing he didn't see was the follow-up.
Well, you have to remember, Ruas is the #2 leader in saves, and it's not going to do anything here because you're going up with the #2 scorer in EWC.
And what a pass to Nubo. The new man on the block.
आगे गाइस दूसरी स्ट्रीम शेड्यूल लाइन अप हो चुकी है तो कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है. डोंट वरी. वापस जाओ, नोटिफिकेशन बेल आइकन दबा के रखो. जैसे वो लाइव होगी वैसी नोटिफिकेशन आ जाएगा इंस्टेंट. भाई तीसरा गोल मार दिया ट्विस्टेड माइंड्स ने. हेलो कर गया क्या लीड? डोंट टेल मी भाई. ऐसा बहुत टाइम है गाइस, 4 मिनट है. फाल्कन्स कर सकती है.
TRK, this team knows exactly
what they 3 goal.
That is absolutely demolish the Falcons.
3 goals in a minute is insane.
एफएलसी को बुली कर रहे हैं. जीजी पनौती लग गई एक मैच के विन के बाद. टेंशन ना ले भाई, टेंशन ना ले भाई. मत ले लाडल.
Yeah, you could
believe in your team.
Feel that they were getting a little comfortable on the other end. Monkey Moon just an awkward attempt on the save here. I will say Ruas getting involved has usually been uncharacteristic, right? But maybe the change is a good thing here for the Falcons. It does bring them on the board here very early on. See if they can do it again.
Nubo goes high. Monkey Moon's waiting for it. Nubo! They just can't stop scoring!
Monkey Moon to Nubo once again is the answer. They try to make the clear, and unfortunately for them, it is a straight shot down into the nose of the enemy. Up by 3 with 3:45 to go. It's Twisted Minds.
अबे ज़्यादा हो रहा भाई.
Up by 3 and
अबे ज़्यादा हो रहा भाई.
Towards 3 games as well. Nubo wants to make it even better. TRK, can he complete the party? Monkey Moon waits. Falcons will get this one away. Last time they went 3 up. Twisted Minds got a little bit jumpy, as I said.
अबे ज़्यादा हो गया भाई Twisted Minds का.
Does so, avoids TRK as well. Fakes it out. Here comes Ruas. He finds Killers, but it's just behind him. The Twinergy just wasn't there for once.
No, it's definitely been lacking just a little bit here right now. It is all Nubo and Monkey Moon, and of course TRK on the solo. It has been more than enough to slow down the Falcons. You have to remember, Twisted Minds seems to be the kryptonite for these former EWC champions. Monkey Moon on his lonesome pass over to TRK does get sent out to the other end. It's Nubo on the race.
Yeah, Nubo in a little bit of an awkward position there. got something on it. Monkey Moon was getting back in time. All of Twisted Minds were watching Nubo with bated breath, but of course he had the quality to do something with it at least. Ruas and Jirali, I think it was, getting each other's way a little bit. Ruas does emerge with the ball. Now Jirali can go up. He needs something here. What can he conjure up? He's won this event.
Go! Ball lag gaya yaar.
Will not want to go out now.
Monkey Moon's got to also slow down just a little bit there. He's had a couple of mistakes on the back end there. I will say the insurance of the 3 goals should make you feel better, but very, very low boost for Twisted Minds defensively. Nubo's going to be the one though to get them out. Powerful reset. Monkey Moon trying to waterfall from the ceiling and down, but Killers will collect it. Flip over one and a demo to send him back. Should slow the Falcons.
Go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! 2 minutes guys. 2 more goals possible है. फेक क्या किया है भाई वहाँ पे RW9 ने? क्या फेक किया है भाई?
2025 victory for Jirali. 2026 is on the ropes. But if anyone can come back swinging, it's the Moroccan. Such a pivotal player.
बड़ा pinch क्या pinch हुआ है भाई ये ball.
2 goals in it now again. Falcons staying in this one. A 6-goal game so far to add to the last game's tally of 9. And still a couple of minutes left. This is Rocket League at its brilliant, most entertaining best. Monkey Moon's almost in. He can't quite get it on target. It's blocked. Nubo, couple of touches. He follows it through as well. Killers takes it away, but he's bumped away by Nubo, who didn't give up on the play. And once again, Herb, it's a difference of 3.
No, it's Nubo and TRK all over this one. They continue to take the challenges, and I love this from TRK. He has one
अबे 3-2 होगा guys ये. बड़ा casual होगा. 3-1 होगा भाई.
Fear. That has been the difference maker
3-1 होगा ये तो.
The Falcons have been relying on the demos just a little
clean
bit.
3-1 होगा.
Previous game 3 goals.
पिछला टाइम किसका था? Falcons का ही था क्या?
A powerful save and clear. Pressure still with Twisted Minds.
I'm feeling greedy. There's already been 19 goals in this series, and still forwards they march. Killers, does he fake? No, he goes for the whip reset into the corner. Monkey Moon watched it and tracked it. It's put onto the crossbar by Ruas, who tries to get it to Killers. Nubo watched it and was able to get it to the side.
This shot taken down, TRK's touch should give possession back over to the Falcons. We'll see what they can do with it. TRK did manage to slow it down just a tiny bit as Monkey Moon up first on the challenge. It's just enough, but used everything. Got that mid boost to send them back with just a minute left to go. They are still trailing by 3, but why not make it 2?
1 minute में 2 goal possible है. 56 seconds है guys. 2 goal possible है.
Momentum in the final minute.
Yeah, they do. They've definitely got a chance the way these games are going. 2 goals in 56 seconds in 3v3. No.
भाई 2 गाड़ियों के बीच में से गोल मार रहा है भाई वो.
This is the game and this is the series.
गेम तो है भाई गोल के बीच में. उत्कर्ष भाई देखो आप कुछ. आपका निशाना बेकार है भाई.
They do win the kickoff. Nubo keeps it to the side. Falcons have to get this ball, and Jirali's entirely missed it. Killers had to be careful of the post there, let alone the opponents. TRK is keeping the attack going. Can they make it a 3-goal advantage again? Not yet, because here comes Killers.
Killers and Nubo fighting in the rafters for this ball. It is a 50 gone backside. Ruas has been playing deep in the 3rd there, and it will count. And it'll be good for them. Oh, but TRK and Jirali! A fight to the finish!
I don't understand how you overcommit like that with no boost in a 3v3 when you're 2 goals up with 25 seconds left, but that's what Twisted Minds have done, and Falcons are right back in it.
Less than 30 seconds to go, the Falcons have brought this lead down to 1. 50 after 50, challenge after challenge. The Twins looking together to make it!
Oh my goodness!
And that's exactly what they'll do!
That is...
This is absolute cinema.
Huge sword being swung maliciously.
This is absolute cinema, guys. The actual cinema. क्या हो रहा है भाई? What a comeback by Falcons. What a comeback. What a save, bro. What a save by TRK.
10 seconds to go, and we'll see what they can find. It's a shot towards the other end, but Twisted Minds doing an incredible job of playing this ball around.
Looks like it's going to be overtime unless there's one more twist in the tail. I don't think there's going to be. I imagine Twisted Minds are more than happy for OT at this point.
OT, bhai. What an absolute cinema, guys.
It's going to fall to Killers! Stolen by the Falcons!
उत्कर्ष क्या बोला था मैंने तेरे को? क्या बोला था मैंने तेरे को? क्या बोला था? क्या बोला था? Believe in your team. Believe in your team, baby.
But the
भाई साहब,
A fight that feels like a final, and for
भाई
Mina
साहब,
it is.
crazy भाई, crazy guys.
For Rocket League, this one. As Twisted Minds take their tactical timeout, I'm
What a
hoping
comeback भाई,
there's a
what a
few
comeback by
people wandering
Falcons.
around the SDC arena saying, "What is this?"
Absolute
Because I
cinema.
want more of this, and I've seen thousands of hours.
Absolute cinema, bhai.
It must have been brand new, and this is the series that you see.
Oh my goodness! I mean, if you're tuning in for this, you are watching
Absolute
a very
cinema,
special
bhai.
series.
What
Two of these
a
rosters,
match.
Right, where a lot of people thought they were uncalled for.
क्या मैच है भाई, कौन बोलता है गाइस रॉकेट लीग इज अ बोरिंग गेम, कौन बोलता है
calculated roster moves. Players
भाई,
like Drawley and Monkey Moon have
भाई जो भी बोलेगा ना
tasted
रॉकेट लीग इज अ बोरिंग गेम है, मैच दिखा देना भाई.
but they want to play it now out with the best, most mechanical players on the planet. Players like Ruas.
What a mentality भाई, goated mentality है भाई, goated mentality. Oh my god, 800-700 क्या स्कोर है ये.
Because these players all know each other. And everybody wants to be sort of the kings of this region, especially the fact that
that was #1 for so long in MENA. And not only that, since the beginning of the EWC, this was a team that was
गाइस इंटर ढक दिया मेरा, हक दिया मेरा, इंटर ढक दिया मेरा, जीजोगा भाई, इंटर ढक दिया गाइस. I'm back. Drew is back.
Crush and Twisted Minds want it back.
Drew is back. Chat. मेरा नेट हक रहा है भाई. इंटरनेट इशू.
Oh yeah, that thing is gonna pop when it gets put under that hydraulic press. 2-2 in a series.
इंटरनेट इशू है गाइस कुछ तो. लेट मी रिफ्रेश.
Gonna play this one low. A nice read there from
इंटरनेट इशू हो रहा है बॉयज. अपलोड डाउनलोड मेरा दोनों चीजों का था.
Falcons outshot.
इंटरनेट जाके है मेरा.
Twisted Minds 54 to 45%. Looking to do it again here with another added into the tally.
Yeah, big save. They also had the ball in there half 50.
बैक लेकिन मैच नहीं चल रहा. यप मेरा स्ट्रीम नहीं चल रहा, कुछ डाउनलोड फकवा हो गया भाई.
Monkey Moon gets the ball back. He passes it back towards
Very
the
last
ball.
one.
This could be Charlie saves it for now. Here comes Monkey Moon, has to get the challenge.
अच्छे मैचेस में चीजें होना है भाई इंटरनेट में. नहीं देखी नहीं जा रही ना, इंटरनेट से देखी नहीं जा रही है. अच्छे मैच देख रहे हैं भाई. ठीक है भाई. ये भाई माइक गेलिश, माइक नहीं गेलिश, मेरा इंटरनेट जीजी कर रहा है. शुक्र वाला फड़ा रहा है गाइस. नो साउंड. सब चल रहा है बाबा, सब चल रहा है. चिल गाइस चिल. इंटरनेट इशू. इंटरनेट ही जीजी कर गया मेरा.
instead, Monkey Moon pushes it sideways. Jirali's coming in now. Falcons certainly playing the better Rocket League.
क्या हो रहा है? फिर मर गया अपलोड. फिर मर गया अपलोड. आ गया अपलोड. डाउनलोड नहीं आ पा रहा है.
Over the catch out here, nobody able to find it.
Yeah, Nuba tried to slow it down, believed that Killers would be rushing, but Killers doesn't.
जभी कुछ अच्छा चल रहा होता है तभी क्यों ऐसा होता है? आई जस्ट वांट टू नो गाइस. मतलब इतना अच्छा मैच विटनेस करने को मिल रहा था, लेकिन नहीं, भगवान को कुछ और ही चाहिए भाई. इसी बड़े भाई हे ऊपर वाले, क्या लीला है तेरी, वेरी रियलिस्टिक।
Will come through. This may be the game I've seen maybe
वन ऑफ द बेस्ट गेम ऑफ रॉकेट लीग में विटनेस कर रहा था यहाँ पे, बट नेवर माइंड। 240p लगा दे। 240p क्या कुछ ही नहीं चल रहा है यहाँ पे, मेरा डाउनलोड ही नहीं चल रहा है, इंटरनेट स्पीड ही हक दिया। चल ही नहीं रहा भाई यहाँ पे। या तो मेरे को राउटर रिस्टार्ट मारना पड़ेगा, मेरे को राउटर रिस्टार्ट मार करना पड़ेगा गाइस। डाउनलोड स्पीड तो आ रही है, अब क्या हो गया है, अपलोड हो रहा है मेरा।
there for a second for Twisted Minds, but Drali read it and he pre-jumped the go-to pass from the fake kickoff.
ऊपर वाला बोला तो जिक्स करके तो तेरा नेट काट दो, ठीक है भाई। चला गया भाई।
Monkey Moon in the end does. He gets the ball as well, gets it almost towards Nubo.
एक गुस्सा आता पता मेरे को, इंटरनेट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी स्ट्रीम के बीच में सब करता ना, मेरे को बहुत गुस्सा आता है। चैट पड़ेश, इसका स्ट्रीम कैसा होगा अब गेम का? हो जाएगा फिक्स, कुछ सेकंड्स के लिए मे भी सर्वर पर स्विच किया रहेगा मेरा, तो सर मैं पीटी हुआ पूरा राउटिंग चीज़ें करती। ठीक है भाई।
Drali again is in his face. TRK wins this race, but Ruas
थोड़ा चलता फिर मरदार। फाल्कन्स ले गए गाइस गेम लीड पे, ट्विस्टेड मैच को रोक दिया भाई वहाँ पे गेम 5 पे। ऑटो पर क्वालिटी नहीं चल रहा है गाइस, नहीं चल रहा है, क्या होगा पता नहीं चल रहा है भाई। पीसी रिस्टार्ट करने से नहीं होगा, मेरे को राउटर रिस्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा गाइस। 5 सेकंड 5 मिनट बफर होगा, मैं रिस्टार्ट कर राउटर रिस्टार्ट करके, राउटर रिस्टार्ट से फिक्स हो पाएगा। मैं फिलहाल तो फाल्कन्स ले गई ये गेम, फाल्कन्स लेके मैं रिस्टार्ट करके आता हूँ गाइस। 5 मिनट बफर होगा, गेम बफर होगी। नेट तो आ गया है गाइस। एम आई लाइव, एम आई बैक बॉयज, एम आई बैक, लेट मी चेक। पूछो गाइस, अब स्पीड भी चल रही है भाई बहुत। आप अभी चीजें ना हो, बस राउटर रिस्टार्ट करके आ गया। हाँ 1-1 हो गया लास्ट गेम, लमाओ बेटी है यार।
Waiting 1 split second longer before jumping for the ball.
back.
Has time to take him out. His killers now.
ये तो फ्रेम्स ही कर रहा है, पता कड़े ऑटो पर डाल देता भाई। अपलोड आ रही है मेरे को, मेरा डाउनलोड नहीं आ रहा, डाउनलोड मर गया। जैसे मेरा डाउनलोड चीज हो चुका है, इस चक्कर में यूट्यूब चल नहीं पा रहा है so far। चीज होगा भाई, ISP चीज होगा मेरा।
Trying to find each other on the ends of Twisted Minds. TRK has been playing a very far back game. Unfortunately, though, it's constantly being played on low boost. Nubo is going for the solo up.
Risky.
मेरा डाउनलोड नहीं आ रहा है गाइस, स्ट्रीम कैसे देखूंगा आप? प्लेलिस्ट
Solo, Drali fakes it. The shot is
2-1 कर दिया भाई फाल्कन्स ने, लेकिन यहाँ अभी तक हमारा डाउनलोड स्पीड ठीक नहीं हो पाया है। वेरी रियल।
So they both want to boost for the ball. They can't do it. They have to double jump and hope. And hope was not enough. Hope is
भाई क्या है इंटरनेट, हेलो। अब मेरा अपलोड बराबर आ रहा है गाइस, अपलोड में कुछ चीज़ नहीं आ रहा है, डाउनलोड मर गया मेरा। आप बोलो पे चेक में राउटिंग कहाँ की हो रखी है क्या?
Never enough against Falcons. You sure don't want to lose it. Twisted Minds, theirs will be running out as Drali is
download पर
coming
2
forward
MVPs आ
especially.
रहे हैं.
Monkey Moon swaps it away.
Are you kidding me?
Round the corner. Drali again is trying to take out.
अब बीटी है भाई. सब तो बराबर ही चल रहा है. बराबर क्या हो रहा है लेकिन कुछ चीज़ें ना बहुत पिस्ड ऑफ करते हुए मेरे को.
They must be exhausted defending.
मुझे लाडले ठीक बना. मैं भुस्सी भर दूंगा मैं इंटरनेट वाले की कल.
Goes straight to go for the catch. Ruas had a hand on the ball here. You thought maybe.
क्या फायदा भाई ऐसे स्ट्रीम करने का यार. ऐसा अटक अटक के चलेगा क्या? फालतू गिरी है भाई. ऑटो पे ही चल ले. ऑटो पे भी नहीं चल रहा.
As the rounds go on and the bell keeps dinging, it's flipping from one side to the next. Ruas in front of the ball. Monkey Moon's all alone. Can he get it? He has to get a touch and he does.
Final minute of play in front of everybody's eyes. Can somebody take?
क्या बोलूं अब? क्या बोलूं अब? ऐसा क्या बोलूं अब? मेरे पास शब्द नहीं आवे बोलने के लिए. अब बीटी है भाई ये. बस फाल्कन जीत गई. लमाओ फाल्कन जीत गई. जीत गए भाई फाल्कन्स.
Two goals the difference in that deciding game. And while Twisted Minds seemingly have usurped Falcons
जीत गए फाल्कन्स. क्रेजी गेम भाई.
This is where it matters. In front
क्रेजी
of these
फाल्कन्स.
fans on these stages with hundreds of thousands of dollars.
जीत गए भाई फाल्कन्स. ऐसा हमारा स्ट्रीम बैक. क्या स्ट्रीम वापस हुई है? क्या हो रहा है कुछ समझ नहीं आया. फाल्कन्स जीत गए लेकिन
On the line, that is where the experience tells. And there's a reason.
Falcons is the third team guys to qualify for semi-finals. Crazy.
We'll see how
Last game of the day. लेकिन हमारा स्ट्रीम जो है वो वाला भाई डिले हो चुका है. Very realistic. भाई बीटी भाई.
long that continues on. A very intense matchup after this, but this one mattered more than anything. There was one. Player though that is on the run, and that is Killers. We'll see you after this.
Oh my!
दुख, दर्द, पीड़ा गाइस, हर जगह दुख दर्द, इतना दुख दर्द मैं कहाँ लेके जाऊँ? मतलब क्या है ये गाइस? लास्ट पोल में डाल रहा हूँ, तो चलो अच्छी बात है।
Drew them in the draw yesterday. Nobu was clapping his hands with excitement. Do you think he might regret that a little bit now?
لما جيتوا تختاروا الفرق عشان الكورتر فاينلز، نوبو لما شاف انه انتوا جيتوا ضدهم كان بيصفق، هل هذا رد منكم له؟
صراحة أنا ما أهتم للتصاريح خارج الملعب، كل اللي علي داخل أرضية الملعب، والحمد لله قدرنا نحقق الفوز ولا أهتم للتصاريح.
I don't really care what happens outside of the field, but what I care about is what happens in the field, and I mean we proved ourselves.
And what did just happen in the field was a phenomenal quarterfinal, and I think you said in Rally that the MENA region is no longer a minor league. How proud are you?
क्या बोलूं यार?
I'm very proud of the men.
बस मकसद पूरा होगा पे Falcons का भाई. Falcons did it भाई. They did a good match. But वही है कि हम लोग देख नहीं पाए unfortunately because मेरा internet off. He just got disappointed हुआ मैं.
Another key. You're rubbing your hands together. You want to do it?
Yeah, of course. I'm so excited.
So excited.
अभी भी अटक ही रहा है ये बीच में. इसको 720p पे खींचता हूँ. क्या चल रहा है?
Killers is about to do what he has to do. Twisted Minds came to Paris carrying MENA's #1 seed after taking the throne from Falcons. But tonight, the old kings get the last word.
Gaya.
And that does wonders as well for their club championship pursuit. Come with me, Killers, just for a second, to your fans. There's a lot of them. Let's give you a moment here.
वैसे लेकिन मैं इतना चीज बोल दे रहा हूँ, वो वाली स्ट्रीम लेट चालू होगी. ये वाली स्ट्रीम क्योंकि लेट हो गई है, बहुत ज्यादा डिले पे चल रही है, बहुत ज्यादा डिले पे चल रही है गाइस.
On what's going on here CS wise and what we can expect moving forward.
We've had some crazy upsets early on. Some of the favorite teams have actually lost and are at risk of elimination. Vitality are down to the lower bracket. They need to rally if they're going to make the playoffs. That's a huge one. We just had a matchup today between the two previous champions of the Esports World Cup Counter-Strike. Na'Vi bested Mongols, so they're through to playoffs. Mongols will need to rally in the lower bracket as well to book their ticket in. But the action's heating up. We're crushing a lot of keys here in Counter-Strike.
It seems like the lower bracket is definitely the place not to be at this point in time. But the last team that I want to ask you about is Falcons specifically, because for the club championship, they are doing quite well. So how are they performing in CS considering their last major performance?
They're looking strong. They're looking like they're bringing that major winning form in, like they haven't missed a beat. They're definitely a threat.
Guys, मेरा अपलोड नहीं आ रहा, अभी बता रहा हूँ. अगर स्ट्रीम बफर या बिटरेट गिर चुका है या मे बी लैग हो रहा हो,
Or do you have another team?
फिर अपलोड नहीं चल रहा स्टेबल.
I know, gotta do what you
अब
gotta
डाउनलोड
do.
चल रहा तो अपलोड नहीं चल रहा भाई स्टेबल.
I think Logic Brain,
सारे इंटरनेट वालों को अभी टेस्टिंग करनी होती है भाई.
We always wind up with some interesting upsets here in Counter-Strike, so I'm hoping we get a dark horse winner.
All right, well, thank you so much for that. That's it from us for the CS update.
We book Esports World Cup up.
Hello, my name is Juicy, and these are the PS5 Supercuts.
I definitely agree that Rocket League's the hardest game on the PS5, mechanically at least, because Rocket League is like a completely open game and it's 5 minutes of just straight gameplay where high octane, fast-paced mechanics the entire time, so yeah, I agree.
I use PS5 controller.
I think the PlayStation controllers are just higher quality. Personally, like I think the sticks feel really, really responsive, and that's always why I really liked it. So a lot of players that are pros today started on PlayStation. It allows for, you know, players that are good but don't have like a crazy setup to, you know, try to compete against the best, and it kind of resulted in a bunch of the pros that we see today.
I think it helped the console players to get hyped a little bit more when they play, for example, pros on PC.
I was going to my cousin's house to play with him until
prepared me the game, and thank you to him. It was the best times of my life, to be honest. I played with my friends and just enjoyed the game. I mean, I still enjoy the game, but more in a funny way, you know. My name is Ross. My name is Juicy.
I'm Atomic from Energy Esports. Thank you for watching the PlayStation 5 Supercuts.
I'm here with Vitality fans, KC fans, a huge final match, and we're going to have a debate. Vitality versus KC, they have to convince me who is going to win and why. So firstly, why is KC going to be Vitality?
KC is going to win because it's the best team in the world, sure. And the best player is Vachiwa for sure. But we love Vato. And KC win easy.
KC win easy. Why is Vitality going to be KC?
First, Zen is the best
OBS से full लाल डंडा आ रहा है. रेजर प्लेस क्या हाल है? वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम. बट भाई आपकी डिग्री कंप्लीट हो गई क्या? यस सर.
Since the beginning of the tournament, so
मेरी डिग्री कब की हो चुकी है? जमाना हो चुका है भाई. डिग्री करके बैठा हुआ है मैं.
Who has the best fans, KC or Vitality?
KC, sure, KC.
And why? Why are you guys the best fans?
In France, we have a best public. And KC public is the best.
Guys, I have legit no clue कि मेरी स्ट्रीम क्या चल रही है. और मैं इतने बोल रहा मेरा OBS पूरा लाल हो रखा है. मैंने टिकट रेस कर दिया. Hopefully fix हो जाए भाई थोड़ा टाइम पे.
I'm gonna lean KC, I think, in the debate. Maybe I'll give it a KC. What do you have to say about that?
About what?
What do you have to say? I think you guys are gonna win. I think.
NDB पे चल रहा है क्या?
What do you have to say? I think you guys are gonna win. I think.
मतलब डाउनलोड सही चल रहा है, अपलोड चीज होगा.
And look the public.
तभी अपलोड बराबर चल रहा है, डाउनलोड चीज होगा तभी अपलोड चीज होगा मेरा.
Just wait and see, he says. Wait and see. I'll take KC in 7. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
We were there.
बताओ. एक ना एक प्रॉब्लम होनी है भाई. 10,000 फ्रेम ड्रॉप हो गया भाई.
We were there for the years of grind, and we're here now. The proud founding partner of EWC. Powering the biggest event in gaming, shoulder to shoulder with the world's best, making history. Greatness deserves a stage. Lenovo Legion, reach your impossible.
The group stage, something has to happen. We have to make a reverse sweep. We have to feel the stress. And now we did that in a group, make a reverse sweep. We have to feel the stress. And now we did that in a group stage. Now we're gonna be Thanos.
Guys.
I trust my team.
So every team so far coming from the lowers and groups has lost. Why are KC going to break that streak?
Yeah, it's obvious because we need that. We need that. As he said, like every event we won, we had to have a match where either we're winning or losing, but we end up reverse sweep the game. So we had it with R8, and now we're done. We're just ready. But I'm stressed. I'm just the caster, right? I'm not a player, so it's just me.
Can I ask you guys, out of everyone in your chat, because there are thousands from all over the world watching your team tonight, who is the biggest name on KC?
The biggest name,
Vachira, I think.
Vachira, of course. Vachira.
Even though Ato and Juicy, we need the team, but Vachira has been our captain, our leader for years now. Yeah, well, and he has won so many majors and regionals.
Our producers agreed. They said he is our player to watch, according to some.
Great tournament for Vitality. Fantastic bit of job opening some space there out of the corner, playing in front of the ball, making sure that
guys
can find a nice, easy clear. That's what it's all about on defense. You make it easy for the guy behind you. That's the Zen with 0 cannot quite reach it. That's that whoever's coming back to challenge him has to respect the quick hit. So Atto just a little tap, little change up. Zen almost able to make that read, but a tough one for sure. And Atto, the owner of both goals so far here for KC. Wins out of 24 timeouts taken though. Wow. So at least in this particular event, timeout buff very much not a thing. Zen doesn't even get a 50, leaving third man Exotic in a tough spot. You saw him get chipped. Stizzy helps him out. What a corner double attempt there from Atto, who has been, again, excellent in the series so far. He scored the opening 2 goals. Oops. here's, turns around on the challenge, Exotic on the midfield boost. Happy to let Stizzy take this one. Stizzy getting away from Atto. Stizzy has a little bit of pressure, but a good drop right on the Juicy's nose for KC, and he leaves it for Vatira. Off the board. Here's the shot, but everybody from Vitality covering about every angle they could think of. Exotic's got no boost. He's left on the wall, and a pass in front, but no shot on target. Love the idea, though. You have the one guy fake the dribble setup, like you might try and solo play the net. The other guy comes in an